made it. All right. I made it. All right.
Did we do it?
Shoot, I made it. All right.
Did we?
Okay.
We're
We're
we here?
live.
I
Happy
fixed
Friday,
that. Okay,
guys.
sorry, a
Hello?
little bit. I had a little bit of echo because I had the sound on the stream. All right, what's up? Friday. Open comms.
Hi,
We did it.
everybody.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Open
Who's
comms.
got tequila?
I do.
I have tequila actually.
I do
Yeah.
not have tequila. I've got some bourbon.
Maybe I'll get some tequila after this run.
Who is that? I thought we agreed.
Cut out. We didn't agree. I wasn't here for that.
Well, that's strong.
I wasn't part of that organization, that conversation.
Was LB Robot for
Where
me?
is
You're a
Yep.
little bit robot-y, LB.
It's.
Oh no.
It almost sounds like he's at 1.25 speed.
Yeah, it was interesting. There's like some weird packet thing. Your packets are transmitting faster than they can be received or something.
Does that mean he's like going into the future?
Or they're
something?
being received faster than they're being sent. There's
I
some
think we're seeing a time dilation effect.
yeah,
I don't
there's
even know
like
what it is.
Are you close
tie-dye.
to- are you
LB
LB's
close
has
to a black hole,
destroyed
LB?
the space-time continuum. We were about to get eaten by a
Time
wormhole.
traveler
Oh.
from the future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're like, wow.
It's like he's not sped up to where you can, but it's like he's just barely like you're just barely over 1.0 speed.
It's an interesting effect.
I'm
It's
gonna
making me
remember,
feel drunk.
Approve.
Once we go through
Um,
the hole, we gotta bookmark the other side before we do anything. First things first.
It's the top of it. Yeah, like, if you talk at 0.75 speed, LB, it might even itself out.
Yeah, LB, slow down your speaking and then it will balance itself out. Stop.
Sorry, actually, I
Stop
hadn't
it.
used that before. I had to test it out.
Drayden, the cams are all screwy. The
Uh,
cams are
Drayden.
wrong.
No.
are they?
We're missing an LB.
Well, he's not here.
LB's here.
Yeah,
he
he is.
Not on camera.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
It's probably your Discord that's fucked up because mine's just doing the same thing.
I don't. I see 6 of us. I don't like what you see on the stream is what I see on my Discord.
No shit.
Yeah.
LB, are you here?
Maybe go to a different channel.
I'm here.
LB is here.
Well, he
This
does
is
really like
weird.
his mouth moved and then the sound came out like a
Yeah.
second later.
Sounds like hacks.
He's gone.
Hold on. I'm gonna try and restart something.
I think
We
He's
just do
also
an LB
gone.
this is bizarre.
Did that
We
do
just do
anything?
an LB check by
Once
talking about
once
You're
we get
normal.
once we get it
Well,
all
I don't
figured
see
out,
your
I'd like to
cam
do
on
an
you.
opening
You sound
shot.
I
normal.
don't.
now,
Why, like,
I
why does
haven't-
everyone
I
else
haven't
see
turned the camera
LB?
on.
Do
Hold
I
on.
have LB blocked? Did I block LB's camera?
You
Well, he
blocked
hasn't
it.
shown back up yet on cam.
Well, wait. So
There he is.
Now, now what do?
There
Okay,
he is.
there we
You
go.
have joined our time stream. Well,
There
okay,
we go.
yeah,
Fantastic. It was
Yeah.
scary in the future.
yeah, and now your roboting is gone too. So cool.
Perfect.
Okay, we're back.
All
I know
right.
how to
hey,
fuck around with the soundboard. Okay.
Sweet.
We're not gonna fuck
Sorry, I
around with
had
the
to try
soundboard.
it once, okay?
Yes, we are. Yes. we are.
Okay. All right. So opening shots.
Opening shots. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do an opening shot for Eve's 20th anniversary. 20 years that Eve Online has been a game. So yeah, shots everybody. Congrats CCP.
Yeah,
Congrats Eve
cheers.
community.
Shots.
Congrats CCP for not going bankrupt for 20 years.
Let's
Well,
keep
Congrats,
it positive.
CCP, for
Let's
successfully
try
not
it. Can we
killing the game.
can we
To be
try
fair,
to keep
Eve
it positive?
has been dying since 2003.
That's
so.
true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone's been
Yeah,
dying
he's
since they're
beta.
born. So
As soon as you're
Also,
born,
it's,
you're
uh,
starting.
You
you
know,
start dying.
everyone who has ever drank water has died.
It's true.
It's Cinco de Drinko, so a lot of
Yeah.
us here have margaritas. It looks like.
yeah.
That's right.
And also,
I don't know
everybody
if
who
we're
has
going
not
around the
drank
horn,
has
but
died just shorter.
just gonna say though, if you use margarita mix to make your margarita, it's not a margarita.
you've said this before.
Yeah, you
and
said
I've
this last
bartended for
week.
years,
True, I
and
think you said that
I call
last week.
bullshit.
I
I
call it a
think
margarita.
I think gatekeeping I think drinking drinking is is one one of of the the silliest silliest things an adult could do.
Yeah, who gives a shit? Just have fun. Drink something that has alcohol in it if
Yeah,
you
that's what
so
I'm doing.
choose.
Just have fun.
Demonstrate.
Let's not drink shame. No drink shaming on this show.
You know, if you drink orange juice that's from concentrate, you're a bitch.
Oh.
Also,
I don't know why it's just concentrated orange juice. That seems like you're even manlier.
You're just staring
it's
at it because
concentrated.
it says
It's like it's
concentrate.
dense, right? It's packed in there.
All right. So
Like condensed soup.
There's actually quite a bit of Eve stuff. Like we
There-
get to
we
talk
got-
about Eve this week.
But
We
So-
have
first,
an
first, gotta see what are we drinking.
okay, but
Oh,
Outcraft,
we
what do you got?
gonna go around the horn.
You got the. He's got the.
Margarita.
Hold on, we need
He
we
doesn't
need
have the
music.
reds.
Let me get the music.
I made a margarita for Cinco.
Okay, you got
Ooh.
the salt and everything. You like spice it up.
Oh, I classed it up. I don't know shit about margaritas though.
I also just went with a margarita with the mix and some 1800. So, and then I got some Maker's Mark, just a little pint of it to sip on at some point. So,
Still wash it down.
yeah, just
bought
wash
some
it down
British
with
just
some
in case.
whiskey. Delon, what you got?
All right, so this is actually a frozen margarita from the daiquiri place, but I mixed it with some of the leftover strawberry daiquiri that we still have from Eve Nola, which we still have 3 bags of that, and I'm probably gonna drink it all while my parents are out for the next 3 months.
Oh, I
Not
thought
3,
you meant for,
3
like,
weeks.
I thought you
3
meant
weeks.
like you're gonna drink it all tonight while they're out. It's like
No,
fucking
they're gonna
alright.
go out
Burn
to
through
like
all of
Italy
it.
or something
them.
for like 3 weeks. Yeah, it's not good.
Just
Oh,
put it all in a beer bong. Just down it.
actually, it's like
Chug
really
it.
hard to thaw out a frozen bag of daiquiri because it just separates out. So you just get like a chunk of ice and then like all this
Put it in the microwave.
liquid.
Yeah, you take the ice and you throw that shit out because that's all the water
That
and bullshit,
sounds
and
like
then you
a
got
bad
concentrated daiquiri. It's gonna hit the dome
I-
so much quicker.
Feel like that's, I don't know what. Or continue next.
It's dangerous.
LB, what do you got?
I also made a margarita. There you go. I
Consistency.
used
Billy
the
is here.
rocks tequila. What's it called? Terramana. The gold stuff. The gold
Oh, yeah,
tequila. And some triple
Reposado?
sec and some lime juice.
Malketh.
Having a Coke because I don't drink without my friend.
Lily is smelling
In
margarita.
Malketh, or not Malketh, Manic.
I'm drinking a whiskey sour. This was my drink of choice at Eve Nola, and yeah, I'm continuing to
Nice.
roll
That's
with
close
it.
to a margarita.
Nice. We got Skyhawk.
I'm drinking a tasty margarita made with Hornitos, triple sec, and lime juice. No salt or sugar for me though.
Horny Toes.
Hornitos,
Mhm.
it's a brand of tequila. Yeah.
All right, Vlad, what do you got?
I'm rocking a rum and Coke.
Hell yeah. All right. Man, I think that's the fastest we've gone through.
I think so.
That's
No
the
sidetracking.
Yeah, no sidetracking, no like
shots-
story
Shout
time.
to
Yeah.
us not sidetracking during
Alright.
that.
Delana
I'll
tried to
do a
start it.
shot to that.
I saw her.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
all we needed to do. Like we went through, talked about it. That's important, and now we're done with it. We can talk about whatever.
No, I
yeah,
meant like
so,
right in the middle of it. You were like,
Wait,
kitty time.
Almost
20
make
20
it
years in
get
Eve.
More news.
20 years in Eve. The mosaic's done. If you did your challenge things or the daily log, or not the daily log rewards, the daily skilling spree stuff or whatever it is. If you did 4 of them, or no, it was 3. I did 4 to be on the safe side because I'm always
Yeah, that's
like,
what I did too.
I'm always like, man, I've heard somewhere like if you do the bare minimum, you don't have enough flair that,
That's what
You get in
where my
trouble.
mind went.
you get in trouble. So, but yeah, there you go. There's the link. Val's got it in the thing. You can go to that link and type in your name, the little search icon thing on the left, and find out where you're at. And yeah, it's. Let me see if I can bring up the image.
It's a cool.
It's worth
little,
addressing that they cheated
web app.
and they put a
They
fucking
did.
like hue over everybody instead of using a program that would just make a picture.
I did
with
see that.
the
It is
relative background colors that they could
yeah,
make work.
it is technically not a mosaic in the traditional sense.
Like I'm not knocking it; it's still cool and it doesn't matter anyway.
I'm
but
It is still.
I thought
it's
they
a
were
cool
gonna-
thing. Yeah.
I thought they were gonna like take a picture and then put it into a program because I'm sure there's programs that do this and are like, okay, where's all your subject pictures? We'll make this work with this, and
But I
they
did
just
notice
put a hue on
that
us to make it work.
yeah, it kind of arranged it according to like obviously they wanted to use the lighter profile pictures in the middle where there was the lighter colors and then he had the darker ones out on the sides. But the darker ones tended to be people that actually like customized where their character was and had like a custom background and stuff. So all the people in the middle are just the people with the standard default just face pose that didn't do anything to it. So they're all in the middle because those are
Hey,
the
you found me.
lightest
Yeah.
colors.
I don't think there's any rhyme
were
or
up
reason
there.
to how
That's accurate.
people are displayed. Because
Yeah, it's
What,
just
did you do it on
according
purpose?
to the,
What-
the shade of their. So I'm like in the upper left corner somewhere.
I think that's
So
where Malkith was too.
This is
Did you do that on purpose, Drayden?
this is what we
was
were
that
we were
luck?
Yeah, I
talking
searched
about.
for it.
How it's
Okay.
it's not a traditional mosaic, because a mosaic really would use like the colors of the portrait. It's kind of hard to describe. It would use the colors
Colors
of
of
the
the
individual
components.
portrait to act
They-
as like a pixel
Yeah,
in
they
a
kind of
larger
did, but then
image.
they still put like color over it.
So yeah, what they did here was they just arranged everybody's profile in a grid, and then they layered this 20 years in space graphic on top of it and added a transparency.
Well, some of them
There's no
are
LB.
ordered in case of like the people that are closer to the camera that like you see that are lighter. Those are more in the middle where the white text is. It
Yeah.
is somewhat ordered, but they still have like a color over it. But it's still slightly ordered according to like what your profile picture looks like and how dark it is or light it is.
Okay.
You have an impersonator, Delana. There's a Delana Akita. You might have to
I think
go.
it's like Dylan.
Yeah, it's Delana Akita.
Dylan,
Dylan
Dylan Akita.
Akita.
You have to go fight them.
Yeah, this is a cool thing. Everybody,
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
neat. I mean,
So
it's,
it's
it's like a digital version of the monument, right?
sure.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
kind of how I
see,
was
look,
seeing it.
there she is in the upper left.
Delana Ivo.
The image that they used to kind of like hype this was that Varger thing, if anybody recalls, or maybe it was a whatever typhoon. I don't know.
That was
Oh,
just like
Typhoon,
not a
right
typhoon,
up
that
here.
was the one that Kriba made, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know if Cribba made it. It was just like when they were advertising this, it was with an image of either a Tempest or like a Varger or something like that.
It's a Minotaur
But it was regular
ship.
colors, and I was thinking, oh, that'll be easy. Like they'll give it,
Yeah.
some sort of
Oh,
subject
shit,
image
you
that
guys
they
are like
want it to
right near
build,
each other.
and then it, a program will figure it out for them because I'm quite sure some piece of software exists for this.
Check this out.
But,
Delana's here.
Yeah, it was just a surprise.
And then you got Malkuth like just off the. He's like
Mine is off
Valamir,
the
it was
map,
Man
of
Face
course.
Missile Tits or something
Man
like
face
that.
missile
Yeah.
tits.
man face missile. Wait, is he in here?
Oh.
Uh,
are
yeah,
they?
I think so.
No.
or a
he's not.
It
large
would be a shame
collidable
if they
object.
weren't.
That
Large
that one's
collidable
also
object, yeah.
or like a Weed Lamau or dude Weed Lamau. I like his picture.
No, he's not in here.
I should smoke some weed.
There's Tina
And if-
Dude Grinder.
But if you look it up on Zcoolboard, it's a foot. I don't know how he managed that, but it's the character's foot in the
That's
profile
interesting.
picture.
But yeah, so I don't know. It's I like it. I like the
It was
thing.
cool.
That's cool.
The graphic art itself is awesome looking. Like,
Yeah,
I think that was a
the
really
new
cool
login
background.
stuff
I made it my
is-
desktop background.
Yeah, the new login thing is really cool. I almost kind of wish they did but I guess you couldn't really see the faces if they put this on the background, so it just makes it look less pixelated if they do like the full image. But
They probably used like an AI or something to do it.
yeah, it's
Wait, what?
To do the
No, it
mosaic.
looks too well
Fed-
done.
Fed all the pictures into it, and then use some algorithm to actually spit out the output.
No,
See,
all they did
I
was
think
they took the art, the actual art that the mosaic is supposed
and just
to
shaded
to
everyone's
do.
picture over
They
that.
just did like a 50%
transparency.
opacity on
Yeah.
it and stuck all the
And
character.
it seems like
assets
the
behind.
Great character.
it is
That sounds.
it
more
is ordered
plausible.
somewhat, but they still put a different layer on it. But it is like I was saying, a lot of people that it's just their face that are a lot closer, so you see more of their face. So there's like their lighter skin and stuff. That's more in the middle where the white letters are.
Unless
For the
they're
people like
Minotaur.
me with the dark backgrounds, where you see more of the dark backgrounds, we're on the sides.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was
I
looking at
get
this
it.
the other day, and I'm like, look, it kind of has a little bit of reasoning to this.
So the other thing with the 20-year thing they're doing is so tomorrow, or well, I mean almost now.
Yeah, someplace.
What's +7? Yeah, well, I mean it's already technically the
is-
5th or the 6th.
It is the
time?
6th. In
So I don't know
over
if you
in
had to
Iceland,
have
so-
it at the start of the 6th, but if you want
Guess
your
it
name
does.
on the if you weren't on the first monument and you want your name on it, sub. You gotta get sub now. Hopefully
Omega.
it's
I'm an
not.
Omega.
Hopefully it's not an hour and a half too late.
I think as long as you're an Omega on the
At
6th,
some point before
It's
downtime.
on the 6th during any time zone was the wording that CCP.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm assuming like as long as it's
If you're an
It'll end
Omega right
Sunday
now,
downtime.
Yeah.
if you're an Omega right now, unless your subscription ends within the next few hours, you'll be fine.
yeah,
No,
then
if you were Omega as it crossed into the 6th and you lost Omega 10 minutes into the 6th,
Then you're fine.
Then you're
you'd
good.
still get it.
okay.
Oh, okay.
And then so you'll get if you weren't on the monument before, you'll get on the new section of the monument they're doing. And if you were on the monument, I don't know if they email you the option or you have to request the option, but they'll put a Titan chevron next to your name that already exists on there, or you can have another character on that account put on the new part instead if you want that.
You have
but
to do a ticket if you want to change the
okay, yeah, so you have to submit a ticket. Okay, I wasn't sure if they would prompt you or not, but
So everybody here who
if you buy 3, I think if you buy 3 days of Omega, I think that would still count. You just have to be Omega
would.
today, or some point before next downtime, I'd assume.
You can absolutely go and buy 3 days of Omega right now, and you would be on the monument.
Yeah. So
I want to
Right
see what
meow.
those Titan chevrons.
Right
look like
meow.
Once it's all said and done.
yeah, what is the Titan? I keep hearing the Titan
I think
chevron.
it's a
What-
double
It's a
up arrow.
it's a stacked
kind of thing.
chevron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like what if
Shine
you've seen a
bright
Titan.
Titan from your overview.
Exactly that.
it's like with that overview icon.
Oh,
That's how
Okay,
somebody
then
Gotcha.
does it.
I'm active. Okay, good.
Which I think it's a 2-stripe chevron, if I recall.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a full sergeant.
As if you've ever
The corporal.
got
That's right.
good in the game and got your own Titan, then you would now.
Or if you just
Hmm.
hang out
Guilty.
with people with Titans.
So, regarding the monument, it is considered a national monument because it was donated to the city of Reykjavik, or I think
Yeah.
it was either donated to the city of Reykjavik or it was donated to the country of Iceland. Either way, it qualifies as a national monument. So if you want your Eve character name on a national monument, now's your chance.
And also, if you fuck with it, it's a national fucking crime.
It
as we know
yeah,
from
if you
history.
Also
scratch off the name or stick a sticker, your alliance sticker on it, or vandalize it in any way, it means big deal consequences. So don't fucking do it.
Did
Make
the
good
guys
choices
that
while you're in Iceland.
vandalized the original one? Did they actually
Don't
get
be
the credit
those
yet?
guys.
CCP apparently had to smooth it over, and it was
The
bad.
the Icelandic government wanted to punish. So for those who don't know the story, 10 years ago when they unveiled the monument, a certain character's name was scratched off. So the monument, when we refer to the monument, it's a big thing in Iceland. It's a piece of artwork, and it has all of the Eve character names on it that were subscribed as of May 6th, 2013. And they're updating it again for the 20-year anniversary this year. But yeah, once it was unveiled, a few hours later, a pretty notorious player had their name scratched off of the monument. So it took the combined efforts of CCP and the Icelandic government and police force to track down who it was. From what I understand, the Icelandic government wanted to impose a harsher punishment, and CCP actually had to talk them down. So, yeah, do not fuck with this.
I mean,
is-
if you
it's
think
kind of
about
a
it,
big
this is
deal.
like so typical of Eve players, though. It's like,
It is.
I mean, people
well,
are
it-
shitheads.
like
Doesn't matter what game.
something that's easy for I think a lot of players to forget about is CCP. I believe is still one of the 10 largest companies based in Iceland. It's not exactly a huge country.
Right.
Yeah, population
and
like
the,
300.
if you look at Google Maps, the Eve Online monument has a little marker on it.
Yep.
Nice.
It's got its own
It's-
place.
I looked at it's only a 10-minute walk from the hotel that I'm going to be at, and I'm looking forward to making a pilgrimage over there.
Yeah, I still
for
like.
sure.
I saw.
I
a
still
tweet.
went by last year. I went to look at it.
It's surprisingly small. You see the
It-
pictures and you think
Yeah,
It's-
well, I guess
no,
we'll have
it-
to.
it
We'll
is
have to
not
make
sm-
it bigger.
No,
I guess.
well, so yeah, there was a tweet from Hilmar saying they're gonna have to get like, they'll have to update the zoning permit for the monument, for the plot of land it's on. They have to update the zoning permit to expand it because obviously they're adding more names to it. But so I remember when it came out and everybody was saying how small it was, and it's really not. I mean, it's not like towering 30 feet in the air, but it's not a small piece of like installation.
It's
So
all
you're
about
saying
perspective, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's no Washington Monument.
It's not. Yeah, it's not the fucking Washington Monument, but I mean, it's big enough that you have
Panic
to
said that thing
crawl
looks
on
huge
it.
to me.
Depending on where your name is, you have to crawl onto the base, and it's. I mean, it's easily taller than a person. I would say it's maybe 15 feet tall.
How
20?
high do the names go
No
up though?
way. I don't think. I thought it was only like.
Oh,
4
they're all on the
feet.
tiles on the bottom.
They're
Okay,
they're
I
all
was gonna
on,
say,
on
'cause
the
surely
tiles on the base.
people do etchings and stuff. Like, surely it wouldn't be too high for like an average person to get to.
No, the names
you gotta be
aren't
able to find your
etched
name.
on. So there's two, technically three parts of the monument. It is a work of art. So like on one side is the big stone monolith that represents the Eve server cluster or the virtual world. On the other side is a representation of a human face, and in the middle is a mirrored obelisk. And so and the whole obelisk is a mirror. So the interpretation of it is that the human face and the virtual monolith kind of, or the virtual obelisk, the Eve cluster, whatever you want to think of it as, they kind of, within the mirror, they inhabit the same space. It's a really cool kind of art installation, just as a work of art. It's kind of beautiful. But yeah, it sits atop a base, and then on the base are a bunch of tiles which have the Eve player names carved onto them. And contained within the base, underneath the monument, I think a lot of people forget this, is a time capsule of the Eve server cluster. They took a snapshot of it on May 6th, 2013. So I think after a certain number of years, I can't remember if it was like 100 years or 75 years or what, they're going to unearth the time capsule, and so they can take a look at what the Eve cluster looked like at that date in 2013.
I wonder if they're
And
gonna.
if Hilton's gone by then, maybe they'll restore that snapshot to the server.
I mean, first of all, I first thought it was just cool shapes. Didn't know that. And I guess they're just gonna leave it where it is, even though it's like it's
I
near
thought
where
they
the
were.
old CCP location was.
I
Like,
could have sworn at some point they said they were moving it to the new headquarters.
They
But it
did.
sounds
Yeah,
like they're keeping it where it
Seems
is,
like it would
which is
weather better. 'Cause
unfortunate.
Well, I
that
guess
That
they would
sounds
have
like
the
this
problem
kind
too,
of. That sounds like the kind of thing that I could see CCP over-promising on and then not being able to pull
but they're
off 'cause of the
basically like
government or
right next
something.
to like,
Ah.
is that a college campus? So it depends on like where
Like
they would be
train.
allowed to fit it in, and if there's no space for it to go, and the college says you can't put that there, then
I mean, at the very least, I would think they would move it away from the coast, because where it is right now, it's right on the edge of the water, and it's getting hit with the Icelandic weather, and then you've got seawater splashing up on it.
yeah, salt water
It's
is
rough.
bad for like
Like-
everything.
Yeah, so it's when I was there in 2018, I remember the monument kind of looking a little worse for wear, especially the name plaques that are made from a very soft metal, because they have to carve all the names in there.
It's like aluminum that they're
And I
lasering
think,
from.
like,
it's a
there
very
were some
soft metal,
times that
so
they would,
the
like-
salt water does not treat it well. So yeah, I thought
Did
they
we
were going to
lose-
move it.
They would
Did we
have
lose
to. They
LB?
had to pick up the tiles every now and then. And I
I'm
think there were a
sorry.
few times that they reinstalled them
Oh,
upside down. Like they'd had to take up the
Drayden,
tiles.
what is going
and
on with
clean
your
them up and
Discord,
I
stuff.
dude?
don't know.
Also,
Skyhawk,
LB keeps disappearing.
Timber, Skyhawk, Rayo, and Akrot, thanks for all the subs. We hit the hype train, and also, yeah, LB, you disappeared
shit.
off the Discord again. I don't know why.
Yeah. I
I
turned
think
my
he's-
camera off and then turned it back on because it was.
I think he
being
might
weird.
be having a. We're already on the
I think
level
it's-
two
Oh,
hype.
Drayden.
train.
oh, weird.
Wow.
Okay, no, it's so if I don't have the window selected, or if I select something over the window, it grays out. He closed his camera and then reactivated it. I had to select the Discord window again to make his camera register. That's fucking
Are you using like Discord in like
fucking Windows 98, man. All right,
You
sorry,
can't
sorry, Delana, go ahead.
Upgrade. You gotta update to Windows ME, my man. That's where it's at.
And we had a lot of problems. Just go with
They
that
can
speed.
take Windows 10
100%
from my
do
cold dead hands.
My computer automatically updated to Windows 11 without my permission. I just like turned it on one day. It's like, welcome to Windows 11. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Why did
Well,
why did you do this?
My
I-
disk drives are all fucked up, and so the disk drive that has my operating system on it doesn't have enough space to download Windows 11, so that keeps it away.
Oh,
Because I have
Mine
4
won't let me
drives.
update to it. Mine
Or
wouldn't
4
let me
drive
update if I
partitions.
wanted to, because I have to go turn on like that thing in the BIOS for the extra security chip or whatever it is. I forget the
Uh-huh.
abbreviation.
Yeah, the
So
TP.
question for all the
Yep,
techie
that
people
one.
here. I'm looking to get a new desktop by the end of this year. Should I go with a 4070 Ti, 4080, or 4090?
90. I
None.
mean,
How about
if-
you go with something that's not going to catch on fire?
I thought they
Is that
fixed
on
that.
fire?
Didn't they
I
fix that?
really,
they
I
did.
thought
fixed-
they fixed the fire issue.
I really like the 4070 Ti if I trusted it.
I mean, the 90s
Can we
faster.
can we
right?
limit the amount of time that we're gonna be this nerdy right now, because I don't know what any of this means and I'm just sitting here just sipping.
I mean,
Bigger-
if you had the
if-
option for
if
any
you
of them, why
can-
not just go with the
Yeah.
best one?
We
Big
better
number.
limit the
You can
nerdiness
afford
on
Oh,
the
what's
Eve
bigger
Online.
Why not
number?
just go with the
Big
best?
That's a good
number,
point. That's a good
faster
point.
video.
It's gotta work better since it's bigger number, right?
I'm with Valamir on
Generally.
this.
Bigger number is better.
Nvidia's been fucking around for
That's
too
all
long
I
lately.
know about this particular
gouging
nerdy
and shit.
topic.
Yeah.
Big
Big number
They
make
would- they-
PC go fast.
yes.
Their recent
big-
cards are marginally
Up or
better
go
than
up.
the last series, which was the 30s, and they're heavily increased in price.
That's
It's
right, the
just
more
like, come on, man,
RGB
guys are
you
being
put
fucking
on it.
customers.
honestly,
The
I've
more
still got-
RGB you put on it, it goes faster.
That's true.
I've still got my 2080 RTX that I got back in 2018, and I genuinely have no reason to upgrade yet.
Yeah, you should.
Wait, is
need
it
to with that card.
AMD? I thought it was ATI that did the other video cards.
AMD bought out ATI.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Years
AMD
and years
always
ago.
did the video cards.
Gotcha.
ATI did the CPUs, but AMD bought them out.
Okay. Got it. That
Yeah,
makes
because
sense.
back when I first started building computers, you wanted Sapphire Radeon,
Yeah, because I used to have an
ATI made a
ATI
beast.
card
Oh, yeah, I had
a
one of
long
those.
time ago, but
and in the
I
more
always had
recent
a Radeon.
eras, that would have been like like an EVGA, or I can't remember who the hot like,
Sapphire
NVIDIA
Radeon
producers were.
R9 290X. That
Yeah,
was
I-
my first
I
one.
think I had like a Radeon 640 or something. I can't remember, but that was the
I
last
don't
time
know, I
had an
just
ATI
remember when
card.
I first started building computers, Sapphire was like the hot manufacturer. They had all the best cards and shit.
The hotness.
Actually, no, Valamir's right. It was the other way around. AMD did the CPUs, ATI did the video
Yeah,
cards.
That's
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah,
ATI
they
was the
were
cards.
dyslexic.
Do you guys want to talk about Eve some more?
Yeah. It's back to
Those
Eve.
things are in our
Yes.
Eve machines.
Yeah.
Who's ready for T2 Capitals?
I mean, I'm not ready yet, but I'm excited
I'm
to see. what
I-
they
not
do.
ready for the price tag that's probably coming with
I'm
them.
not even ready for T1 capitals. I
that's-
can't get excited for T2.
I
I
hope
just want Angel Titans. CCP, give me a fucking Angel Titan. God damn
they're
it.
keeping that in the back pocket. They know it's
I
going to save them.
would love the opportunity. I was auditing like how many of certain ships I've got today, because someone was looking to like buy some caps, and I realized that I've got like 9 apostles I'm sitting on. So if we get T2 faxes, I've got some to plug in right away.
Yeah.
Well, didn't they? They only announced the T2 Dreads, so I don't know if they're making T2 of all the capitals. I think
Did they
it's just.
I
confirm
hope
what they're going to be?
eventually.
They just said T2 cap.
Well, they were coming out with. They announced some new
But
set
there
of
are dreads in the
destroyers.
screenshot.
I can't remember the. Well, I'm just thinking about Vegas because Vegas last year they announced like the new
They announced the Navy
destroyers.
destroyers and the Navy Dreads.
The faction destroyers and faction battle cruisers is what they.
Yeah.
Oh, I
have
thought they
announced.
announced. I thought they
No.
mentioned T2 capitals at
They
that thing too.
hinted. They
Oh,
teased
hinted,
the
okay.
Dreads Is what Elise did at Vegas. They were teasing the Navy Dreads.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So maybe it's
Yeah.
just going to be
And-
dreads.
and-
Maybe they're not doing carriers.
Oh,
then.
so maybe. Okay.
Well, I'm kind of reading between the lines a little bit, but we've got 2 bits of information. One, they've said T2 caps are coming.
So just
And
caps.
they didn't specify dreads. They said T2 caps, but then in some of the imagery, it has looked like
Yeah.
dreads. So
Yeah.
what
The art
I
has
expect,
only dreads in it.
what I expect as dreads will be the first thing to come from it. I don't think they'll be the last T2 caps though.
That's the first iteration.
That
Isn't a
makes
T2 isn't a T2 carrier just super?
Originally,
You-
So,
you'd
so
almost
like,
kinda think
so,
so.
I
one of
don't
the
know.
ideas that I always had for
Super's a big step up.
so one of the new ships I always thought would be a cool idea would be a Black Ops carrier.
I've
Only
seen people
has
talking about stuff like that.
yeah, can use
Like
you
a
know,
carrier that
Black
can
Ops,
jump onto a Black Ops lineup. Fucking.
less DPS, less overall hit points, but has those additional sneaky capabilities, and could only launch 2 tubes of fighters. So like you limited its
that would
DPS.
make sense.
Yeah, I thought something like that would be really cool.
Like
If you're
like a
gonna do
light
that-
carrier.
If you're going to do that, then in my opinion, Black Ops need to get the Covert Ops cloaks. Black Ops
No.
battleships.
I don't like that. I
They
don't
already
like
gave
that.
him. They already gave him the Man, that'd be so strong though if they could
Yeah, I
warp
don't think they
around
did that.
cloaked with battleships.
They're hard enough to catch and get rid of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
they're-
they gave him the bonus on
Although we
speed.
do have mobile observatories.
Didn't they get like a bonus on speed when they're cloaked?
Yeah, you.
They just don't get a debuff.
Oh yeah, they just go full speed. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you nuke the speed bonus and just give them a Covert Ops cloak. That would be bouncing.
I don't know. That's pretty fucking
that's
strong.
too
I like.
That's,
I like
I
to
don't
always
know if
be
I
as
like that.
being
but-
more risk. It
But
keeps it a
if
specialized.
if
like
we
not
actually get
everybody flies.
I've been talking about Black Ops carriers for like 2 years, so if that actually becomes a thing, I would be over the moon.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it doesn't overshadow everything to where nobody flies anything else. You know what I mean? Like if
Of
they just
course.
make a beefier carrier, beefier dread, and it's like, well, it's just gonna be like the navies. People embrace navies real fucking quick. Now, granted, the navies have some really sweet bonuses too, the navy dreads.
Yeah, no, it would have to be
But before
balanced,
you
and
know
that's
it, people
why.
are only gonna be
We're not
using navy
drinking enough.
dreads.
I'm gonna call a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good. Point.
Nice.
Says you. I'm almost to the bottom of my.
I'm
glass.
glad I'm not the only one that fucks that up, and I say Ravy Naven all the time on accident.
So
Ravy
once-
Naven.
Ravy Naven?
Yeah.
So we actually named one of our when we were using Navy Ravens as a doctrine, we actually called them Ravy Navens.
yeah.
We just embraced it.
But I was just wondering, like, I mean, fuck, what do you think a T2 capital is going to cost? Obviously, initially, it's going to be way overpriced, and then it'll eventually settle. Like, what do you think? What do you think it's going to settle at? Like, you're going to be spending like
It's-
10
actually,
bill on a T2 Dread or something? Just
so
the whole?
CCP has a fair bit of wiggle room here with this, because so when they changed moons, they ended up changing it in a way where we had like a bunch of moon goo that we could mine, and the value of moon goo went down, and they dialed back how much ore we can get out of moons, which is of course that moon goo is what's going to go into making the T2 components for building this shit. So, Akaroth, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they cut it to like half of what it was at one point?
So moons got doubled when they were
That's right, yeah.
allegedly saying that we're going to dial back scarcity. That was, for whatever reason, moons was their approach, one of their approaches. They doubled moons. They dialed them back 25% at one point, and then an additional 25% this last
Okay.
time. So they're still 50% better than they started out, if I recall.
Yep. Okay. But that still, with that, they could essentially roll back that change, and increase how much goo we actually get out of the moons. So
No, don't
like
do that.
like CCP has talked about before, they've built dials into the economy now with the way that they've changed things over the last few years. So if, say, for all of a sudden people are building T2 caps like crazy, and it's causing moon goo prices to go through the roof, it's
I want them
causing
to.
T2 cap or T2 sub prices to go through the roof. CCP, if they felt it was appropriate, could then adjust how much goo is coming out of the moons to fuck with the prices and, quote, stabilize things.
Can we call it Moon Come?
I am very
I was
come
waiting for it.
forward.
I was waiting.
After we
No, I'm
already
okay with
did the whole PP thing. Ugh.
Give them to PP.
Planetary production.
Go play with the PP.
Just when the big
Planet,
laser when it,
planetary.
Why
What
do
are they?
we
pop-
not
What
have
is
the
it?
calm soundboard sound yet?
Planetary. What is it called?
Called planetary production now. It used to be called
Planetary
interaction.
production. PP.
So it's PI,
yeah.
then they
It's
tried to change
PP?
to PP.
They changed it
but
to
everybody's
Planetary
PI.
production.
why?
I
Because
don't know.
Because they wanted to
Because-
give them.
I mean, it makes more sense. You're producing
Wanted
something on a
to
planet. You're not
really
just
interact with the
interacting with the planet.
yeah, but I mean,
they could
the
have called
acronym
it planetary industry and kept it PI. But
PI. Yeah, there you go. See, Drayden, that's why they need to hire you. I
dude,
keep telling them
like this. They can
every
pay.
time.
This is why they
every-
can pay me the big bucks. But
Every time I talk to a CCPer, I'm like, you gotta hire Drayden. The man's got ideas.
put me in game design. I'll
Put me
fucking
in,
ruin, I'll
coach,
ruin
I'm
this
ready.
thing real quick.
But yeah, now we have PP instead of PI.
Nice.
I'm not gonna get that out of my head for the rest of the night. Thanks, Manic.
You're welcome.
Give them to
Do it for the
No,
PP.
I'll think of something equally horrible. You know what CCP needs? T2 Lashak Marauders. Yes.
T2.
Lashak Marauder. Oh, you mean
Marauders?
Marauders
Well,
are
I
the
mean,
T2. So
I
Marauders
see-
are T2.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what he's just saying. Like,
you're
make a
talking about a T2
Triglavian
Dread,
Marauder.
essentially.
He's just saying
Triglavian Marauder.
Marauder.
T2 Mini Dread.
I mean,
You have to
I'm not.
come up with a better name. What's the name of it?
Well, it wouldn't be a Lashak because that's
It's got
better.
to be. It's
A
got to be
shellac.
something like shellac. It's got a nice coat of paint
Yeah,
on it.
good shellacking.
Yeah,
It's very shiny.
yeah. It's just like it'd be like just give him the shellacking and
Give him the old shellacking.
yeah.
Blackened.
I mean, they're kind of like the Triglavians and Edencom are becoming like whole ship lines anyway. Although Triglavians more than Edencom, and so I mean they're eventually it's just they're gonna probably have a Triglavian version of every other ship that's in any other racial line. So I could see it eventually at some point.
And there's one other thing that CCP needs to do for Trigs, and that's give the Zenitra a T2 gun, a Colt XL, and Mystic XL. Because why it only has T1 ammo is still beyond me.
Zarmazd. I really want to start
Because
flying
they
those.
don't need to be even more powerful.
Yeah, but you have to pay more for them, so.
So
Money go up, ship get stronger.
Mhm.
Yes, that's how it should be.
Expensive ship more powerful, win more battles.
Yeah.
Yes, but to a certain degree, because more friends should ultimately be better than more money. In theory.
No. It is year is 2023. We pay
This
more.
is a capitalist society,
We
Vlad,
pay money
so
for power.
Yeah.
Use income for pleasure. No thanks.
No.
Wait.
That's what I do.
That sounds like visiting a house of ill repute.
He said come.
House of the
Me for
Rising
pleasure
Sun.
and your chicks for free.
speaking of,
On the topic of cum.
God.
there it is.
Oh, that every time you play that, I think it's actually Skyhawk like saying it for some reason.
It's great.
I mean, it is
using,
him, but I think
using
he's like
voices
actively saying
straight
it, yeah.
from the recording because it sounds like they're here on Discord.
I know.
Tiny Dick homies, hit me up.
Yep.
Hey, Ray.
And she's not even here.
She's not even here, but we can pretend.
I
I
can
know
almost
you
still-
get on Kill Mouse.
I can still hear her voice.
What the fuck?
Were you not here that night? That was the funniest fucking night ever.
No, I don't
is
think I
Rain in the
was.
room with you
I was
right now?
watching that night, I believe.
Oh,
was,
God,
um,
that
that
was
That was New Year's Eve, and she was
that
going a
New-
little.
yeah,
She was going a little harder than usual.
Oh no, I was on that night. I remember now.
Yeah, that was something else. It was like from within about a 15-minute period, we got like 8 soundboard things that are just solid gold.
We got sound effects. We got gifs.
Yeah,
we get
it's-
she blessed us that night.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, so my cat has decided to flop next to my chair. Should I give him a belly rub?
Yeah,
Of
obviously.
course, that's not
Yeah.
even a.
You always.
What kind of question is that?
What is it? What's down
You
there?
always give the
asinine.
cat a belly rub.
Well, for cats, it depends. If your cat, some cats, you do a belly rub and you lose your hand. Like, so there's
Yeah,
a lot
but
of cats do
that's a
not
risk-
like. They
that's
they
a
do
risk
not
you
like
always
like
take.
always pet the cat's head or the. But I mean, like belly rub. Some cats are. That's a no go zone.
My cat loves belly rub. She will
Same
like
as-
she'll
Some do,
turn over and
and-
she loves belly
That's
rub.
not how Lily Rose is completely just ambivalent to it. It's
Yeah,
really weird.
I've had cats that didn't care, and then I've had cats where it's like you try and touch their belly anywhere, and they just like
You-
latch
you
on
pull
and then
back-
just like go with the
you
kill
pull back a
strikes with
bloody
their
stump.
with their back feet. They just try to like slash your arteries open. It's like okay,
See, every
Nah,
time
my
we
cat is super chill. If you try to go for a belly rub, he will like turn his head and just headbutt you.
all right. So we got the 20 here. That's gone.
There's
Close
a,
that.
a video to go along with the mosaic. I can't remember if we linked this in the chat. I'll go ahead and do it.
Sweet. There's some deals on the 20th anniversary. Got some stuff in the shop.
Oh, be sure to log into the game, get into the New Eden store. There's 50,000 free skill points that you can claim.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, just go in the store. You don't have to pay anything. It's just 0
have to pay
plex
anything.
for free. 50,000 skill points.
Yep. While you're there, buy some skins.
While you're there, that's how they get you. That's how they
fucking
get you.
get you.
Cats. I want to call a shot.
Calling a
I-
shot?
Doing a shot for Skyhawk's cat.
Oh.
Kitty.
We'll do a shot for Skyhawk's cat.
R.I.P. little fella.
So what are these skins?
Thank you.
Gilded
Well.
Predator skins.
So
Yeah.
are these new skins?
I'm assuming.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Supposedly.
I've not heard Gilded Predator before.
Perhapsly.
No.
It's the Pimp My Ride skin.
Mm-hmm. We got Drake skins. We got Hero
Solid
skins.
gold
Ishtar
dames.
skins.
So this one I've had since he was a little baby, and he will let me. Oh, of course he's being a little wiggly. Let me hold him on his back like this and rub his belly, and he loves it.
Yeah, we could hear him purr.
Are these all the Tech 1 things? Was that like a MOA, not an eagle, right?
No, it's a Gila.
Oh, the Gila. Well, I see the Drake, Raven, Megathron.
Yep. The Drake and
Vex-
Gila and Ishtar. The Drake,
Vexer?
fucking no, it's an Ishtar.
Are you sure it's an Ishtar? It's not a Vexer?
It says in the list right below.
Oh, you're cheating. I'm just looking at the models. I mean,
Scroll down.
You're cheating by reading the
I'm just
ship
looking at
names.
the
How
model
dare you.
ships. I'm like, let me see if I know these
How
still.
dare you read?
Drake, Gila, Eagle, Ishtar, Raven, and Megathron skins. So you were correct when you said the Eagle because it's the same ship model.
So battleship
Right.
and battle cruiser.
One
Uh,
battle cruiser,
Drake battle cruiser,
two hacks, one pirate ship,
2 battleships.
two battleships.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and there's a tax haven for Capsuleers right now. Is it right now?
Tax. It's just free
Tax
tax.
haven.
50% reduction in sales tax cluster wide on new Eden
Oh
markets.
yeah, they do this for all. Don't they do this for all the Eve birthdays?
I think so. Yeah.
Not
They reduce the
always, I
tax
don't
payout,
think.
and then they increase the percentage chance of loot drops in PvP.
Yeah. So it's 75% right now until the end of May, I think.
These other
And
skins.
this,
Yeah, till the end of May.
Tax haven ends on the 9th of May. You have reduced taxes until 9 May.
These other skins
All
are
your
pretty
big
cool.
market decisions then.
Blue and red ones.
Do all your
These
market shit now.
Elite XX
Oh, that's
skin.
May 9th is also when the 50,000 SP leaves the NES.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
claim that as soon as you can.
It's also like a
It's
login
really
campaign
big.
going
So
on
you
right
can
now.
you can
Just
use
open-
the reduced taxes to buy a bunch of Plex off the market and then go in the New Eden store, claim your free points, and buy some of those Gilded Predator skins.
Biggity bang.
Boom.
Simple as that.
Simple
So
as
yeah,
that.
if you have not claimed your 50k free SP, it's just open the New Eden store. It's like the top offer.
Yeah, it's like right there.
50K SP for 0 Plex. You just buy it like anything else.
Thank you for the reminder. I'm going to go do that with all my accounts right meow.
All right, Meow.
What else is going on?
There's some bundles in the NES. 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. With Capsuleer Elite XX skins.
The
These
XX
are
ones look
the-
cool. I like
Yeah, the
those
blue
ones,
and
but
red.
yeah,
Blue and
I mean, I don't know
Kind
if
of
I'm
like the login background, blue and red, right? It's the
Yeah.
same on the ship.
yeah, it makes sense.
Did you guys
Yep.
watch the Pulse video already?
I have
I
watched the
did.
Pulse video.
At the end.
It's a good one. I really liked it. I have not watched the Scope video yet, though.
Oh, that's what I
Yeah,
watched.
me
I watched
neither.
the scope one, not the pulse one.
Oh, okay.
Or no,
What was?
I watched the pulse, not the scope. That's what.
Okay.
I don't know where I'm
same,
at.
same.
I'm watching
What's
I'm
even
watching
going
the
on?
scope.
Figure it out, man.
It's time to drink.
No, that's funny. It's like we can't keep.
I'm not
track.
used to there being a scope and a pulse
CCP
video at the same time.
CCP loves to give everything these weird ass names that we start to lose track of what's what.
I mean,
I need more margarita.
I
That's
was
what's
just
going
gonna
on.
blame it on Drayden being Drayden.
Like I
Yeah,
can
just-
remember the names of the expansions, but I can't remember a lot. Like
That's,
if you ask me to tell you what was in a certain expansion, I don't think I could tell you. But I remember.
I don't
the
remember most of the
some
names.
Easy to remember the big ones. Red Moon Rising and Apocrypha are like the two big.
Those are the
I-
two like big ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember most of it. It's just like people say like, "Oh, this one." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that name sounds familiar." And they're like, "This is when this patch came out." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." But it's like if you ask me to recite them, fuck, I could.
And it's
name
like
hardly any.
I think Red Moon Rising and Apocrypha were the two expansions that really kind of fundamentally changed how the game is played.
Yeah, I
for
think
a
I
lot,
came
for a lot
in.
of people.
I came in right like Crucible came out like a month after I started playing. That's all I know.
What was the one with Citadels? That would be another one as well. That was.
I think it was just
Citadel.
called Citadel. Yeah.
Citadel.
yeah, it was Citadel.
I know that one. The one with the T3 battle cruisers, like the tornadoes and Nagas and stuff. That's the
think that
patch
was-
I started
I
playing.
think that was Crucible.
No, Crucible I think was the one right after that. did something with bounty. No, I could be wrong.
Crucible was sort of a I don't want to call it a hot fix, but Crucible came in right after Incarna. I don't think Crucible was planned. Or wait,
Yeah, or not T3 battle cruisers, Val. Tier 3. Yeah, Tier 3. That's what they were. Tier 3. Because that's back when you had tiers of ships instead of the
Well, remember how the Tier 3 battle cruisers came out? That was from the Design Your Own Ship contest they did.
Oh, was it?
I think that was Crucible.
Yeah, that was a fun thing to come into because it was just like sniper tornadoes, sniper nagas, and then like blaster not megathrons, the blaster taluses. Like those are just those were the fleets. That's like everyone just used that shit. It was fucking awesome.
Well, the Naga
Shield blaster Talos.
The Naga was originally a missile boat on Sissy, and people were fitting it with like torps, and it was fucking nasty.
And then what was the? Oh, and then no one really used the Oracle. Like maybe for ratting, but the Oracle was. I mean, I'm not saying no one did, but you really didn't see Oracle fleets very much. It was mostly tornadoes and Nagas, but
they're good for structure bashing.
Yep,
yeah, because you don't have to worry about ammo.
Poco bashing and high sec.
Oh yeah, because Pocos and sovereignty blockade units, those were a thing too.
Oh, Dominion is another one of those big ones that fundamentally changed Eve, and then
Dominion. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah.
I miss Dominion Sov, and I'd much rather go back to it. I'll die.
Yeah, but the thing is, like during Dominion Sov, everyone hated it. That's the thing is, like everyone, like the new Sov system comes out and be like, oh, it's a new, and then everyone's like, it's crap, and like they always end up hating it. I mean, and then they'll be like, oh, this one was better. It's like, yeah, but if they went back to that, I bet everyone would still complain. Like if you went back to Dominion Sov, people would be mad still.
Dominion Sov though, but
I mean, you couldn't because Citadels weren't
auto repairs after a certain amount of time. Because the thing with Dominion Sov that sucked was having to rep everything. If it's uncontested and auto reps after like 15 or 30 minutes, people aren't going to complain.
So Val, they used to have tiers of ships. So, and the tiers were. This is before they did. There was a thing called tiericide, and they started doing tiericide with fittings and weapons, but also ships. So you would have like on the cruisers, you would have like I forget now, like I think the Stabber was like tier 1, and then you had like the Rupture was like tier 2, and like they were generally better as you got higher tier. And so the tier 3 battle cruisers were because there was tier 1 and 2, so you had like the Drakes and Feroxes and stuff like that. So they had tier 1 and 2s. Then you had the tier 3s, which were battle cruisers that could fit battleship guns, and so they were tier 3. Yeah. So and then they did tiericide, and they kind of just balanced all the ships to be not the same, but like kind of equal. Yeah.
Everything got a unique role, and there's trade-offs between them.
Yeah.
And so I think the best example really you can use is the mining ships, because like one's got the most space, one mines the fastest, one's the tankiest.
Yeah. And then you got the modules where it's like this one has the cheapest fitting, so it fits on your ship if you're tight on fitting space. This one is the best on cap usage. This one is this one is just the most powerful. So it's like they did all that with the modules too. So it was like a big I remember like it was like that was back when they were doing like expansions, but it's more like a new big update every 6 weeks or something like that. And they were just kind of doing new tiericides on like, okay, we're doing tiericides on these weapons and these modules this time, and then next time they do tiericide on these modules. And so it was like a process of like a year and a half where they eventually just tiericided everything in the game.
Not everything.
Yeah,
most things.
Yeah, they still haven't fit.
Remember on guns,
they were chipping away at it for a while.
It was either T1, Arbalest, or T2, and on guns it was either prototype, T1, or T2, and the other tiers you just never used because they weren't worth it.
Yeah. The tier 4, like that was the thing, like you had the tier 4 guns, which were really expensive, but they were almost as good as Tech 2 guns without needing the skills without needing like the level 5 skills for Tech 2 guns. So
one of the best things that CCP
I just remember the scout artillery. That's like
for guns is
for
allowing faction and officer guns to shoot T2, because it used to be they were really not that well used, because like for lasers, Scorch is OP. But if you ran an officer or a faction gun, you couldn't fit Scorch, so it was kind of useless. Now you can, and they're actually useful and very expensive. Yes, Tamper. Eve is 20 today.
I think tomorrow. Well, it's in your part of the world today.
Take-
Well,
technically
it's
today.
server time.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
we'll go with that.
for all
That
intents and
gaming
purposes,
experience
Eve is now
stuff,
20
like-
years old. Yes.
It's like 0200 in Iceland right now, so yeah.
Shot to that again.
Shots to 20 years.
Bam.
What else is
It's like
going
the
on in
Jade
the
anniversary or
Eve
something.
news?
I don't even remember.
We got
Um,
an-
It
speaking
would
of
be interesting if it was
expansions, we got
Jade,
an
'cause they're
expansion
calling it
coming.
Viridian or whatever, some kind of green sounding name.
Viridian.
Viridian?
Like Viridian City. And
Fucking
wait,
weeb.
anyone
so-
else Pokemon.
Just waiting for
Eve's-
someone to say it.
Fucking weeb.
Eve's going green.
We're going green, baby.
Yeah.
Renewable energy. They're
They're
powering
powering.
it with the hot
they're
springs.
going to power
Choose
TQ solely on solar power now.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, have you seen the smoke and exhaust coming out of like the exhumers and the mining barges? It's just
Yeah.
like horrendously causing galactic warming and shit.
It's terrible for the universe.
Yeah.
Won't someone think of the children?
I think it's funny like, when you're in the
Yeah,
warp.
What about
no,
us?
that,
It's
that
about the
raises
next
a
generations that
question
we're
though.
ruining it
Like,
for.
so Eve, within the Eve universe, we've mastered faster than light communication.
We've actually managed faster than light travel too.
Technically, yeah, faster
Like
than
way
light
fast,
travel.
like thousands of times
But-
faster.
but I'm assuming we're not using renewable energy because, yeah, you're right. The amount of exhaust and like all that black smoke that comes off of those mining ships.
I know it's funny because like when you're in
that's
warp, it still
clearly
comes out like it's
fossil
like
fuels.
it comes out like there's no wind. It's just like it's like if
yeah.
I was going if I was going this fast, you wouldn't even see it come out. It would just be like light years in behind you.
You know what?
Not light
You
years,
know
but
what?
Well, you
the
also
physics.
gotta remember that the cluster is fucking run by the corporations. They don't give a fuck about the environment.
The
True.
physics of New Eden are unknown to us. Actually,
I know
that's
we're- I
not
know we're all
true
in
either. Max
submarines.
Singularity has been doing a pretty damn good job of working out all the physics of New Eden, like putting it all into a real world context. It's really cool.
Remember
Yeah, we're in
Pegs
submarine.
from that Vegas presentation he did?
yeah, that was fun.
What?
The Pegs, which is why I think it was
Pegs, yeah. Pegs.
Which is why you have drag.
Why you have drag in space, yeah.
I really liked the one where he was able to just talk about the mission that JPL was doing, and he got permission from his boss like the night before that he could disclose it. So we were like the first people that got the information, include like it was before it was released to the public everywhere.
Wait, what
so-
was this?
The one he did about
The-
how
the-
we were loading the universe.
It
That
was
It was the presentation for the SLS.
No, not the SLS. It was the presentation for the mission that was going to go grab the asteroid. It was called something else before, but it was called the
that
ARM.
one,
It was
yeah.
called the ARM mission, but then they renamed it to whatever it's called. Dart? No, I don't think it was Dart. It was I don't know. It's the
Dodge
one.
Dart.
It just came back. It was the one that like went to the asteroid, grabbed a chunk, and then came back, and we just got the sample back like last year, I think.
Little grabby boy.
Mission.
Graboids.
Grapple.
That's what the
I can't
mission
remember
was
what
called,
the-
Grabby Boy.
That was the
Mission Grabby
internal
Boy.
name for it. I saw it on people.
Yeah, I think it was originally called ARM, like
Grabby-
asteroid
Grabby McGrabface.
asteroid recovery mission or asteroid something mission, but then they renamed it to
Rock,
something else.
Operation Rock Groper.
Yeah.
grab him in the
I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't gonna go there.
grab him by the asteroid.
Yeah, that was cool. And I think that was the one where he brought the old Mars, like the
hey.
original prototype for the Mars rover, and was
you.
like driving
Thank
over
you.
people with
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Osiris Rex, yes. Thank you, Sea Shuffle. That's yeah. So it was Osiris Rex. That mission was originally called ARM when it was first being developed.
So they didn't launch 2 space shuttles, one with Bruce Willis and one with Ben Affleck on it.
No.
Can't be
Not
done with
this one.
scientists and engineers. You need good old boys. And
Need the good
drillers.
old blue collar guys.
And Liv Tyler's somewhere with her
And
dad singing
Aerosmith.
songs.
But
Oh,
then
Liv
they
Tyler.
say like, why didn't you
close
just teach astronauts how to drill? He was just like, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, Ben Affleck.
I'm just trying to
can't
make a
just
fun
learn this
movie, okay?
overnight.
Shut up.
Takes years and
It's
years
like one
of
those movies that's so
training
bad
and
it's good.
It's kind of like what was it, the Martian, that movie with Matt Damon when he gets stuck on Mars, and they're
Oh,
like,
the
you know, at the
Martian.
Bothers me.
at the,
love
at
that
the very
movie.
beginning, there's like a storm on Mars that like that's what gets them all separated. Mars has too weak of an atmosphere to even. And
In reality,
they
yeah.
talked to the director, and he's like, "Look, it just looks cool, all right? They needed some kind
It's
of
like the
thing to
story
get them all
flows better if we just do
separated.
this.
It's
They
like
needed to separate them out. Like something, messes them up. So they just needed to have some kind of storm, even though it's not
it's
scientifically
almost
possible.
like you need to kind of
Hollywood,
create
not Mars
you need to
propaganda.
create some fiction in order to create drama to tell a story.
Yeah, I just
wow.
love how the
just go to a
directors
different
are like,
planet.
"Look."
Imagine that.
It's like, "Look, I made it up. Okay, it just look cool, all right?"
Yeah.
Shut
I mean,
up.
the
You want to
way-
make a movie?
My favorite accident in space movie is still Gravity, and I know it's not a popular
saw
movie
it.
for
Oh,
many.
It's good, but it
I
stresses
really
me
like
out
that.
so bad, and I'm like, how on earth do all of these systems not have redundant catch? Like so many things went wrong, and I was like,
Oh
wow.
yeah, it was bad. Well, and I loved seeing that movie in 3D. I think it was the first 3D movie I saw in theaters that I like just really, really appreciated what the 3D brought to the movie.
And I love all the people who are saying like, it's so inaccurate. Like when she comes out of the pod and she's like, she's only wearing like a tank top under her astronaut suit. Like that one, I'm like, dude, just let it go. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for the origin of life coming out of the ocean.
There's some things like the storm on Mars in The Martian that I can forgive. It's like, yeah, because you need something to kickstart the story. I'll let that go. But your point about the redundant systems in Gravity, that's a major thing that I have a hard time overlooking.
Yeah, it's like how else
Because
is they let so many bad things just go to shit?
Yeah.
And then like, I mean, I get it's for the movie. Like they just need a lot of things
I
to go to shit. But it's like
understand. Yeah.
it's kind of hard for that many things. So
But it's almost like they would have they should have consulted.
You
I'm
gotta
sure
have-
they did.
You got to have plot devices. That's why so many cars
Yeah.
just don't work
But
on horror movies.
it's
But like, it's
just-
like you would never have that.
Are we
horrible luck
we're
with
gonna get into a
cars.
discussion of what
Oh, The
constitutes a plot hole and what doesn't. Because everybody wants to call everything a plot hole, and not
I
everything
really
is a plot
liked
hole.
The Expanse.
The Expanse was. I haven't seen the last season, but fuck, I liked that show.
Yeah, me neither. But I used to we all used to watch it together. There was a group of us, and I thought it was so good.
I
And,
like that they
I
do
love
take.
the random little bits of just funny things. Like they don't take themselves too seriously.
I do like that they really that show over most other sci-fi shows really makes a strong effort to take actual physics into account, and they do a pretty good job. They get a lot of it right. There's little things you could nitpick, but honestly, as far as TV and Hollywood goes, like fuck, can't complain about that show. It's
Yeah,
pretty damn good.
Holden, which I always think as Jon Snow in space. Like he gets that same kind of look that Kit Harington does. A
Yeah.
little pointy look. And he's the big honorable man
You're
that everybody
boyish.
loves, and he's like, I don't want it.
Yeah, you got to have somebody who's like the best candidate for a leader that doesn't want to be a leader.
I like
How do you know
Amos.
they're the
best?
Amos is such a
Hero.
cool character. Like I love the whole joke. It's like, who's your favorite character in The Expanse, and why is it Amos? It's like,
Yeah,
it is.
I like it was like
actually,
the first season when I don't know, at some point the characters were exposed to the radiation, and the one guy, I forget his name, but he sees the girl, he thinks he sees the girl, and he's looking up at her, and they look up again, and it's like actually Amos, and he's like, y'all look like shit.
Oh yeah.
Because they're all like radiation poisoning, and he's like hallucinating, thinks he sees the beautiful girl, and now it's just Amos
It was,
looking down on him like, y'all look like shit.
It was Holden and the detective guy. I forget his name.
Yeah.
I feel like we're not drinking enough.
Yeah.
For
That's true,
celebrating
we're
a
all
birthday,
off of
we're
Eve.
not drinking enough.
The
And
old
what's
noir
her face?
detective from.
There's the actress who I like.
I really
I
like.
can't remember any of their names now, but it's like
I really like Drummer.
Drummer.
Drummer is
yes.
so fucking like.
Also, I'm like obsessed with that actress because like her cheekbones are so high. I'm just.
It's weird because you see behind the.
She's First Nations Canadian, so of course, like I just always think like, oh, her cheekbones. Okay, continue.
Well, she it's weird because you see like behind the scenes stuff in the show. I thought the accent I thought that was just like she had an accent. No, when you listen to her talk, she is so different from Drummer in real life, and she's like the most bubbly, giggly person ever. And then she
Oh,
plays
okay.
drummer, and she's like this hard ass, just
Oh yeah, I was
fucking
about to
like
say, like she's a combo of a bunch of different characters because like you have a limit on how many characters you want to throw into your show. So I know a lot of times they
It's
just
like a
like
boy band
combine a
recipe.
bunch of people. Like we need to save some time on this.
yeah. Drummer's a badass. Amos is a badass, and then who's that other guy from the belt? The guy that takes over the
Yeah,
captain
don't
of
be
the.
spoiling the show. Let's go back to
Okay.
It's been out for years now.
It's-
You
yeah,
need to get over it.
it's like I'm
I
spoiling
I've
shit.
can't
never
That's
even
seen
like,
remember
it.
their names. It
I'm
doesn't
spoiling
even
shit
matter.
that's like 8 years old. I mean, I don't know if it's spoilers anymore, but yeah, that's so Viridian, new expansion.
Oh yes,
Mm,
Avasarala
So we know
or
about T2 Caps. What
Shore
else did they announce?
Agadashlu. I probably butchered her name, but that's the name of the actress, and
Is that the name of the T2 Dreads or?
It sounds like an Eve ship name.
she's Iranian, so that's
Fuck. Primary is the Akadashu. Get him.
That
The
sounds pretty cool.
Akadashu. That could
that's
totally
my
be a ship
attempt at
name.
her name. But like
That's
you,
the
That'll be
new.
one of those
you
triangle
always
ship.
know whatever
That's
movie she's in.
Triglavian
You're like, that's
Marauder.
her because
Yeah.
she has that super deep, gravelly voice, but it's so good. Gravelly.
So
I
kinda
need
like
bubbles on
Shrek.
the Akanashu.
Yeah, that's what Iranian
So-
names sound like.
Viridian. Eve Viridian.
yeah.
Viridian.
It's gonna be
Wait,
green.
Space.
Maybe
other
that means they're
different
gonna dial back
space.
scarcity more, and we'll actually start making money. I don't know.
Or is this
Eve
green?
Online Viridian will empower Capsuleers with new tools, personalization options, and social-driven content,
Oh,
providing more
structure skin.
avenues for new and existing players to forge relationships, to fly and work together for the glory of their corporation.
Mm.
I'm sorry, that just sounds like a lot
20
of
years later, and we're finally doing
That was
something
like
about
corporate
corporations.
buzzwords.
Can we?
I don't know what that means.
Want
guys
to
are so
buy
negative.
corp roles
No, I just don't understand what it means.
please?
the
What it
one big
means
thing,
is
though, that
They're going to
about-
come out with some sort of way to set objectives for your corp mates so that they can work towards something and you can reward them with things.
That sounds cool as fuck.
That's actually cool as
if I'm
fuck.
being honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe
like
more
almost like a
ways
little
you can tax
contract system, or make a questing
yeah.
system or
Really
something.
point taxes for FW. That's been a big thing.
I
that's
saw,
been asked for.
yeah, I saw they were kicking around an LP tax, which is I know something Angry Mustache was advocating for, like more alliance or corporate, like more governmental ways to tax your people so that you can actually provide things like
course.
SRP services.
Of
and all that
course.
bullshit.
Sounds like
Just remember,
fucking commie
taxation
talk.
without representation.
Aren't so? When
It's
I saw
ours.
the
Big
LP,
government up in my pocket.
when I saw the LP tax thing, I was like, seriously, LP tax? But apparently, this is something that people have wanted for a while.
It
For
is.
Fact War Corps especially, because they do a lot of their rewards are in LP. So because they don't like rat or run sites that will pay out in ISK where you can tax.
Okay.
Like
They're
the
trying
group
to get
can't
LP
provide any
tax.
services without it just being like a donation base or like a
Okay.
drain.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not every corp is a good corp that provides services for your taxes, but like part in my, just as a side theory, part of the reason we see these fucking mega groups and mega alliances and stuff is because things like SRP and stuff helps a lot of new players get their foot into
Sure.
bigger activities. And
Mhm.
new guys on the block who want to start their own corp, which is almost everybody at some point, they can't compete with any of those services because the taxes in this game kind of suck. And like you shouldn't have to need taxes. Like I run a very small corp and people just donate shit left and right because we're small and we all know each other for a fuck long time. But like you can't expect some new guy to be like recruiting people and them donated, but you know, then people are gonna think it's a scam or something. So like I don't know. Taxes are necessary if you provide things for your taxes. I used to just keep hangars stocked with like common T2 mods, some implants, you know, ammo, all this shit that like when people are like, I can't find such and such on the market, I'm like, look in the core hanger, dude. Like I provide all this shit because you guys just trickle in taxes. And like I want to feel good about it.
I was just gonna say, it just occurred to me. Maybe I've been lucky. I've never been a part of a corp that didn't provide shit like that for me. So
Comes
is
on the
that,
backs of somebody's money or effort.
I understand like somebody's putting in the work somewhere, but I don't know. It just occurred to me. It sounds like that would be really shitty to be part of a corporation that like didn't support its members like that.
Oh no.
I'm sure there's some like that. There's
There-
probably
and
some very
yeah,
like libertarian
I guess
people out
it
there that
never
are just
occurred
like,
to me.
do
There's
all
got to
your
be
own
corps
shit.
out there like that, but yeah,
No,
I've,
I mean I know several of them. Like
okay.
I know an alliance that literally runs that way actually. But
They just expect
also,
their members to everybody pull your own weight and that's it.
yeah,
I've-
yeah, essentially. Now the coalition does offer, like, if you lose your ship on a coalition thing, you'll still get SRP. But at the alliance level, at least, like, it's for the most part, yeah, it's you're responsible for your own shit.
Yeah, the reality, I mean, funny that we're talking about this because this has kind of been I don't want to say a hot topic because this is a bullshit topic narrative for this last war, but the topic came up again of landlords and renting and how it's terrible for the game, this, that, and the other. And it's like a lot of alliances and corps and things like that do provide services. Like I used to rent a moon from NC out in Venal. NC had this moon that they never showed up to as a real high-end moon. They just sat on it a lot. They saw me mining in the area a lot, and at some point somebody reached out and was like, "Hey man, do you want to mine this moon?" And I was like, "Yes." And they were like, "Okay, kick us however much a month." And I was like, "Okay, whatever. I guess I'm renting this moon from you." And at some point, I had a really cool relationship with that particular landlord. It was one of the Van Diemen's guys, one of the Australians. And at some point, I was like, "So what do you guys do with this?" Just curious, like how NC runs. And at this point, I was in NC a long ass time ago. But he was like, we like provide everybody's isotopes and shit like that. He was like, we just have like little perks and shit that we use the income from all this stuff for. And I was like, oh, that's kind of nice, because I know that's a capital heavy group. And I'm like, oh, nobody ever worries about isotopes. What a nice little feature.
Well, and on the other side, you have a pure communist corpse of, I think when he first
Rikoku?
started. Well, when he first started, I think that was more common, but there's really only been, in my experience, one communist corp that's been able to survive, and that's Evolution.
I thought Rikoku used to be commie as well.
I am not sure.
Although Rikoku didn't survive, if I recall. I think they pretty much mothballed at this point. But Evil is still around.
Dead.
Yeah, they died.
My corp
not
is
long
like
after they bounced
either
out of
commie or
Iceland.
socialist, but I'm an ignorant American, so I don't know the difference.
Yeah, like Evolution, for instance, was a pure communist. Like when you joined Evolution, at least back in the day, I don't know how much that's relevant now, is once you passed your trial and you were a full member, you basically took all but like a token amount of your assets in ISK and you donated to the corp, and you were given whatever you needed. So like if you're a dread pilot,
everybody worked out of a core hanger essentially.
Exactly. So also
which
though,
is beautiful. That's what
never
my
need
small corp
anything.
kind of can do. Like we're all pretty much directors because I've flown with all these guys for like 5+ years. So it's like, well, if and when we get robbed, like, that's gonna suck. But like,
yeah, and it can
everybody
work
just
if
can
there's
touch it.
if there's an extreme amount of trust between everybody. Like in other games I play, like my organization Dual Universe was a bunch of very close knit people, and we ran a pure communist org because everybody basically, if you needed something, you just asked one of the indie people and they'd build it for you, no questions asked. But also, if you needed to go mining, all right, everybody jumps in the mines, helps out. And like I know Evol used to do that with like whenever they need to build capitals, or was okay, we need everybody to go mining. Literally everybody in the corp would log in, go mine, dump all the minerals in, and they'd build dreads. And oh, you're a dread pilot? Okay, we're on an op. We need 5 dreads. Okay, just grab one out of the corp, grab one out of the dread hangar, or have a director give you one.
Just makes me think of that.
What time zone?
Independence
is that,
Day.
They were Euro because Molly is Swedish.
I want to hear your reference, Drayden.
Just the the Independence Day Will Smith and stuff, where it's like they're handing dreads out, and you just got the old guy at the end. He's like, "I can fly. I'm a pilot."
Randy Quaid.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Into an F-18 he goes.
I was like, "Yep."
Hey, sir, I flew Vietnam.
Hello, boys.
The aliens abducted me. They stuck things up my asshole.
What's that actor's name? He's crazy
Randy
as
Quaid.
fuck. Randy Quaid. That dude is batshit insane.
He was a crop duster, and somehow, like you said, was flying what F-16s or whatever you said.
He flew
Yeah,
stuff in.
F-18s.
Didn't he fly in like Vietnam or something?
He flew in Vietnam. That's
He
why
was
he got
underqualified, and he was an alcoholic.
Although Vietnam,
He
they
had
didn't
no
have
business
F-18s. I mean, Vietnam, they had what? I don't think they had F-14s in
F4s.
Vietnam. They had
I
F-4s,
mean,
yeah.
it's like riding a bike. If you can drive a 1956 Volkswagen fucking Beetle, you can drive an F-18.
Yeah, it's like the Top
Learn
Gun
how
2
to-
thing.
learn how to
Top Gun
drive
2 thing,
stick.
they get in the F-14. He's like, how fucking old is this? He's like looking at all the dials. He's like, what the fuck is this plane?
Actually,
he
just
flew
on that,
before glass cockpits, so.
on this topic, just because I'm curious, raise your hand on the stream, and Vlad, I guess you'll have to say it. If you know how to drive a stick shift.
I actually own a stick shift car right now.
I
love
haven't
you,
driven
Brad.
one
Yeah, I
in
drive
like
stick.
15 years, so I'm sure I'd kind of do like the but like I know how.
think
It would
that's
just probably take me a little bit to get back used to it, but I wouldn't need to be told how to do it.
Yeah, it's riding a bike.
last car
I
that's
had
got
a stick shift car when I was in high school. I drove a stick shift for like 3 years, so I know how.
When I bought my current car, I went out of my way to like make sure I bought still a stick shift, and they're getting harder and harder to fucking find.
That's
What did you
true.
buy?
I mean,
I work in-
automatics are
First,
so easy. Like it's kind of like I know a lot of people enjoy
then they're
the stick
getting
shift
really
thing, but it's
good.
like automatics they're just so easy, and you have a free hand that you don't need to shift with.
Yeah, you're gonna
If-
fucking
if-
text with
if
it, you piece of shit.
No, I don't
If
text
I
with it.
if
I'm
I'm
not saying
in this,
you, but America.
if I'm in the situation where I
American.
have to drive myself to work in the middle of a blizzard where the roads are absolute trash, I would much prefer to have direct control of my RPMs.
Mhm.
It's
So,
nice
Stefan,
also
what did
passing
you
people on
buy?
the freeway.
I've got a Ford Fiesta, one of the last years that they actually were like.
Is it one of the like the RSs, RTs, or any of those? Because those are kind
It's,
of cool.
it's nothing super special.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would rather
The
have
first-
a automatic because the shifting is so quick. You don't have that like when you're shifting, you don't have that like thing where you have to like let on because like when you're letting the
Your
clutch out,
actual human
when you're
lag
letting
time.
when you're letting the clutch out and putting the gas in, like that could cause it to spin.
You don't have to do that.
Well,
You don't
Drayden,
have to
they
do
do
You
that.
don't.
have-
You can dry shift or whatever it's called, but it's bad.
Well,
Nah, it's
my
good.
car actually has
It's
the
good.
shift. So it actually, because it's a throttle by wire, you just keep the gas buried, and when you put the clutch in a shift, it'll just briefly blip the throttle automatically while you shift. It also has a hill start feature where it'll automatically hold the brake when you let off the brake to let the clutch out, and that is fucking glorious.
That was the one.
That caught me off. That really caught me off guard because I didn't realize that was a feature in my car. And then like stopping at a red light, I was like, why am I not rolling backwards right now?
Yeah, that's something I would have liked because that was probably my biggest thing with stick shifts is like
rolling in hills
If
and
you're
stuff,
like if
yeah,
you're
suck.
stopped at a stoplight or something like that, and you're like on a downhill backwards, and it's like the light turns green, you're like. You gotta
Don't
fucking
ride my ass, you
cram the
piece of shit.
gas
I
so you
don't
don't
wanna roll
roll
into
back into the person behind you.
You don't do the.
Yep.
You don't do the handbrake.
Why would
No,
you
I
hand
just
brake?
I like
No.
to slap the
You,
brake.
so you
Just
when
be
you're
quick
on the
with your
hill,
fucking foot,
you're on the
got
hill
it.
at the red light. You put the handbrake on, and then you can just fucking shift into first and take off. And then as you're moving forward, you take the handbrake off.
No, I didn't do that. I just went
No
from the
rolling
brake.
backwards.
I went from the brake. Went
Good to go.
Too smart, I never
and
tried
just,
it.
like, tried to gut it. So I was like, I can't roll back. So just gut it forward.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
get
it's
it.
just
think
too-
so. LB, I think when
Look
my
like an
mom was
asshole for a
teaching
second.
me how to drive a stick shift when I was in high school, I think we got into a fight and I kicked her out of the car before she got
While
to
it
that
was
part.
moving.
Okay.
No,
Wow.
no. So,
Did
so
you
when
use
my
the
mom,
handbrake,
I
or
was
did you?
when I,
Or
no,
mom?
when I,
moving?
so when I was like 16, I got a car that was a stick shift, and I knew how to drive at that point, but not stick shift. So my mom took me out for a couple hours to like teach me, and it did not go well. It devolved into, by the end of it, us literally yelling at each other. I'm pretty sure that's the first time I ever swore at my mother too, out of frustration. But
Nice.
finally, we went back to the house, and like, just she got out of the car, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go. And I went, and I put myself into sink or swim.
Scott, I sent you a picture of the car I bought.
So the thing with
Oh, that's
modern
pretty.
transmissions is they've gotten really good. So there was a time in evolution of vehicles, as far as I gather, and I don't know this for a fact, but I'm assuming, where manual transmissions were preferred for things like motorsport and stuff because you could
Yeah.
get better results out of them. Transmissions have gotten so good, and especially things with like dual clutch transmissions and stuff like that, that automatic vehicles are outdoing manual vehicles in speed tests and things like that. So like purists are the ones that want manuals, like people who like
Yeah.
motorsports and things like that. But if you actually want to just win and things like that, like automatic transmissions have gotten silly good. But it,
I'm
mean,
still
for a lot of people, they
convinced.
want the driving experience, like if they're into
Yeah.
like fast cars and shit. And so that's why people still want stick shift cars.
My
They're just
my
disappearing.
damn
Fuck all that.
hybrid Toyota Camry picks up so damn fast. It scared me the first time I did it.
Electric motors, all torque as soon as you start them.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like if you want speed, like
For
I,
me,
I don't know. Like I can drive a manual. I hate doing it, but I can if I absolutely need to. But I don't know. Automatic is just the way to
Yeah,
go.
I'm-
It's
I'm
just-
always-
so
I've
it's
always
I've been
heard that
driving
manuals
these.
are better for like
It's just
power and
so
speed.
easy to
but
drive an automatic.
Fuck,
Why
man.
bother with all the hassle of a manual?
if
So
you
here's
know
the thing:
how
there's
to
two
drive,
different things there.
If you know how to
There's-
drive a manual really well, you will get a little bit better still. Not much anymore because they're closing the gap, but you will get better. You can get better mileage. And again, like I said earlier, for me, it's really the driving experience in the snow, particularly because you can control your torque and RPMs way better.
So there's
Yeah,
two
I
different
mean,
First new
aspects there.
car
There's
I
your
bought.
commuter, your easy car where I want to have a fucking hands free and I may be like when I road trip, I would love to be in my automatic vehicle. This last road trip that I took up to Connecticut and back, I was driving my stick for the first time on a road trip. It's not great. There's no cruise control.
Oh, you got you're rich. You got 2 vehicles.
I
Man,
do.
can I have some
I'm an
money?
American.
Stick doesn't
Don't
have
we all have
Kakarot,
multiple
can I have some
vehicles?
money?
I drove 2 20-plus-year-old Toyotas.
I got 2 vehicles.
Ah,
My
I'm
I'm both
car,
both
rough around the edges, but
my
the
car,
Toyotas,
and my
so
feet.
They run.
Is
Um,
it rich
I
to
have a
have
4Runner.
2 cars?
I have a 98 4Runner and
Yeah.
an 02 Tacoma. And
How
they
many
have the same
incomes?
engine.
Well,
It's-
so you're
If
saying
you're not, if you're single and have 2 cars, you're rich.
I
Well, so-
think,
so,
if,
okay,
yeah, if you're
so
single and you
I-
have 2 cars, that's too
I-
much money.
Yep.
I'm
last-
terribly sorry, gentlemen. I'll have to leave.
Oh, be safe, Malcolm.
I
Bye.
spent most
Cars as
of well,
well, so.
that I guess I spent most of 2021 rich because when I bought this car in January 2021, they only offered me $100 for my Toyota Celica 6-speed, which was a fun as fucked car to drive, but I had to let it. I couldn't keep driving it because of too much rust on the frame, and it was becoming a problem. And
if
it
it
had
still ran, you
200.
could sell it for at least $1,000.
I ended up selling it 8 months later for like 800.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, so like, but I had 2 cars for a chunk of the year, and that car was 20, almost
But
20
that was
years
more out
old.
of that sounds like it was more out of necessity. Right?
I could have let it go, but technically, I own 2 cars for
I
most
just
of the
think
year.
like
That's why I own
unless
2 cars,
unless
too.
you're
My
like an
transmission went out
auto
on my 4Runner.
enthusiast, unless that's like your hobby, unless that's like your thing, and if you're single and you have 2, like why if you're one person, why do you need 2 vehicles? That just
so
seems
I can tell you-
indulgent.
So
'Cause
I
my
can
4Runner
well,
broke down.
I can tell you, Manic, and actually I was about to say that this isn't being indulgent, but now I'm realizing the more I think about this absolutely is indulgent, but at a level you're not prepared for. I could totally justify me having 2 vehicles. One, super fuel efficient commuter vehicle, okay, for getting to and from work,
Road trips,
whatever,
etc.
normal things. And then a truck just so I can put my own boat in and out of the water.
I could see like
now
The
you have
utility vehicle.
yeah, I can see like if you have boat or trailer,
fucking
you just
1%
muted,
over
you just
here.
got muted, man. But
He's
I
got
was
me
gonna say
beat. I
the
don't
other
know.
thing I can
I-
see
well,
like
I
Jesus
don't-
fucking
don't own-
Christ,
It's like if you had
Skyhawk,
a-
get the fuck
if
out
you-
of
if you
here.
had-
I don't currently own a boat, but I did actually from when I was 21 to 25 until I moved to Michigan. Basically,
you owned
I
a
did.
boat in your early 20s?
It
What
wa-
life do
yes.
you
Give me
lead?
some money
So-
bags
so-
right here.
so
A
dude.
rowboat.
So
What's wrong
me-
with that?
Yeah, it's
You
like
can't
a
own a
16-foot tin
fucking
boat
boat.
with a trolley
the,
motor.
the true story is actually really cool and fun. So one of my best friends in life owned a sailboat, a 21-foot sailboat, and he had an incident with it where the mast snapped. He sold it as is to me and another best friend of mine who I jokingly refer to as my lesbian wife. Because we owned property together and we lived in the same building for a while. So like we were married, but we each paid $500, so $1,000 for the boat, and then another $1,000 for me. And I had to go to Milwaukee. This is when I lived in Madison, Wisconsin. Bought a new mast for the boat, and then to bring it back to Madison, which is like an hour and a half drive, we took a friend of mine's Volkswagen diesel Bug with a
You-
trailer behind it.
Oh, I was like, you
Heck-
put a mast on a bug?
No, yeah, we took a boat trailer, hooked it up to a diesel Volkswagen yellow Bug, drove to Milwaukee, picked up a 26-foot mast, put it on the trailer to the point where looking straight up through the windshield in the front seat, you could see the front of the mast like sticking over
That's
the front
really
of the car.
funny.
Yeah, somewhere I know I've got pictures, but we brought it back. I had to cut it down to size, do all sorts of fun math, and I basically made the boat work again. And then we sailed that in Wisconsin for a couple years until I moved here. and we
That's
had to
pretty
sell
cool.
it.
That's
That's
pretty
helpful.
cool.
The other
Red
situation
line.
I could see. Oh,
Red
Red
line, we're
line.
talking about boats.
oh,
good
Shots,
heavens,
shots
I've
for Redline.
arrived.
Redline, do a shot with
I
us, bro.
also own 2 cars and a boat.
Well, look
So
at
I have
you're
a
married
Mustang.
though,
rich
so you could be like
motherfuckers.
one
Listen,
car is
I'm
yours, one car is your
serious. Can I have
wife's,
some money?
and then you
Can I
guys
just-
split the
You
boat.
guys just like loan me a few $1,000s. I got some debts I need to pay off.
Get a
Yeah.
small loan.
No,
of
I have
money.
money to afford nice things because I don't load it out.
I love how I have two 20-plus-year-old
He's not wrong.
beaters, and Manic's still making me feel like
I
a
have
terrible
money
person
because I'm
about it.
not giving it to you. It's-
Just give me money.
Oh,
Just give me. Come on. Come on. Why not?
I think each of my vehicles cost $5,000.
I'm gonna send you some Monopoly money, Manic.
I have almost paid off my backyard. I'm so close to paying off my backyard.
I haven't paid off
I'll
anything.
I'll send you $10,000. How's that?
I'll take $10,000.
Okay, dude, I'll give you my
I just
PayPal
want one
right
of his
now.
thousands.
It'll be
Give
10.
him-
But you didn't. I didn't say what country dollars though. It'll be 10,000.
Give me
Zimbabwe
any
dollars.
country's
Oh,
currency.
shut up.
I love
You
foreign
said
currency.
dollars. Everybody knows
Dollars.
dollars means American dollars.
I didn't say that. I said Zimbabwe.
Everybody, when you say
I'm not good
dollars
for it.
I would take
colloquially
10,000
and
Canadian
common
dollars.
parlance,
I would
if you
take
say
10,000
dollars, everybody
Australian
knows you
dollars.
mean American dollars. I keep
We've
hitting this
got him
fucking mic.
on recording.
Strictly speaking,
In
most states, that's a
when
verbal
you say
contract.
when you say common parlance,
parlance.
strictly speaking, when you say common parlance, that could be geographically dependent.
Oh, God damn it! Shut up! I
If
want
you
my
don't
money.
send
I just
us-
want my money.
I'm just
Even
gonna do a
some
Twitch
foreign
giveaway.
currency,
We're gonna
I'm
do a
gonna
Twitch
hold it against
giveaway, and whoever wins, Vlad's gonna send you $10,000 US. All right, so let me get this set.
No,
up.
it'll be 10,000
Sounds good to me.
Zimbabwe dollars from the biggest era of the hyperinflation.
You'll
You
get
can't go back. You can't give-
10,000
You can't give
10,000
people money from
Ugandan
back in
dollars.
time. Like,
Which so it'll be worth like 0.2 of a cent.
Yeah, 10,000 Ugandan dollars is probably like 20 cents in American.
I was just thinking Zimbabwe dollars because that was like 16 million to one at like
Oh,
one point.
Zimbabwe dollars. Yeah.
damn. I'd probably rather
Anyway.
have Fisk.
So honest question. I have a Mustang and I have a truck. Do you think? And they actually have uses for them because, like, if I need to get dirt, I'm not going to put it in my fucking Mustang. It's going to go in the fucking truck.
What a pussy.
They have uses.
Oh, you afraid of getting a little dirt in your Mustang, Vlad? Oh,
Little
come
dirty
on.
old
Don't you wanna get the
Mustang.
dirt?
I don't want to get dirt in my
Yes.
Mustang.
Oh, my Mustang's gonna get dirty.
You posh motherfucker.
So what's the use for the Mustang then? it's not your
on
dirt,
your
then
own-
obviously
Yeah,
not
if you're
hauling
not
dirt.
hauling
Sick
dirt
jumps.
around, then why do you have a Mustang?
Yeah, like there's
It
Doing
hauls
sick
things.
jumps.
It hauls ass. That's what it
Here's
does.
the thing, Vlad.
See?
If you
you
put
haul an
sick
ass
fucking
in a
jumps.
Mustang.
If you put bags of soil, like let's say some potting soil in the trunk of your Mustang, you would get better rear grip. We're trying to help you, and you're being shitty about it.
Rear grip.
I have launch
Yeah, you
Rear
need grip. It's a
grip.
rear-wheel drive
Rear.
car.
I'll give you
And
some.
Mustangs-
I'll give you a rear grip.
Mustangs
What
are
are you guys
notorious for
talking
getting
about?
squiggly.
Just-
I don't know,
This
man.
is the
It's
most
stuff about-
random shit I've ever
It's
encountered.
not about-
Redline,
we were
Redline.
talking
We're
about
trying.
talking
We're
about
trying to talk
cars.
about.
I don't
I've
know
been trying to
anymore.
talk about Eve all night.
Just
These
for a
fuckers
rear
want to talk
grip, are
about
you,
their
bud?
cars and their boats.
Just for a
They're
rear
My
grip.
first-
I have spun
My
the
first
tires
new
in
car
third gear coming out
was a-
onto the major highway.
2001 Honda Civic SI. And I lived my life a quarter mile
Hell
at a time.
yeah! Hell yeah,
Right.
It
son.
was
It's
so
all about
much
family.
fucking fun.
Big dog.
My first car was a 1985 Ford
Redline, what are you
Tempo.
drinking?
Fucking
I've
A.
never had a front-wheel drive car.
I don't have anything right now.
You gotta have a. You said you had a 40. You said you were bringing a
Yeah, what
40
happened
on
to
the
your
show.
Yeah, I said
Dude, you
I
can get them
said
for like
it.
$1.
You gotta get
$1.50.
on cam, Redline.
Where's your 40, bud?
I'm
Where's your
sorry?
40?
I'm saying
My
bud now.
40.
Like, was it
Bud?
just for a
Let's
rear
go.
grip?
Going
out
Are
for
you,
a rip,
bud?
bud?
Just
Listen
for a
here,
rear
guy.
grip?
Rear
Listen
grip,
here,
bud.
feller.
Just for a rear grip?
Yeah, turn on your camera, Line.
Turn
You too,
on
Vlad. What the hell?
your silence button.
Were you gonna say-
Redline, you
Where
have
is-
a really nice streamer set up. I want to
You-
see it. I want to
you
see the
know,
LGBT lights.
I'm
All in due time.
I'm a little concerned actually that you haven't let Abyssal Bear out. I think we need to do
Abyssal Bear is a corny shtick, and I don't support it.
Skyhawk wants the bear.
We need to do
Alright,
a
so
wellness check
here's-
on Abyssal Bear.
Here's the deal.
Skyhawk
I
wants
tried to
the
scam
bear.
Canon, and they broke my webcam. Okay, so
What?
Canon?
don't-
Like the camera company Canon?
Yeah, that one.
I think you're full of
Look
it.
at the cats on my
I think
bed.
you're
yeah, okay.
fucking
you think I'm
lying.
full
All
of
the
it?
cats.
That's what I
Alright,
said,
well,
sir.
I think you're making
Canon-
excuses.
I have a Canon something or other, and I connect it to my computer.
got a
with
Canon.
this special tool, and it's a
I bet there's
Canon
only one
utility,
webcam in that whole
and
house.
they charge $5 a month to have 60 FPS video, and I paid it, but then I stopped paying it, and now my webcam doesn't work
You
anymore.
want me to send you $5?
So
Wait,
you tell me.
You paid a subscription for 60 frames per second on a webcam?
And you never come on cam, so what's the deal,
Wait,
bro?
hold on. Whoa. Whoa. Redline, I need you to repeat
Redline.
that.
Give
'cause I
me
think I
$5 a
misheard.
month, and you can have the internet.
I think I must have
All of
misheard
it.
you, Redline.
All of
I know you
I'll
didn't
give you
actually
access
say
to every
that.
corner of
Are you
the
telling
internet
me?
tonight.
Pardon?
Are you telling me you paid a monthly fee to attain a certain FPS on your webcam?
Redline.
You remember when I said he was full of it?
If you give me $5 a month, I'll let you download all the RAM you
lying.
want.
He's lying, right?
What are you talking
You're
about?
lying. This is a joke, right,
Do you
Redline?
not-
You didn't actually do
No,
this.
of course I did. What do you mean?
Yeah, Valerie's saying
Man.
clearly Redline's the richest here. He can afford to
I
pay
don't-
for
Yeah,
FPS.
your
Holy
Redline can afford
shit.
$5 a month for 60
Ooh.
FPS.
I've
Jesus
seen
Fucking
Christ.
here
Not
comes
just that.
fucking Monopoly
It's got a
Man
nice truck.
Redline
Also
13 over here.
Moneybags
Scrooge
Redline.
McDuck.
It's also premium stickers.
Oh,
Redline,
fuck
did you pay
yeah.
for one
They
car?
gave
You
him
Aren't you
gotta
in, like,
have
the
those
finance
premium
industry or
stickers.
something?
You're fucking lying, Redline.
They
You
gave
know
him a
this would trigger
Logitech
me.
logo sticker for like $100.
Navigate further away
Wait,
from actual
watch this.
details.
You said it publicly, but that's fair.
I know.
That's
But
fair. I'll leave it.
times
I
Stickers
respect-
might be worth it, actually. Stickers are tangible. It's not like an NFT.
All I'm saying
or
is
anything.
Redline's
not
the
like an
richest one
NFT.
here. We know it.
Redline.
It's
All I
known
want
now.
to know is when are we going
Huh.
kayaking?
I'm gonna go kayaking tomorrow.
I work all day tomorrow.
Is it not chilly
Sucks
up
to
there still?
suck. I mean,
It's
chilly.
this
It's chilly,
Sunday's
but who cares?
Sunday's
Like, it's
supposed to be
been.
77.
Dude, I'm a bitch.
Look,
I hate
listen,
being cold.
let me put it to you this way, okay? The last few months have been like 20, 30, and
awful.
Gross.
it's
Awful temperature.
terrible, and now it's not, right? So
What's
I
it
don't
like
care
now?
if it was 74 degrees today.
Ooh, that's a good temp.
Oh,
That's a nice temp.
after I worked today,
But the
before I
water's
even
probably
went
fucking
home,
freezing.
before I went home, I changed on my way out of work and went to the park and went for a lovely hour-and-a-half walk along by the river. It was gorgeous.
Oh,
I
there's a
kind of got
science
chased.
question.
I kind of
Also-
got. By the way, LB, I'm blaming you, but I did
FYI.
have to chase off a Canadian goose. He little
Science
fucker.
question.
Dude, we almost
Don't
ran
let
over
them
one the other day.
fucking. Don't let
Hey.
them bully you.
They were owning the road
I
and they wouldn't
didn't.
get out of the way of
Hey,
my
I
buddy.
shook
You
my
leave
water.
the Canadian geese alone.
I thought he was gonna nail it. I was like, dude, you gotta stop. But he
If
just
you
like
got a
laid
problem
on the
with
brakes at the
Canadian
last second.
geese, then you got a problem
not gonna
with me,
move,
and
they're
I
assholes.
suggest you let that one marinate.
Yes, I've also
marinated,
watched
honey bunny.
Letterkenny.
I love that show. Don't come for me for that.
I'm not
So
coming
that's a
at you. I'm
great-
just saying.
Oh, okay, awesome. I'm gonna restart
Canadian
my computer.
geese are the
see if
most
that
fearless
fixes my
animal I've ever
webcam.
seen.
Do you guys want to take a
full
guess at how
stop.
long my computer's been alive? Awake?
Honey badgers are cool. Canadian
3
geese
months,
are fearless.
9 days, 80 seconds.
4 years
69 days.
exactly.
No, the uptime, just the uptime.
4 years exactly.
Since the last time you
48
shut
hours.
it down?
Since the last time I shut it down,
69
yeah.
days.
1963.
How do you see that shit anymore? I used to know.
What?
The task manager. You see it in the task manager. I'm trying to see.
the
It
science
says
question.
the. Let's see. Is this is seconds? So seconds, minutes, hours, days. 21 days. 1 hour and 42 minutes.
That's not unheard of. I've had.
I'm gonna-
I mean, I shut my
Where do
computer
I
down
see that?
now, but I mean, there was a time where I don't think I shut my computer down for like 2 years.
Where is that? Where is he that?
In performance under CPU. As long as you've got Windows 11, and then I have the.
It's
best
the
Windows,
same
obviously.
thing on Windows 10 too.
I
which
know.
is-
My,
Uptime. 1 hour, 19 minutes, 46.
yeah,
Nope.
my computer uptime is since 3 or 2 or 3 something, so like 4 hours maybe at this point.
119, 46, 24. What? No.
Anyway,
Yeah, anyways.
structure
Anyway,
skins. We haven't
Viridian.
discussed it yet.
Oh, structure skins. Hell yeah. They finally
They're
did
giving corporations something to do with their Evermark points. They didn't say it outright, I don't think, but they were like, "We're finding, there's now going to be."
Oh,
stuff."
Yeah, they they said
science
that
question.
we're finally going to have a way to use the Evermark Corp.
Praise
right,
Dave,
which
by
we
the way.
presume to be structure skins.
Praise Dave.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a science question. We're gonna redeem the science question. Here we
Jaden
go.
left.
Drake and the Science Man.
Trey Dan, the Science Man.
Drake.
Trey Dan, the Science Man.
Drayton the Science Man.
Drayton the Science Man.
Drayton the Science Man.
Welcome back, Dr. Dre.
Hey, welcome. So Redeem Science question: How many FPS is a still image over time?
Oh.
Actually, I think the actual answer to this, I think, is still just whatever the FPS of your monitor and what your thing is set at, because it will be the same image, but if your
what is the
screen is running,
FPS?
You're talking about refresh rate.
yeah,
What's the
well, that's
FPS
refresh
of the
rate, but I mean, like,
photograph?
if your thing is displaying stuff at 100 FPS and you have a single still image, that's still 100 FPS of the same image. So,
Yeah. For FPS literally
Let
stands
me-
for frames per second.
yeah.
Let me
But if
ask
it's
you
not
this.
updated,
What
is
if
it
what
actually
if I'm
doing
holding
frames?
up a picture? No, what if I'm holding up a picture frame with a photograph in it? How many
Look at
frames per
this
second is that
photograph.
frame?
What FPS does the human eyeball get? And is 60 enough?
60 is usually enough. I don't know what I've heard that more than 60 your eyes can't notice it, but I don't believe that, because if you watch something that's 60 frames per second, you watch something that's 200 frames per second, and it's a image of motion, it could be placebo, but I swear you can tell the difference.
You can tell the difference. I think after 60, it stops being like perceptible to the human
Most
eye.
experts have a tough time agreeing on the exact number, but the conclusion is that most humans can see at a rate of 30 to 60 frames per second. There are two
Oh my
schools of
God, you're
thought
still
on
talking
visual
about that?
perception. One is absolute, that the human eye cannot process visual data any faster than 60 frames per second.
Okay, so that's
Those
what
guys
I
are
heard.
I'm sorry.
I heard 60 was
I
at the
couldn't
top.
hear you. I couldn't hear you because of your lack of lab coat and glasses. I would like the scientist to answer, please.
So, the human eye can only perceive. The scientists say that after. No, you guys heard. You guys
Hold
heard,
on.
Scott.
Let me-
That's what I thought. So I've heard.
Hang on.
So what I've heard is
Then-
60 frames per second. More than that, the human eye can't perceive it. So apparently, more than 60 FPS is unnecessary.
On
So
some level.
most, I can talk
Well,
about
well,
this from like a film or an
still
animation
blur
perspective.
aspect.
I was just saying, yeah, okay. Well, you go, because what I was about to say might be what you're saying right here.
I want to go.
So go ahead.
So, do you want to go, Redline?
Tell me when
Yeah,
to go.
I want to go because
Go
you're
ahead.
talking about.
Go ahead.
You're
You don't even
talking
have a
about
camera.
the Hulk. you're
Go
talking
ahead.
about the Hulk
Yeah,
and
well,
Hulk game
Redline,
that
if you're
I
gonna
did,
go, you have
right?
to turn your camera on.
Well, then I'm not gonna go, and
Okay.
you can.
So
You can go.
most
Hmm.
movies are filmed at 23.97 something or 24 frames per second.
Is that the weight of the
Um,
soul?
That's
23
that's
grams? Frames per
yeah,
second?
yeah, around there.
Okay.
They've estimated
different
what they're-
mediums do different FPS.
Yeah,
standards.
there's different frames per
a
second.
lot of
for
animations do like
different
25,
mediums.
I think, like cartoons.
For animation is typically 24 frames per second.
24, okay.
But they'll do what they call animating on twos. So rather than animating one frame, rather than drawing 24 frames per
They'll
second,
draw 12
24
and do it
different
twice.
pictures, they'll do 12. So they'll only
Uh-huh.
change the picture on the second frame. So that's what they call animating on twos. Some cartoons animate on threes, and in some instances, like for certain moments in an animated show, when you really want to show like the impact of something, or if you want a certain scene to carry a certain weight, they will animate on ones, where they will do a new drawing for every frame of animation. So you get this really fluid animation because there's more frames. So
Like when
that's
someone goes Super Saiyan?
Yo.
not
That's
quite.
like animation
but
on 10.
there's there, are you asking seriously, LB, or are you making a meme? Because
I do have a question on this, though.
With that
think,
deadpan,
yeah.
he's serious. He's dead
Would
serious.
never make a
And
meme.
here we go.
And here we go. No,
So
so
here's a question: if animation is on frames, do they not do animation on packets as well to encapsulate them?
Here's a question.
I think it depends on
Is
the
all of the
format of the
stuff-
animation, because some animations are much higher detail than others. So I think that's
No, it's
subjective.
an IT joke. Away
All
from
of the
this.
Oh.
in the guest show
I
notes
was
not
thinking
worth
packets, like
$5 a
networking
month?
packets, but I didn't know what that would have
Yeah,
to
it
do
was,
with
it was a
animation.
bad
Does that
IT
mean
joke.
there's no camera for $0 a month?
No, you get the
Um,
camera is free, obviously, to use,
Well, turn your fucking
but
camera
you
on.
get all those things for $5
you have to
a month.
subscribe to the camera's usage.
You have to you have to subscribe.
Dude, I'm not gonna accept all these.
It's a real
services
thing.
You know
in
what,
life.
Dude,
Redline?
like,
My
that's
camera does
whole-
60 FPS for
After
free.
6 months, you could have just
I-
bought a new
but
camera and
doesn't
owned
do
it.
4K video.
Yes.
It cannot do 4K video, but
And
you know
I'm
what? You're
still
looking
running
at
on
me in a
my-
little.
what is
You're
this?
looking at me in a very tiny
It's like a
portion. You don't need to
C970?
see me
No,
in
I'm not.
4K.
I have yours maximized. 'cause
Why
you're
do
the
you need to
handiest
see me in
one here.
4K, bro?
I don't want people looking at my pores like that, bro.
Look, it doesn't matter, all right? It doesn't matter what I spend my $5 on.
I'm not
It
saying
just
it
so
does.
happened that it was a goofy little subscription that was
I'm
cool for a
saying
month.
Turn your
And then
camera
it
on.
broke.
Oh, here's the
Listen.
thing. So
Just turn your camera on, bro.
No, I don't want to.
here's an interesting
won't you
tidbit.
love
I
me?
wanted- I had to restart my computer to fix the camera, and I did that, and
I'm
now
gonna
I'm
call a
not going
shot.
to turn it on.
Dominark's
Red line.
calling in.
Dominark. What's up?
Dom,
Fucking
brother.
legend.
Well, he's getting his camera set or things set.
Dominark is
Quick little
not-
cool tidbit. Ego Proxy is put in there. In 2014, there was an MIT study that found the brain could process an image that the eye only saw for 13 milliseconds, indicating a potential processing cap of 75 FPS.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
The other thing I was going to say, so it's not what Manic was going into. The other thing I was going to say where higher than 60 FPS could matter is if you were going to take a video and put it in slow motion and slow it down, because essentially when you put something in slow motion, you're just removing frames. You're extending
You're
frames.
adding frames.
You're adding frames, but they're the same. You're basically duplicating frames and adding them as images.
I paid $5 a month for those frames, and I better fucking get them.
Or so maybe I'm thinking of the other
Was
the
it
reverse.
Canadian or
Maybe I'm
USD?
thinking if you're speeding something up.
Canadian.
Speeding something up is
that's
removing
rough.
frames. And so if you have something filmed at 60 frames per second and you want to speed it up double time, you're essentially going to remove half of those frames and have 30 frames that run in 1 second or in half a I'm backed up, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you can speed something up, if you filmed it in 120 frames, you could still have the sped up version be 60 FPS essentially, but it would be twice double time. So I think that's like the only thing I can think of where having more than 60 frames would matter. But
who put us through
Like
this?
those
Is it
slow motion
Valmir?
cameras that film in like a million frames
can
per second.
tell
and
the
Oh, yeah,
difference.
yeah.
This is
Even
Well, that's
this
the
is
slow-mo
actually how
guys.
You
they.
can't see.
If
Listen,
you've ever
here's the
watched,
end all be all. I have the final word.
You about to tell me about
Whenever
faith?
you're
yeah, the
ready.
slow-mo guys.
He said you can feel the difference even if you can't see it.
Your mom can feel the difference.
Whoa, guy.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. What C Shuffle was saying. So you film it. So that's there's a YouTube channel called Slow Mo Guys. They're really awesome. They do stuff in they have like the Phantoms and like things
Super high
like that
FPS
will film things in like hundreds of thousands of FPS.
Those videos.
And then you can basically change it from that frame rate, but then swap it down to 60 FPS without cutting any frames, and now you have this super slow motion where you can literally see things like you can watch that they'll show like bullets shooting and hitting stuff and all kinds of explosions and stuff like that, where normally it's so fast, like the explosion happens in like a fraction of a second, but then you see it in slow mo and it's like the explosion takes place over 10 seconds and you see it's really cool stuff. So yeah, that is another so slow and fast motion management of a thing is where that can matter.
Oh, hi, it's Abyssal
Look,
Bear.
there he is. Look at him.
Abyssal Bear.
Handsome son of a bitch.
FPS is just it's one of those things that it's easier to explain with visuals, obviously,
Look at
because we're
Abyssal
talking
Bear
about a
in 60
visual medium.
FPS,
It's hard to
okay?
explain, but
Did you pay for this 60 FPS? Are you
Look
paying
at him. Of
$5 for
course I
this?
paid for
Did
it
we
for
pay
reasons.
$5 for this?
No,
is this
how
coming
much
out of the
paying
open
$5?
comms
But
account?
look, here's the
who's
thing
paying
with
this?
FPS, right? Is that it
We're
doesn't
taking
matter
that out of the, we're taking this
how
out of the
many
LB
frames
fund
per second
for
you
the FPS.
see. You can still
Cut it.
tell
Turn the
that
show
there's
off.
more frames per second that are happening, right? You can tell if it's more than 6. You may not be able to see all of the frames, but you can still tell.
This sounds like a faith
So
argument.
it's
I'm not sure how I feel about it.
difference. It's perceived.
I think it's
Mental.
Yeah, I mean, placebos
Your
are
brain-
perceived
you,
as
Your
well.
brain is an idiot.
Why
Well,
don't you
that's
perceive
facts.
giving me $5 a month and I'll fucking let
For
you...
what? What are
I don't
you
know, I
gonna
don't
give
know.
me for $5?
He's gonna
a
give you
month?
frames.
What are
dude.
you getting? What are you getting now for $5 a month?
I posted all the
Access?
things I can get for $5 a month.
OBS
I
does
post-
all of that. What the
OBS
fuck?
doesn't. What do you mean the camera doesn't do all that?
Your camera's not doing that anyway.
Don't
so
buy
who
a
gives fuck?
shitty camera that requires a subscription.
Hey, not all of us have 2 cars, Malkev.
Hey, hell just died.
we don't all have 2 cars and a boat.
We don't have 2 cars and a camera.
I want to call a shot.
Dude, I told you this guy's loaded.
On a shot.
How many shots do you want to call?
Shots,
Jeez.
all of them.
No, you
Yeah,
gotta
why
wait.
would we
Mine's
stop?
empty.
It's 105
Oh, no.
days till we actually get to see LB in person.
I'm empty. Hold on.
All right.
Biggity
How many?
bang. 105
Hold up.
days till FanFest.
Holy
Wait a
fuck! I
second,
really need
what-
to iron
Why
out. my
does you know? I
I
understand it's-
can't wait.
What is
My body
wrong
is
with
ready.
having 2 cars?
Is it though, old man?
I am going to go get some ice. I will be right back.
Okay.
I know it's like
Sultry
meant to be a
tones, man,
cool
awesome.
thing, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to have to peel this wax off of Maker's Mark. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, right. Fuck those guys, making it hard to get to my
Hey,
fucking.
do you guys
booze.
know how I can make it so the bear's eyes are open?
Smoke
You have
a
to
little
open
whiskey.
your eyes really hard.
That bear looks
You a
stoned.
bunch of
AF.
cocaine.
My eyes are open wide. I promise.
Mhm.
I'm doing great.
I think Redline is high as fucking squint
The
time
eyes
right
look
now.
a little,
I think
look a
he's-
little red there.
I think he's high as fucking squint time. Does he can't keep them open?
Change it from Abyssal Bear to Cocaine Bear.
I know how you can do it, Redline. Actually,
No, his eyes would be wide open if there's.
that was a good look. You could just turn
That
on your
hurts.
fucking cam, bro. Then your eyes would be as wide as you actually open them. It's
Give
amazing.
me $5 and I will.
I told you I would. So
You
what's
said
the
you'd
deal?
give me $5 to
I
turn on
did
my
say I
camera?
would give you $5
Why would you give me money to do that?
because you're saying that you can't without it, and I
But I
think that you're a nice guy, and I would like you to be on cam with us.
But I can.
Hashtag no port.
I can't.
can what?
Goddamn
what I
wax.
said-
Are you saying that you're bullshitting
What
us?
I said was quite simply that when the subscription was canceled, it broke the webcam, and that I hadn't had time to fix said webcam. And
Is the
so
fix not $5?
I took the time to fix the camera, so now the camera is fixed, and I'm presenting to you Abyssal Bear as a stand-in for
Which I said
myself.
is, I think, a corny shtick. But that's
He is
fine.
a corny shtick, but that's what the people wanted. The
No,
people
that's
said,
what
"Hey,
one
we
person
want a Abyssal
wanted.
Bear." He's people. He's people.
Prove it.
What do you mean, you people?
Just not you people, just regular people.
This is a good stream, damn it.
People wanted it, and then now the people have it.
I have Zawiski.
I
I'll wait till
don't
I'll
know.
wait
More
till Emmy
people
gets
wanted
back.
you to come cam with us, Redline. But that's fine. It's fine. No big deal.
Is there anything else in this update patch? Did we get all of it?
There's a lot of stuff in the update
Yeah,
patch.
we did not.
Well, you already
We
talked about
did
TC
not.
Caps Redline.
We've been getting side. There's so
you know,
much
there's
Eve
also
stuff to
Pulse
talk about, and we've
know.
been getting
Did y'all watch the Pulse?
sidetracked so easily.
We don't know anything about T2 caps though, so
Yeah.
Yeah, we can gloss over. We did talk about it. We theorized how like it could go.
They'll come out. They'll get built.
Did y'all
They'll
do
be
Pulse
super
while I was
expensive.
muted? I had a buddy who was fighting
we were
stuff in
the Pulse
water.
video was really long. It's like 7 minutes. So I don't know if we play it, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I'll know what
the
you
Pulse
do.
is basically going over what we're talking about. It's basically the Pulse is kind of like a recap video. so
The
it's-
Pulse is just kind of a recap of all the dev blogs that come out during a week.
Right, but since we
What
suck at
about-
actually covering those topics, it seemed like an easy win,
well, there's
We've
only
been-
one dev blog, and it's the Shipcasters one. That's the only one that
which
matters.
we haven't touched on.
We haven't touched on the
Shipcasters.
We've not.
Shipcasters. Yes, the Shipcasters. The Caldari got their Shipcaster.
Caldari finished their shipcaster.
And the first thing that happened was that it got camped by Snuffed Out. Fucking,
Of course it did.
Low sec fun police, I like it. I like
that's
the style.
exactly how this video game works. Is it fun? Is it in low sec? Snuffed Out's gonna ruin it.
I mean, I don't know if it's ruined. Sound like they had a good time.
Man.
I bet
trash.
you they didn't because they were camping.
Trash
I mean, you
Alliance.
don't have a good time on camps. Camping PvP wise is
Hell
like mining
no.
for PvP. Like you could sit
Hell
there and watch
no.
Netflix and get some kills at the same time.
Well,
It's
that's-
awesome.
Yeah, I
you probably
was
go into
getting
the you,
camped.
you go into the fishing hole.
We'll
I
be
got
better,
nailed.
Redline.
I got nailed by someone.
Why
I
do
think
you
was
hate
just
fun,
AFK.
Redline?
I think it was someone was just AFK on a gate.
I
Smart
hate
bombing.
Fun if it's not me having it. But anyways, yeah,
Oh.
Drayden.
Do you kick children?
They got the Shipcasters. No, I kick
Yeah.
puppies. They got the
Oh.
Shipcasters in the Caldari
sucks.
space. It works really weirdly. Like there's beacons, and you have to bring pie to it.
Ooh.
Pie.
Who doesn't like pie though?
I mean PI, not like pie.
Oh, you mean
pie.
pee-pee?
You mean pee-pee?
That's-
You gotta bring your
pee-pee.
pee-pee.
I'm
and
not-
It's pee-pee.
I'm not gonna say that.
We
The
already
acronym
addressed
is
that also
It bring-
earlier in
it
the show
brings-
before you got
it-
here.
In case you have a small PP, right, Redline?
Okay,
You're calling it the wrong
so-
thing.
Yeah,
It's
you
PP.
bring the PP,
Ask your
and then people
sister,
can
Vlad.
Give
him
cast
the
it.
PP.
Oh,
So you talked about the shipcasters then?
No, we
No.
did not.
we talked about
Oh,
PP.
well,
We're talking
we
about
talked
now.
Okay, great. So basically, what happens is that the beacons go into the system, and then everyone's got to bring their little micro deposits there and drop them in,
Micro PPs.
and
Micro
then it turns
PPs.
it.
You said it, bro.
Yeah.
I
That's
said
terrible.
micro deposits.
And I knew what you
Not
meant. It was
mic-
small loads. You're not doing ropes. I get it.
Dump your
It's
small
small-
load.
It's small material.
What?
Yeah,
you gotta,
it's got a bunch of
we're
DNA
talking about-
packed in it.
We're
It's
talking about
amazing.
bringing the micro PPs to
And
depo-
then
make
the
small to
beacon-
make small deposits so you can jump cast.
the beacon activates, and people can jump to it, but then it can be reinforced, and it only has an hour reinforcement period.
Ooh,
Cheers.
Shots up.
Cheers.
that.
Shots.
105 days
Shots.
to FanFest. That's what
Shots
it's
to
for.
shipcasters,
Fuck, I gotta
baby.
No,
Fucking
this shot was
ship-
for
Finally.
FanFest.
Shipcasters.
Finally, we have shipcasters.
Cast
Thank
my
No,
ship.
God.
fucking-
Thank God.
Cast my
Here's
ship.
something cool that I noticed with the screenshot with the shipcast earlier. It tells you some interesting info like above the beacon. It kind of looks like a jump bridge. But it
I
said
didn't
like
see
how many
anything on
ships
the
were killed in the
screenshot.
Desto system like in the last hour and a couple other things like just as a like the holographic, details above it or whatever.
Did it say that before you
Wait,
jump?
remote intel?
Oh, it's like a holographic. Okay, I was like,
Yeah,
that'd be
remote
funny if
intel.
it's
It's
like
like-
after you jump, it's like
Scotland?
50
like they're trying
ships
to
were
put
killed
Dotland
in here
out
in
of
the last
business.
5 minutes. You're like, oh no, but you're like already in the pipe, so it doesn't like. Kind of wish it would tell you that after. You
Right
jump.
into Snuff's warm
Yeah,
embrace.
it just tells you
Yeah.
what you're gonna land into rather than like what you are about to. So
But I mean, anyways, that's pretty much it for the shipcasters. It's point A to point B,
Let's jump.
controlled by bringing PI there.
PP.
But like I'm trying to think of a way that doesn't just get camped into oblivion for eternity.
It's when the other
What
three
if-
shipcasters get
When
Snuff
the
can't
content
camp them
stops,
all.
the
Like,
camp will stop.
They can. Snuffed out is everywhere. They are.
they can't camp them all.
omnipresent.
Whoa.
They are dead low
Jesus?
sec. I
Camp 'em all.
mean, they're low sec ghosts. Okay. All right.
Like Patrick
They're
Swayze.
everywhere. Exactly, but worse.
Oh shit.
Patrick
Roadhouse.
Swayze sucks.
Oh, Roadhouse Swayze.
What the fuck,
Interesting.
Redline?
What?
What's wrong with
You
Patrick
don't talk
Swayze?
about the Wolverines like that.
Who's
He's passed away. You don't speak about him like that.
Wait, did he?
He died of fucking
Oh,
colon
okay,
cancer,
sure.
bro.
Wait, did he?
Yet people.
Yeah.
Nope,
Yeah,
never
he's-
mind.
he's
Not gonna
dead.
make that.
He's
Patrick
dead.
Swayze was a nice guy as far as I know. His mom owns like a yoga studio in my hometown.
All right. Well, let's
That's
not
what's
make
wrong.
this about Patrick Swayze.
You
Let's
did.
make-
We were all just
Hey,
glowing
what
about
if
him.
what if
gonna
more than
pass
one
right over it.
beacon is up? Can
His
you
mom
select
died
which
also,
beacon you
by
go
the
to?
way.
I think so, yes.
I
Poor
think
last.
Yeah, she died
I
in
think
2013.
so.
She was
Don't you
86.
play in low sec? No, you.
She's got some good
you
years.
guys
Yoga
went
does
back
that for
to
you.
no people space, right? LB,
PP?
I
You,
I
maybe?
dabble. I dabble.
you're in the low security.
Yeah, I dabble.
Have you
Others
used a
alive.
shipcaster?
No, they're not fucking built.
Well, they
one's
just
built.
finished
The
it.
Caldari one's built, but
Ah,
none of
I
the
see.
beacons are up yet. So how can
So-
you fucking use the
So what you're
shipcaster
saying?
if the beacons aren't up?
Are you Caldari?
I'm asking
or-
you. I'm asking you
the
questions.
beacons aren't lit.
The question is, if more than one beacon is lit, can you select which fucking beacon you go to?
Like different sinos almost.
I would assume so,
Hmm.
How come you don't know?
but
Yeah. Don't you
I-
participate in LoSec?
no.
I should.
Don't you run the,
How the tables-
second best
how the
Eve talk
tables
show
have
there
turned.
is? Like,
I,
come on.
although I've died.
Oh,
in
how
LoSec
the
recently.
turntables.
Fuck
Should know this shit.
Abazon.
never-
Abazon's a bullshit system.
Man,
never
Abazan
said
is a
that.
good
Abazan.
time.
In low sec?
You got
That's a good
experts on your
spot.
It's a
show.
lovely
Yeah, but-
system, especially if you have a friendly structure.
No,
there.
I was pissed off. I was luckily my pro raider was empty, but I was like, I got a pro raider. I'll just fucking cloak. I jumped to
Did
the
you get
gate.
flapped in Amazon?
No, yeah, I did. But it was empty. But it's like they had a fucking sphere of cans, like 1,000 fucking cans around the gate, so I couldn't cloak up. But I was like, that's fine because I look and they're already actively shooting that dude over there. So there's probably only half of them are going to be focused on
Diversion.
me. I had a workhorse stab. I'm like, I'll be good. Align and then activate the workhorse stab. Try to warp. I'm still pointed, and I was like, how many
like
fucking
50
points
of
are on
them
me?
grabbed you.
Literally 1 point on me. I was like, and it was a long point. It wasn't a scram. I'm like, does my warp core stab not fucking work? Because
Was it a
even if that's
hick?
a faction long point, that should only be warp scramble strength of 2. I have a warp core strength of 3. I should have been able to warp off. And
Drayden,
then
was it a hick?
Yeah.
Were you
no,
paying
it was a
enough attention
fucking
to
it was a
what you were
frigate.
doing?
It was a frigate with a long point, and that
It
somehow
was probably like
stopped.
a Mollusk Navy with a
Drift-
friggin' faction scram or some
Drift
shit.
slowly back to the.
Well, sorry. And then there was a tornado, and I fucking died, and I got very mad. But then I was like, "Fuck it."
See, Drayden,
These-
you have to.
These things
you have to-
happen, Drayden. It's okay. Ships are ammo, dude. You're gonna lose them all the time.
That's the only ship. Sorry, I lost a shuttle and a
Yesterday?
Ibis as well because there was
Yes.
a AFK smart bombing battleship on a low set gate that I apparently tried to warp to twice in a row and died twice.
Lost
but
a jump freighter.
Yesterday, I attempted to travel to the system of Turner. I was murdered in Rancer, which respectfully reminds me a lot of a trailer park.
Rancer?
Yeah.
It's fair.
Like the system of Rancer reminds you
Yeah,
of
I
Trailer
thought
Park?
Rancer is like basically the trailer park of New Eden, isn't it?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I
Yeah.
mean,
We're talking
I
Trailer
don't
Park
know,
Boys.
but
or-
like, I'm not going to add it to my avoidance list. So I hope that when I go through it next time, that people aren't waiting for me.
yeah, just do better.
Maybe that's not the attitude you should have. Maybe the attitude you should have is, I wish a motherfucker would.
There you go.
Well-
That's a good attitude.
Hmm?
Yeah, I did some long and hard thinking though
I like
with my
his
jump
style.
freighter. I don't think my jump freighter got destroyed in an abandoned structure.
What did you do that was long and hard?
Oh,
His jump freighter.
yeah.
But really, that's
The
it for
Ark.
the shipcasters.
Ark,
There's
yeah,
not
must've
much
been
else.
Ark.
to
Ark
them.
is a sexy ship, but so I didn't realize when you're looking at the when you were telling me that thing, Akaroth, you're like, yeah, it shows the can down
Open
here,
the
but then
can.
above it on the drop down menu is the stuff that's in it. That doesn't make sense to me. The drop down menu should be below
It's
the
counterintuitive.
thing. So I started thinking back and I have vague memories, and I think what I accidentally did was looking at a asset safety wrap can, and I thought it was empty, but I saw the Ark up above. I'm like, yeah, but the Ark's in the station there, and I think I deleted and trashed that can with my Ark in it. So I think I just fucking deleted a jump freighter on accident. So rip.
Well, goodness.
I was gonna sell it too.
Classic
I had a buyer
Drake.
that was gonna buy it for 12 bill. I just had to get it to Iridia, and I don't have a jump freighter to sell.
Eve
So,
is a brutal game that nobody
yeah,
should
I was
play.
just like, ah, fuck.
If anything, this show should be reinforcing.
Yeah,
that.
but
You should file a ticket. Fuck it.
but the thing
Yeah,
is, like, I thought I
honestly.
was only gonna end up with like 8 to 10 bill worth of stuff. It turned out I had like 17 bill worth of shit. So I'm like, I almost have as much money as I thought I was gonna have after selling the jump freighter. So I'm fine. It's fine. Like,
Dear CCP,
Hell
I have
yeah, dude.
stream proof that I don't understand your convoluted asset safety asset search,
they should
and
put
I
that
might have
fucking
deleted
drop.
my jump
They
freighter
should put that
a while
drop down
back.
menu
Can you help me out
below.
with this?
And if you select the asset safety can, you should be able to see what's in it, like you normally could with a normal container. I
if a,
don't like
if
it.
a player didn't kill it, you might have some chance because obviously that's not what happened. Like if what you're saying probably happened, there's a good chance that
The
they'd be
thing is, like,
yeah,
I think
we're
I
not
did
gonna
that
fuck
so
up
long
any
ago. That's not
economy or
something I
anything.
did. That's not something I did recently. I think that's something I did like fucking 8 months ago. So I don't know.
Let's pull in Darwin. We know Darwin runs the
Yeah,
game.
where's Darwin at? Give me an arc.
Darwin.
Darwin,
He
we need
hasn't
your way
been
out.
here. He hasn't
He's
been
been
here
Darwin.
last.
We
He
say
was
his
full
name
weeks.
3 times. He'll appear
No, he
like
was here
3
last
times.
week.
His
He
baby
wasn't,
started like
he wasn't here the
actually
whole time,
sleeping
but he was here at the beginning. Yeah, I'll just
What
tell
if we
like,
ping him on Discord? I'll
yeah,
get
I'll
him.
just
Yeah,
like
blow him up middle of the
I'll
night.
just ping like Antiquary and be like, yo, give me a fucking arc, dude. It's cool.
I mean, that's
Yo,
what databases are for, right? They
Trace.
could see that you did it.
Antiquary would be like, here's a picture of an arc.
Yeah, he would. Fucking dick.
Here's an NFT for an arc.
Just like post like pro
I
Braves.
said, but don't let anybody screenshot this, bro.
Actually, speaking of Antiquarian, who remembered him doing Big Iron Las Vegas?
I do, and it was phenomenal.
Big Iron?
Big Iron.
I have
Like
no
in
idea. how
karaoke?
it
The
was-
song Big Iron?
Yo.
It's Marty.
I don't
what's
think he
Marty
sang
Stewart?
anything in karaoke. He was there, but
No,
he sang.
him and I did
Oh.
Big Iron.
I was gonna say I thought you did it, but I think
he
he
has
sang
sung
along.
before. He's a really good singer.
Yeah, he
Antiquarian's
joined
a
with
ton of
me on
fun.
Big Iron, and it was a duet. It was really good.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Antiquarian's
was-
got a set of pipes.
it
That
was
dude can
warm.
sing.
You guys were beautiful.
He always likes to do shit. I'm spacing on the name now. At karaoke, he always likes to sing like Frank Sinatra type stuff.
oh, shit.
yeah.
Damn.
I could see it.
Yeah, when he started singing that one, I was like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
Is there a karaoke place that we're gonna hit up at
There
FanFest?
is.
Oh,
We're gonna have
FanFest?
At
singing
FanFest,
Yes.
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 Good.
Gaukurin.
We usually go to that place that I can't pronounce.
Okay.
Galkurin, which is
Or,
Wednesday.
or
I will.
spell.
I'll get something prepared.
There will be drinking and singing. It will happen.
It's not like Vegas karaoke. It's
That's
very
okay.
much it's a bar.
It's
So
just open
there's-
karaoke.
There's
yeah.
a
Like Catch Me Out.
stage, and you request a song from the DJ, and then they call your name when they're ready for you.
Yeah.
It plays the words on a screen.
That's like all the karaoke I'm used to running. I
wonder
don't
if
think
they
we have any
the
like
grandma song.
Korean karaoke around here, but
I wonder if they have King Diamond's Welcome Home.
I
Send
think
it
they
to
just
'em
pull
ahead of time,
stuff up
maybe?
on
I don't know.
YouTube.
do they? Because a lot of the karaoke stuff they'll actually have like a whole library of like actual like, where
Yeah,
it's just
it's
the
like licensed
instrumental
almost,
and
or-
they'll have backing vocals, but they've removed it's like actual.
Welcome
it's
Home. Was that
karaoke
the
software.
grandma song?
Do we got
Yes,
any
that's the
Creed?
grandma song.
That
Why
song
not like
was so
Coheed and
weird.
Cambria? Welcome home.
Who put you in your
It's
chair?
Grandma, why aren't you
Grandma.
saying anything?
I was looking around for stuff to do if we were to do a meetup here, and I discovered that there's a Korean barbecue karaoke place, like
Ooh.
literally 2 blocks from
Oh, is it like the
all
thing where
I
like they have
work
the
at.
grill on the table and you grill all your meats on there? and shit?
Hibachi while you sing.
I don't know if it's a hibachi place.
I don't
I'd
know if
have to
that's
look it
Korean or
up,
if
but,
that's
like,
Japanese
it's,
thing,
It's,
but-
yeah, it's Korean barbecue and karaoke.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
I would love to do that actually. I love Korean barbecue.
Yeah, I want to mix my interests, which is meat and
I love
Meat
grilled,
and singing.
grilled meats and drinking and singing.
I didn't
That's
sing
all I
at
want.
Vegas karaoke, but
By
I
the
will
way,
make sure to do it.
That's
No, what,
that's a
um,
damn shame,
where-
Akaroth.
I
Yeah, I'll
agree.
just say that
one
Sasha
of my
is here, right?
one of my managers at work is a huge like Disney nut, and we're for our next like work outing, we're gonna actually be going to the Korean barbecue karaoke place to sing Disney songs, which that's gonna be
I
an
can
that's gonna
show
be
you
an
the
experience.
world.
Honestly, like Disney's got some great
I'm
songs
interested.
to
It's
sing
gonna
along to.
it's gonna be an interesting night of going out drinking with my coworkers for that one.
Yeah.
Are you
it
gonna
builds
go?
Disney's got
camaraderie.
some good
It's
stuff. All the
proven.
older Disney songs, I don't know, like a lot of people like
They were solid.
the Frozen song is like one of the more iconic modern
I
ones.
never saw
But
Frozen.
I never saw Frozen either, but I've heard the song.
I
Never
know the
seen
song
it
either. I've heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know it, but
Brendan
But, like,
Urie sang
Aladdin-
a
All I know
Frozen
is Let It
song.
but it's like you got some, yeah, you got
Some
the freaking
Mermaid?
Aladdin one. Yeah, there's the Aladdin one. There's a bunch of ones from Mermaid. You get the Under the
there's-
Sea.
I'll make a man out of
Yeah.
you from
I'll
Mulan.
make them. Yeah,
Mulan?
that's
Yeah.
an iconic one. I just can't wait to be king.
yep.
Is
There
the
was
one-
a
Tons of good
someone,
songs. I used to have the Azabenya song on my fucking iPod. Mini.
Ah, the Benya Baba
Yeah.
Gita.
It's a good
someone
song.
in
Benya.
back in the day when my alliance was still really new and we first started working with like HTP and some of those guys, one of them actually, I think it was John Dries, made a funny video that was based on the Mulan, like I'll make a man out of you, because the whole focus that they were trying to do was whip up us guys that were basically a bunch of Care Bears and teach us like how to actually stand on our own 2 feet. And it was a perfect meme for the time.
Fun fact, a lot of the words for that intro to The Lion King is just like, when you translate it, is really just saying, it's a lion, oh yes, it's a lion, over and over
That's
again.
awesome.
It's a lion. Oh yes, it's a
They
lion.
just dabbled in the culture and they were like,
It's a
oh, let's just dip our
lion.
toes in and we'll be fine.
Nah,
I-
Benya
Write
Baba Gita.
Most of
Oh,
the-
hey, yabba.
Fuck,
It's
guys,
like
it's a
when-
They
lion.
mostly use
It's like when
Tanzanian.
Japanese pop songs get translated, the lyrics are
Oh.
always like fight unrelenting superstar number 1. It's like the lyrics don't make any sense in an American context.
All
Right.
the bass are belong to us.
Deja
Oh, yeah.
vu.
Also, Drayden, you gave me a good question for your app, by the way. Thanks.
For my app. Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see that, huh?
Oh, it says, here comes a lion, father. Oh yes, it's a lion. Here comes a father. A lion, father. Oh yes, it's a lion.
I
Oh,
am.
it's a lion. Yes, it's a lion.
I applied to PL today.
I heard about that.
Who did?
Yeah.
You did?
I did, yeah.
I
sorry,
finally
LB,
going to
I don't-
activity
LB, I'm
retirement
sorry, I
home.
don't want to live in a wormhole. But yeah, I
I
applied.
don't
to,
live in a wormhole. I live in Evangie.
I
I'm not-
applied to Habit.
I had 2 people try to poach me at NOLA. I still haven't decided what I want to do.
It's not even.
Yeah, let's talk about November. He's like, you can come fly in Habit. I'm like, I might, I might do that.
I mean, it's not NOLA unless people get poached. I mean, the original NOLA, I got poached from Dice to Sitters, so.
If you're not gonna fly, what's the point of applying, huh?
I mean,
I'm
my only thing is
back,
like,
baby. I've liquidated all my
somebody's
shit.
gotta
I'm
make-
ready to play.
somebody's got to
All
make
right.
these.
Those are pretty sweet.
Or we'll order them anyways.
I've
This is one of
actually
my
been
broken ones, but it still
So
works.
I hope it doesn't crumb it
I've
up.
been
Who's
logged in-
responsible for these? Are these you two?
Also me.
Is that a challenge?
So I picked this up. Here, I'll turn off my background so it's easier.
That's
for
pretty
you.
cool looking.
But I picked this up at Eve Vegas 2020. What was that 21? Yeah, it was my first time going.
What's the Corporate Alliance?
Pandemic Horde.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not focusing really nicely. But yeah, so one side it's the PL or Pandemic Horde like kind of
Toxic logo or
but
whatever.
yeah, that established 2015, and then on the back it says one gabloon.
Nice.
Yeah, it's supposed
This
to
guy's fucking rich.
look like
Boat,
if it
multiple
was
vehicles,
an
golden
actual
blinds.
gabloon. And those are like actual metal too.
It's
They're
that
heavy.
no, it's got weight. Yeah, like
It's heavy. Like I was dragging that bag of them around, and it was heavy. But I was trying to be
Are you
selective.
doing Japanese porn?
I honestly don't remember exactly who I got it from. I know I was drunk as fuck. I don't think it was from you though.
Why are the
There
cameras
was
frozen?
one other. Because I made a deal with one other horde guy because we were
Wait,
gonna go.
Are the cameras frozen for you guys?
No.
No.
No, I mean on the
was just
stream. Oh,
blurry.
I have this. I hit pause on the stream. Okay.
Oh, don't do
Dummy.
that.
All right. But like, there's another horde guy that we went half and half on buying the coins, so he had half of them. So there, he might have given them out. I don't know. I don't remember who I gave them out to either. I was just like,
And honestly, I may have even found it like sitting on the table or something. Like
that would have been
very
shitty because
likely
those things are
at
expensive.
events.
Well, so I was actually
Everybody leaves their shit on all the tables at every event, and half of them leave it behind.
No, like
I
I
scooped
put
so
some
much
out
loot at Vegas.
like the barbecue, like the Pan Fan barbecue at Vegas, and like some people left them out, so I went and picked them all back up.
no, so
Because
I
those
got
coins
this-
are expensive. The rest
got
of the
this at
swag I
Vegas
don't care about.
People were leaving the coins behind.
They're drunk, all of them.
I think, yeah.
I,
if
I
they
could
did,
I can
but-
understand like stickers because those things cost like 5 cents a piece. But to leave a coin behind, that's why would you do
I think there would
that?
have been some, not a whole lot, but I think there might have been a few because I remember distinctly like picking them up. Like, who the fuck left these out?
Yeah, you don't leave coin. You don't leave the good swag behind.
I know at least that I got it at Vegas Vicky's. Like that's where I got it from.
Might have been me, or if because I usually had like a few that I kept around. I don't know. Who knows? I don't remember.
Me neither. I was
But
drunk.
the
I have
good
it.
thing is that you have it.
Yes, and it sits. It's one of a few things on my there. I keep very few knickknacks on my desk because I like to have just a very clean desktop. Aside from my pile of vapes, we won't talk about that though. But like I've got that, and I've got other like keepsakes from like the first time I went to see the Pacific Ocean. I bought one of these like well, bullshit. Just glass thing with shells in it. There was no water in it, so I just went down to the ocean and filled it up with some water.
All right, so let's get down to business.
Yes, to defeat the Huns. The Huns.
Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons?
Yeah, they did.
They're the saddest bunch I ever met.
Some
But you can
Texas
bet
bullshit right there.
before you're through.
Before we're through, Mr.
I'll make a
I'll
man out of you.
make a man.
Oh shit, we got the Mr. Unlucky raid. Welcome. Welcome to the
Mr.
show.
Unlucky Raid.
You guys
Unlucky.
are
We gotta-
coming
we
into
gotta
the
do it
show.
Just in time to hear the Mulan sound.
Yeah, you guys are coming in right in the middle of a Mulan rendition of.
Yeah, Geek-
Mr. Unlucky, bringing the raid once again of 45 viewers to open comms. Mr. Unlucky!
It's over.
That was a perfect song for it.
Yeah, holy fuck, that was
We just end with a fart.
that was awesome, Manic. We need to make sure to do that
That
every
was
time.
fucking great. Who fucking did that?
We need that as
That
our
was me. That was me. That was all me.
That was so good.
Oh God.
Oh my
I walk
god.
away to get a drink. What the hell did I miss?
Oh, so
Okay, so
Vlad, I
at
got,
Perfect
I got
Nola,
the name of the
timing.
drink. I just forget what the. I'm trying to like double up points and call where it came from. I forget the name of that place, but I got the drink right.
See, here's the thing: if you want to know, you have to ask like all the people that actually were there. That also means you have to
No,
find out.
I know because I went there and got 7 of them to bring back for everybody.
You weren't there when it got spilled, though. That's
I
the
wasn't
thing.
there where it got spilled. I know where it got spilled, though. I know exactly where it got
Why
spilled.
are you yelling?
It got really loud, yeah.
Why are you guys yelling about it though?
People are drunk. That's
because
why.
we're
People are
drunk. We're getting drunk.
Yeah.
It's tips. It's that time of the night.
There's a lot of
Oh,
tequila
gosh, it's
flowing
6
tonight, Redline,
o'clock?
because it's commemorative of the Battle of Pueblo.
Yo, that's right. Cinco de Mayo on a Friday. All right.
Cinco de Drinko.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hell yeah, LB.
I love the fucking that. I forget the name of that YouTuber, but
I mean, it could be worse. We could get Dirk on when he's
What the
really
fuck are we
drunk.
doing?
Yeah.
it's
It's
not
gonna
funny.
lose its
we
seal
are,
if
we
you
are,
abuse it.
we are adults.
Yeah,
Farts aren't funny,
don't
guys.
No, they're still funny.
Key to comedy is timing.
What is that one? Oh, is that a?
That's a bean. Yeah, he's
Oh,
got a
it's
he's
a
got a
horn
goblet.
thing? Oh, it's
The
the
little
top of it,
gold
yeah.
gold
It's the same one.
doubloon or the
It's just his
goblin.
camera's better
Goblin.
resolution than
Oh yeah,
Scott.
I remember the place.
Yeah,
That
I
must be
didn't.
60
I
He
didn't
frames
doesn't
pay
have to pay
for.
for a subscription.
Shut up, Malkath. I don't
That
have
must
to
be at
pay
least
for a
60 frames per
subscription
second.
either.
So I can't remember the dude's name. I feel bad because I have a really hard time with people's names unless I'm interacting with them like regularly. There was a dude at Eve Nola. I've met him a few times before at Eve Vegas, and he brought some pretty cool goon swag. These are really nice, like laminate pins.
Probably Mace.
Was it
Cat.
in it? Did you have the in?
Merkelton.
Looks like
That was
goons in it.
Cass.
Yeah,
Asher Elias.
Castier.
Cass. It was Cass.
Yeah, he was the one
So-
that like drove in from Arizona, the crazy bastard.
Yeah, he and his
Yeah.
wife drove in a
It's not that far for
23-hour
Vegas.
drive from Arizona
I
to
know, that's
Nola.
fucking
Oh,
insane.
to Nola.
So I decided to use the lanyard that I got from Vegas 2021, which is a goon lanyard. That is what I put all of my Eve pins on. So that's where I've got. This might look a little
That's how they
familiar
get you.
to some
The
of
good
you.
merchandising. Oh, nice. Soup
Oh
game.
yes, the soup.
Hell
gang.
yeah, soup
I
gang.
got my soup
Yeah,
gang
it is-
pen. And
about
I
the
got
lanyard?
another
Brave
Even
one.
though-
07.
LB, did I send you a soup gang pin in the box
Let me
of swag
check the
that I got you?
box of swag. Hold on one second.
You gotta have a soup gang pin. If not, I'll give you mine because there's only one left.
Oh wow.
I've got a box.
So
Box of
now,
swag
now
that I
that
said. There's
the
got to be a
question-
soup gang pin in there
See,
somewhere.
what I need to
Remove the
get
bubble
is
wrap.
like, so this is like my
That's a lot of
We're
convention.
all just showing off our swag. I love it.
My convention
have any
backpack with all
lanyard.
my nerdy
Okay.
shit on it. I need to get different panels or something for E, if I guess, because lanyards
Oh,
are cool,
LB,
but
your
I'm always
cam dropped
paranoid
off.
that stuff's gonna fall off.
I still see it.
There we
Come
go.
on, are we
Oh, okay.
making a
Maybe it was
Bears
just
run
me.
this year?
Got the
Some
open
stickers,
comms
yeah.
sticker. Okay, we were putting those on our nipples at karaoke.
Yeah, they stick pretty well.
Oh yeah.
If you sleep with it, it'll kind of come off.
I can
What
imagine.
else you got
Ray's
in
probably
there?
gonna wanna
You got
drag
a
everybody
open
A
comms
vape?
bottle
Oh, no, it's a bottle
opener.
opener.
Okay,
Ooh.
cool.
I don't have any open comms merch other than the shirt from 2021.
I got stickers and coasters.
Dude,
So
I
are
had all
you
kinds
saying
of
the
swag
soup-
at
Are you saying the soup
2021.
the soup gang pin is in limited quantities?
He is.
I
'cause
am
I did
saying
not get
there
one.
is. I have one left to give away, and it is mine. So if you don't have
Oh.
it, I will give you mine.
Whoa.
Oh,
There will be barely
eBay,
any of you.
here we
coming to
come,
this Vegas,
one.
oh
so-
yeah, dude.
2,
Oh, he's got my soup gang.
Oh, you
fucking
got.
3.
I sent
my
you
soup
multiple.
No big deal. We're rich, bitch.
Dude,
That's our
you're sitting
fucking
on, you're
down
sitting on a
payment.
fucking gold mine.
This guy's gonna own
He can
4
buy a
cars.
second
Got an
car.
Eve Vegas sticker in
A
there.
third car, Malcolm. I already have 2.
Oh well, there you go. Or a boat.
That might as
I
well be a
already have a
friggin'
boat.
first edition holographic
Well,
Charizard. LB.
yeah.
Aiming
LB, then you could have his and her boats.
His and her
Wow.
boats. You're
Mrs.
right.
LB,
Hey,
you don't want
there
a
you go.
boat. A boat is a terrible investment, Mrs. LB.
Boat stands for break out another 1,000. Just saying.
Yeah, don't buy a
Speaking
boat.
from
I don't know.
experience,
Mrs.
yes.
LB, take your money and run. Laugh at Mr. LB and just run with your money. after your glorious, Soup Gang windfall.
I'll sell those pins and build myself another garage to hold my 2 cars and a boat.
I'll go on a boat with 2 of my buddies in T-Pain.
I'm on
That's
a
fair.
boat. I'm on a boat. Take a good hard look at the motherfucking boat. Yeah. That's one we didn't do at karaoke this
Flippy
year. I'm
floppies.
kind of bummed. I should have done that one.
Yeah,
This
this
Eve one,
Nola
Eve
wasn't as
version
good as
is I'm on a
Vegas.
roke.
I'm on a rope would have been more choice.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Wear
I
your
kinda-
flippy floppies and your shorts, and then just sing "I'm on a rope."
I should have just gone full out and tried to hack as many of the TVs at that karaoke place in Nola. as I
Dude, what was her name? That kept trying to access our TV.
could. Somebody's iPhone.
So somebody's iPhone. So for those of you who weren't there, this karaoke place, it was similar to Eve Vegas if you'd ever been there. But basically, you connect your phone to the TV, you connect to the restaurant's Wi-Fi, and then you connect to the TV in the room that you're in, and then you throw the YouTube videos or karaoke videos, whatever you want, up on the TV, and then there's a sound system and you sing along to it. This dumb, I'm going to use the word, this dumb bitch in another room, 2 rooms down from us, kept trying to connect to our TV. And it kept saying like so-and-so's iPhone is trying to connect. And every time she would try to connect to our TV, it would cut off our music, whatever
that's
song
fun.
we were playing on our TV trying to sing along to. And it was getting on my fucking nerves. Just like I'm a theater nerd at heart. So like there's a part of me that is like deep down, I'm a performer. And when somebody interrupts my fucking performance, it fucking triggers me.
Sure.
So this woman kept trying to connect to our TV, and I'm sure it was like an innocent mistake.
Another drunk
That
person.
kept
It's-
happening
they were doing a
repeatedly.
lot of drinking. So I knew she was on an iPhone, and I'm on an iPhone. So I'm thinking I'm going to see if I can airdrop her something. Airdrop is a feature unique to
Proximity-based or
iPhones
something?
where you can just share images or whatever to other iPhones in the area. And a lot of people, I think they have it open by default. I have it so just my contacts can airdrop me stuff when they're nearby. But I think by default, for some reason, the iOS opens it up to any iPhone in the area.
It's been changed recently.
Has it been
Yeah.
changed recently?
Yes,
Okay, so
they started changing it after a couple flights got delayed or were told like they weren't going to take off because someone was literally
lad.
sending dick pics via airdrop to other
people
people
were
on the
abusing
flight.
it. So I
Yeah,
really,
yes.
when
like,
I'm
literally
in a
pilot was
crowded
like, I will
area,
turn back around if you guys don't stop sending dick pics.
when I'm in a
I will
crowded
turn
area,
this car around.
I love opening up AirDrop to see if I can airdrop memes to people just at random in a crowded area. I will
Or
never
dick
do it
pics.
on a plane or anything like
I
that.
didn't know
but, like,
AirDrop existed.
in
That makes
a
me
movie
worried.
theater. So anyway,
It
all
sounds
this to say, what I did is I opened up AirDrop on my phone. I opened up the Notes app and I just typed in big bold letters, "Stop trying to connect to our fucking television," because I was getting really mad. She was trying to do it multiple times and it was really getting on my
There
nerves.
was Isaac at first, wasn't it?
I don't know. I can't remember the name. But so I opened up the Notes app and I wrote, "Stop trying to connect to our fucking television." I took a screenshot of it. So I saved a picture of my Notes app. And then I opened up AirDrop and I started walking around to the other karaoke rooms until I saw this woman's iPhone name pop up on my phone. And then I AirDropped her the screenshot of my Notes app so that on her phone, she received an image that said, "Stop trying to connect to our fucking television."
That's like scary shit because you're just like, wait,
21st century
how the fuck
shade.
did someone send me
yeah,
this? Like,
yeah.
It uses
And
Bluetooth.
I just
AirDrop
think
uses
that-
Bluetooth.
It uses
Yeah,
Bluetooth.
yeah, it
And
makes
what's
sense,
what's
but-
even funnier is
Calls
so
coming from
like
within
the
the house.
name of my cell phone, my phone name is Miley Cyrus's iPhone. That's just what I named it as a meme. So this woman in the middle of her karaoke, she's getting an AirDrop from Miley Cyrus's Airphone saying, "Stop trying to connect to our fucking
it
television."
would have been even better if she got a dick pic from Miley Cyrus's phone. Like,
Miley Cyrus sent me a
Miley
dick pic,
Cyrus's
you guys.
I think mine would have been
The
funnier
funniest
if
part
it's
here
just,
is that what you
FBI
have to
surveillance.
understand is like this lady is so technologically inept that
yeah, she's
when
connecting
she
to the
sees-
wrong TV.
Miley Cyrus's iPhone, she's like, "Oh my god."
She would freak
That was
out.
the highlight of her
Cyrus
year.
Miley
is sending
Cyrus
me
is
a
here, you
fucking
guys.
message, and it says, "Let me open it up. Stop trying to connect to my fucking television."
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
She's
But
here
you know
somewhere.
what? You know what? After I did that, they stopped.
Yeah.
She's probably curled up in the other
They
karaoke room crying, dude. Like you probably just
I
like
can't
broke
believe I
her.
made an
You know
enemy
what?
of
She
Miley
fucking
Cyrus.
deserves it. She fucking deserves it. Never
And,
interrupt my karaoke. Don't you ever.
I just
And
tried to
I just-
hijack the other
it was-
TVs with
so this
various,
was-
like,
it
death
was
metal videos.
The one I was thinking of was a Southwest flight from this past September or late August late August, early September. A Southwest airplane or airlines plane flying out of Houston to Mexico was delayed after someone airdropped a nude photo to other passengers.
I would never do it on a plane
The utter
because
mad
that's
laugh.
just taking a risk. Like, yeah, you're gonna delay everybody's flight just to make a joke. I would never do that. But like out at a movie theater, in a karaoke bar, if somebody's trying to connect to my fucking television, hell yeah, I'll airdrop you some memes.
You were like on the warpath.
I was
that
so
one
mad.
It was
That's also
epic.
kinda-
I loved it.
I was
It
so
kind of
mad.
sucked that that you can connect to the other rooms. And
It's
like
just it was the way it was all set up. The networking was very poor. Just because it's a sushi bar. Like you're not gonna. You can't
You're not
expect.
going to create
like,
an individual
That's
like
exactly
high
what I
class
said.
a locked off
IT.
network inside
Yeah.
each room.
right.
That's what I said. This
You
network is
could,
fucked
but
up. And Manic's
they-
like,
It's
yeah,
but
I get it.
it's a
$4
sushi
bucks,
bar.
right?
It's fine. We
yeah,
made
and
it
that's
work.
the only place like that I know of in the city. So I mean, we just had to, and we took the streetcar to get there. That was pretty cool.
Dude, the streetcar was so
I-
much
It was
fun.
kind of cool.
I
That
like
was
the
so
streetcar.
much
I like. I was like,
fun.
the streetcar's not going for another half hour. We can't take it back in like 5 minutes. They're like streetcars right there, guys.
I get the feeling that the app is a little unreliable, which is what I've
Yeah.
heard.
I figured.
loved riding
I
the
like the idea
streetcar.
of just
That
walking
was
down the
great.
tracks and just it's like it'll either hit us or we'll get on it.
That was cool.
A
Yeah,
lot of
we're
people,
like,
like,
let's just
during
keep
the
walking
day,
until a streetcar comes along.
They just like to just
Wait,
go
you
for
can
a
get on
walk
it at any point?
along the track, or they go for a little run, go for a little jog. I mean,
That was
obviously
fun.
you could
That was a
you
great
could tell
night.
where the streetcars are because they're
I
kind
like
of
that bar we went to, the outdoor one with all the TV shit.
Afterwards, yeah, sitting
That was
around
really
the
cool.
outside with the
yeah,
lights,
Yeah, the Avenue
lights
Pub.
hanging, and
I
that was
just
so
I'm
chill.
I don't understand why I'm baffled by this, but like I don't understand how it works where it doesn't like
Dave.
have stops. You just hop on wherever you want.
Dave.
Oh,
No,
no,
it's-
there's
but the
pickup
stops are
spots.
like
I was
every
just
couple of
trying to
blocks.
be
Yeah,
clever
they're pretty
and
quick.
use the fancy app, and the app is not very good, so it was
I
not
had no
telling
problem
me
with-
reliable
Oh, for location.
stop
yeah.
times. Because it's
I just
supposed to
looked
be
for
like be able to
updates
tell
again.
you like where they are and like when the next
I
one
was
is
I
coming.
was saying it was very good and accurate at taking your money when you wanted it to. So.
I mean, it's
Funny how they-
$1.25.
Yeah, that's
funny
the
how
thing I loved.
places
It's like
don't
you can
fuck
take
that
a
up.
cab or an Uber around. It's like $40. Like you could take a streetcar for $1.25. Like
Yeah,
that,
and like
it's like I would take the streetcars everywhere if we could.
some of those streetcars, well, at least on the St. Charles line, have got to be pretty old. Some of them are at least a few decades old.
That one that we were on that was like thumping and like whining. It's like, dude, it's about to explode. But you know what? I'm here for
No,
it.
that's just what they sound like. Because they're just solid
And that's
chunks of
America for you.
metal. They're
blow up, but I'm here
strictly
for it.
running on electricity. Like whenever it would stop, you would hear it just turn off, and it was just silence. It's so
But it's
crazy.
like sometimes when it was
so
going, it would be like running. All of a sudden, it'd be like thump, 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 thump. And it's like, woo! Like, sound like it's like, is there
Goodness,
fucking
what was
werewolves
It
in the
is just
streetcar?
like-
I don't
know. I did see a picture the other day. Of course, somebody tried to cross before the streetcar, and it did not make it. And you could tell that
Oh,
car.
a car got hit. I think even a person.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh.
No, a car. And you could tell like the car got all smashed in. There's not a dent on the streetcar.
They're all
Streetcars
steel,
win
iron,
every
yeah.
time.
They're steel. They don't make trains out
They
of
used to.
aluminium.
So
Get outta here,
that's-
you
no,
dirty
I don't
Brit.
remember that outdoor bar. Maybe I just went to go hang out with the Hebes afterwards.
The
Yeah.
Hebes.
Whoa, guy,
guys.
whoa.
Those are the guys from Criterion. Most of them are Jewish,
Oh,
and they always
Oh.
just like make jokes at each other
yeah. Like,
about that.
I
And
like those guys.
I've always had to ask, like, am I allowed to laugh at these jokes? Like,
Yeah,
No, remember at
The answer is
karaoke?
Comedy,
no.
anybody
like
can
the
laugh at
worst
comedy.
joke that they
Yeah.
made.
yeah.
Getting
they're-
up to
yeah.
New York City.
yeah, it's like I knew of them like when I was in NC Dot. Like, cause Criterion was in NC Dot for a while, so I knew the names, but I never met any of them. So it's like I don't know, the Criterion dudes were pretty cool.
Well, there were only 3 of them that showed up this time. A bunch of them flaked out.
Oh, we got Rain coming in.
Oh, is she finally?
Rain,
Rain,
get your ass on here.
Let's do it. Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
Hey guys, Rain's here.
Raid! Bringing the raid with a party of 9 to open car!
Come.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Come.
We've done probably 20 shots by now.
Fucking precious when you.
Oh.
That was a
I
good
love
remix.
that one. Yeah, I like that one.
This functionality was a mistake.
Something
20 shots for the 20th anniversary.
We did.
Have we done
We did
20
all at the
shots?
beginning.
I don't
That's
think
fine.
we've done 20
I
shots. I think we need to
have.
catch up.
I
We've
think
done quite a few.
Let's do a shot then, I guess.
let's do a shot. I'm gonna do a shot whiskey.
Do a shot.
Fuck it.
Shots for berries, because I know you're going to try to drag us there at Vegas.
So Criterion,
That's
I
not a
have
shot.
all of their sound effects, and this one says "hole alert," but this is what it does.
That's a shot of weed.
Oh no,
That is a whole
so
alert.
that is the. I thought somebody hit the wow.
Ooh, how controversial.
Yeah, it says whole alert, and it just plays the whole alert sound.
Yeah, that's not. Whoa.
I don't know what's going on.
I want one that does the Owen Wilson. Wow.
What's that?
We gotta get wow.
Corticosteroid.
Yeah, we gotta go wow.
That's just
Wow.
normal. Wow.
Let's make one, Akaroth. Why don't you make one?
Oh, I don't know how anybody's doing any of this. I'm a fucking.
Let me help you. Let me help you. I can do
Yara,
this.
I did not have a waifu to send you. Sorry.
I appreciate your help, LB. I still have all your NFTs saved in my desktop.
Oh, good.
That way you don't lose.
Don't
them.
let anyone click on them.
Akaroth, check your
Absolutely
DMs.
not. Just tell me wow. Oh, thank you.
With the sad music.
We're just playing all of them now.
Yeah, let's just play. That kind of timed out really good.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I hate the knocking. I hate it because I hate the directional knocking.
Emotional damage.
Stephen He, that's the name. I like that guy. I got the new iPhone. I give you $20 now.
You shouldn't do those ones with the knocking. They're
Yeah, we
cringe
discussed
and weird.
that previously.
They weren't here.
All right.
Good evening, Dave.
Come.
No, Delita, you have to play that with Red Line Droids.
What? Come?
What?
Good evening, Dave.
Oh, fuck you.
Are these all defaults, or do you guys like make these?
I'm gonna
make
different channels. Each channel can upload their own thing, and I'm guessing if you have Nitro, you can play.
Yeah,
other
these are just
channels'
like
ones.
different channels. I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm saying
I
if you
don't
have
know what
Nitro,
they
you can play
actually
other
sound like.
channels' soundboards, but we have to make a open con because we can make a soundboard for our channel. So
There's 3 on there right now.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
show
we,
you
we
my
already
full
have
power.
We already have the most important sound.
come.
Dave.
Oh, that one, nice. Okay.
Holy shit. Guys, we
That's
can't
basically
just
the same
be
thing.
overdoing who's ever overdoing
It's after
the
show.
No, it just happens to be like
Stop.
3 different people in a row played
You
the
know-
same
Alright.
sound.
All right, hold on. There's more Eve to talk about,
you're
isn't there?
gilding
It's
the lily.
unforgivable.
You're
No,
gilding
we're
the
after
lily.
11. No more Eve talk.
We are incorrigible.
But we still. Oh, we're actually 20 minutes overtime. Yeah, so we're.
Yeah.
But
We-
it's
I don't
not
think
really
we
big
ever
of a
finished
fish.
You know
Yeah,
what?
which
You know
is why I
what?
don't
So
feel bad.
I was thinking
didn't finish
we would
Eve.
mostly talk about Eve tonight because it is the 20th anniversary.
Right. Yeah.
We tried.
No, we did.
We did try.
We did
and
it.
Sometimes people fought that. I know
but,
they did.
But I
I'm
would
not
say
naming names.
3/4 of the show was Eve related, which is unheard of for this show. Unheard
It wasn't
of.
as much as it could have been.
I just want to say the
It's
cameras.
it's
the
unheard
cameras are
of.
frozen. Cameras are frozen.
Get out of here.
They're not
Yeah,
frozen for
Drayden,
me.
Come on.
No,
you
they're not
fart.
frozen.
No, it's not frozen.
I've also uploaded the WoW. So if you
Wow.
wanna-
How do I
Wow.
find these things?
Wow.
so you
You have to have
in
nitro,
the
brother.
in the chat channel,
At the bottom.
there's a little musical note thing on the bottom left.
See.
Click that.
I
you
swear to
see them
God,
Oh,
every
if
I
you
can
guys
upload sounds to my own server.
if
This
you
is
guys
gonna end
abuse this,
poorly.
if you guys abuse this, I am leaving.
Wow.
What the fuck
We're just
else is
having
it
fun
for?
this time,
If
okay?
not for
Gotta
abuse,
get it out
it's
of the
for
system.
abuse.
Real quick,
Okay,
what
okay,
it's
get
built
it,
for.
get it out of your fucking
Just
system now.
loading.
Get it out of
You're
your
out of,
system.
you're out of my system.
Did
Go
anybody
You're
see?
out of my
nuts.
system.
Go nuts. I'm giving you permission
You're-
right now to go fucking nuts with the soundboard.
I remember I used
You fucking degenerates. Here, I'll do mine. Here, listen.
It's too loud. It's too loud.
It's so bad.
It's
That's
so
so
loud. Sorry, it's.
Wow. Just
that
real
was-
quick. Let me say real quick. I'm a slut.
God,
for
I hope I
Deja.
saved your guys' earbuds. I hope I did. I turned the volume way down.
I think you woke up the neighbors.
This is impressive.
The
Hold up,
Fucking-
one more.
I don't know what I was gonna say.
Nice work, bitch.
That'll be a
it's
classic.
like for the all right. The next 20
Okay,
minutes is just
everybody,
soundboard time.
Everybody get it out of your system. We
I-
all good
no.
now?
I thought we did.
I
I'm
like the
good.
emotional
I'm
damage
done.
one.
So
I'm finished.
did anybody? And I'm sure
I
somebody. here
can't get the
all
wax
saw
off my
it.
cap.
Did anybody see the Wes Anderson Star Wars
Title of your
trailer?
sex tape. Title of your sex tape.
I can't get the wax off my cap.
Are you still trying to get into
Title
that whiskey?
of
No, I
your-
got into the whiskey, but the cap is like still like waxed up, and I can't.
Who cares?
I can't
Let
get it
him
off.
go.
I got the cap
I
off.
don't have
That's
to
the
take
whole
all the
point.
I
wax
can't
off the
get
cap.
no, but it bugs me.
goes
It
back
bugs
on.
me
Damn it.
having.
Okay,
I don't
so
like a
Wax
layered
off my
cap.
cap.
I don't want a
No
layered
cap.
cap.
Get the wax off your
Get
cap
the
for real.
wax
For
off
real.
this-
Drayden, just give in and do what I
Listen.
do. Buy a pack of the shot pourers
Yeah.
and take the cap off, throw the cap away, and put a shot
Just gonna
pourer
drink it
on
from the bottle. Fuck pours.
Or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
All right, no, I'm
Going for a
I'm good.
rip, are you, bud?
Just out
Way
for
too
a rip, are
excited.
you,
There.
bud?
I'm sorry.
Did anybody see the Wes Anderson Star Wars trailer?
No,
It was
I
made
did,
by
yeah.
like some
I
AI
did.
shit. It was fucking
No.
good, was it not?
It was pretty funny.
I thought it was very on
Can
point
I
and
ask a
believable, and I thought it was
So
really
that
good.
that was done with a combination of, I believe, Midjourney and some diffusion plugins in After Effects. It was really well made. It was funny.
It was really well made. I loved the fact that it crossed somebody's mind and they made it. It was beautiful.
It's really fun to make. So
The reason I brought that up is because of WoW, because of Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson was Darth Vader, and when Darth Vader like comes through and just like his silhouette, and then you hear, "Wow,
it's good
fucking
because
golden."
like Midjourney, all these AI image programs, they're good at making images that feel kind of dreamlike and otherworldly. And Wes Anderson movies have that visual quality.
It's like liminal space or whatever.
Yeah,
but
it's very kind of
it's
like
brilliant.
it's
I'm a big
dreamlike. That's the
fan.
only way I can really describe it. So Midjourney and these AI programs, they're really good at making like Wes Anderson aesthetic things.
Yeah, that's fair.
So to
I'm
bring
a
it
big
back to
fan,
an
I liked
Eve
it.
question. So it sounds like most of us, if not all of us, watched the Pulse video. Do we want to watch
I didn't.
well,
wanted
do we
to.
want to watch the Pulse video and or the new Scope video tonight?
Yeah, I don't think we watched either of
No.
them. And you guys were like, "It's just a summary of what we've been talking about," and it was like, "Well, we didn't do a great job talking about
So,
any of it."
I'm just
I
gonna
don't-
say
I'd like to watch the Scope
Pulse,
video at
the
least.
scope video just talks about the shipcasters, and there's not a lot of added info
Okay.
in that video. So
Oh yeah,
if you've already read the
Fair warning.
shipcasters fucking dev blog, you really don't need to watch the video. The Scope video or the Pulse video, excuse me, is the better one to watch in my opinion. Just saying.
I agree. I'm gonna end up one way or
I
the
didn't
other
see either of
watching
them.
both. Well,
And we
let-
usually watch them on the show, and everybody fucking naysayed it when I suggested it earlier.
I
I'm
am always
naysaying
down to
For
it
the
watch.
now.
for the record,
I'm
I
naysaying
didn't
Red
Somebody else's
naysay.
shit, like,
Akaroth,
I,
will you
I
join
apologize
did
for
not
that, friend.
naysay. There
I
were no
apologize.
your
naysaying
opinion
from
to it,
this
you know?
Many-
area of the board. I
Many
did not
open comms
naysay.
pundits naysayed
Let
it.
the record show.
Many of our
that this-
colleagues
record.
this
Drayden,
individual
I believe they
did not
the word
naysay.
they use in or the phrase they use in the biz is roll the clip.
What
Fuck
clip?
it, we'll do it
Oh,
live.
hold on. I was not paying attention. What am I supposed to roll?
So you just want nearly 10 minutes of us sitting here in silence and watching a video?
I wasn't watching
Wait,
anything.
did
You
you-
guys were. I
I mean, it
was.
would be silence for us, which would allow me to get another drink.
I was typing in some shit.
Yeah. Do we want to watch the pulse videos? What we're talking
like
about?
Oh, it's a long
My
pulse
roommate used to have
video.
that as
It's
his,
like
message.
it's like
notification.
7 minutes.
Like text.
Skyhawk, why
you're
don't you
a long
watch the
pulse
I never
full
played that
video
game.
yourself?
I mean, like, I can play it.
I was actually
Four people talking over each other.
Listen to how we harmonize. It's beautiful.
Hell yeah, dude! It sounds so good.
You fucking
They're so good.
You fucking odd chain.
Yeah, I'm ready for the block. I'm ready for the block. I'm ready for the T2 capitals that I can't afford, but I'm ready for them.
Redline, that was
I'm
one
gonna
of the best
shoot them
options.
down. No, I can play it. Hold on, let me. Yeah, I'll play the thing. I'm gonna change it up. So you know, you normally have to play this. You guys have to. I'm gonna share screen on Discord. Play it that way. Then you guys can.
Wait, does that mean it is gonna show for other people or not?
It's gonna show for all you guys on Discord. Yeah.
But
And it'll
also the
show on
people watching.
stream.
Yeah, because it'll show the main thing, and all of our cameras will be put on smaller size on the bottom underneath the video.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So that way it's gonna be good all around. Hold
like
on.
where your head's at.
Who's got a link to this video? I need it.
That's a great idea.
He's on YouTube.
I know
Which
that,
video
but
do you
I
want?
want the pulse
Scope?
thing. The pulse.
Pulse. Wait.
Oh wait, no,
check
no.
the
I have
Eve
the
News
hold on. I
channel
have the
in
pulse already
Open
open. Hold on, I got it right here. I already have it open. I was
There's a
ready.
reason
I
we
was
have an
ready
Eve
tonight.
News channel. That's all
In
I'm
chat.
saying.
Nope, I got it already.
I was there first.
Hey, what other annoying sounds should I?
First.
God damn. Oh, it was.
Oh no,
Gerard
hold
Butler.
on.
I recognize that note.
The brown one.
The G note.
And you add the little emoji for that sound so you can tell what pops
What
up
an
when I hit
interesting
it.
fellow.
That's a little.
Are we
high.
playing it yet? Are you playing this first? When
That
I
used to
was
make
When I
an old
was
boy.
for
a
many
young
years that would
boy.
make emos cry with the sound of just one note.
My father took me in.
All right, there we go.
Totally.
Now you guys can click on. So I have the shared thing. You can click on
Oh,
the.
I have to click it?
You have to click on the Discord camera window.
I
There
ain't
should
clicking. I ain't clicking shit.
be. Click it. Just click
Yeah,
it.
I don't want to see you like come in through my interwebs and take over my shit.
That
Come.
link
You
was
can't tell me what to
I'm
do.
not gonna click it.
Come.
720.
Obviously, we have
What
certain
is this
freedoms.
garbage?
Hey, I don't have nitro. I can't do 1080.
720p,
Fucking live
30
with it.
frames per second.
Fucking live
Why
with
don't you pay
it.
$5 a month to get 60
Fuck
FPS?
nitro. I'm not paying for Discord.
Drayden, I could see twice as fast as this.
I've been
step it
paying for Discord for years now. I just,
Yo, if I pay for Discord, I gotta
It's-
cancel my Pornhub subscription.
Oh, don't do that. Just move to Utah, dude. They'll do it for you.
Dude,
No,
can
I can't
we,
get it,
can
Utah.
we do a shot? Can we do a shot to Pornhub?
Oh yeah,
to all
poor,
porn
poor
sites in Utah.
Utahns, like they have to get a
The
VPN to watch
absolute
Pornhub
madland.
now.
So,
Yeah.
Rest,
Manic,
rest in fucking peace.
Rest in
my
fucking peace,
condolences.
like Utah dicks, because like, damn.
I hope you guys, learn how to fucking Google
we,
porn.
you know
I mean,
what?
to be fair, if
Since-
you're a porn site and
since
you're not
we've
located
since
in
we've
Utah,
banned porn, life in Utah has just the quality of life has skyrocketed.
Well, of
Wow.
course.
Rent has
All you
gone
needed was
down.
the warm embrace of the
Rent has
Lord.
gone down. Mental health has gone up. Teen suicides have gone down. We're living in paradise here,
Do
guys.
we have
if you-
updates on soaking statistics?
I'm gonna
though?
press X to doubt.
The Great Salt Lake refilled itself overnight when we banned porn.
Oh shit! People were trying to set a speed record. Well,
Yeah, wasn't that gonna like
So-
go away in the next 5 years?
Yeah, dude, the lake was.
What happens when the lake is actually gone, like in fucking 2028?
So actually, when the lake dries up in 5 to 10
the
years,
town's just gonna move.
It's gonna blow. It's the
You should move to Bear Lake up in the north.
Wind current is gonna kick up a lot of toxic dust, and it's all
Oh.
gonna land in the valley. So
You should
we're
just
all
m-
gonna die of cancer. in
You should
about
just
20
move the whole
years.
town, like Bear,
The
Bear
Mormon
Lake.
Church is gonna buy out Colorado and just annex.
No,
it.
no,
I'm telling you,
Bear,
you,
wait.
you guys. just move to the Midwest, live in the Great Lakes region.
Bear Lake.
Safest place to,
Just
safest place
change
to be the
lakes.
next 100 years.
No, I'm saying Bear
Just
Lake is a
change-
Bear Lake is a big
move,
lake.
If I'm gonna move anywhere, it's gonna be to the Pacific Northwest.
Just find
Hell
a
yeah,
Salt
dude, come up
Lake
to Coeur
and just,
d'Alene.
like pick up the city and move it over to
Come up
where
to
the
Coeur
Salt
d'Alene
Lake
or
is.
The Mormon Church can afford it. That's
Some-
Anyway,
somewhere on the
are
Oregon
we watching the
coast.
clip?
yeah, you play
Oh,
this.
the coast. Yeah, I mean it is pretty over there.
Graded. Does Idaho have no income tax?
Yeah, it does. Washington has no income
just
tax.
stop making
Just
Washington-
making
Wa-
income, dude.
Pick to bitch about.
Washington
Shut
has
up
no
and
income
watch
tax,
it.
but the property tax is really
Shut
high.
up and watch the movie.
All right, let's watch the video. Here we go.
Let's watch the video.
I love the music for this.
Welcome back to The Pulse in the heart of GT44, your source of news from EVE Online. The 6th of May will mark EVE Online's landmark 20th anniversary with a host of activities, celebrations, and plenty more to follow for the rest of the year. Join the festivities and share your favourite stories, screenshots, moments, and memories of EVE using the hashtag EVEOnline20 as the revelry explodes around you. The 20th anniversary Capsuleer Day event has begun in-game and will be running until the 30th of May. Align with the Guri Malakim Pirate Cooperative or the Society of Conscious Thought, then take on hacking and combat sites across all security space. Rewards for completing event sites and challenges include new boosters and Glamour X boosters, new exclusive Capsuleer Day XX skins, and Gene Illusion implants. In addition, PvP loot drops will increase to 75%. Making Capsuleer Day even more unmissable are the daily login rewards, with Omega pilots able to claim over 500,000 skill points, thousands of Evermarks, and awesome boosters on top of the new Metamorphosis SOCT ship, as well as 4 additional existing SOCT ships, plus more exclusive Capsuleer Day XX skins, including a Platinum Capsule skin. The mosaic image and video celebrating 20 years of Capsuleers is now live. Thank you to all who participated and have woven themselves into the fabric of New Eden. Be sure to check out the exact spot where your contribution to New Eden's storied history can be found. The Worlds Within a World EVE monument in Reykjavik, Iceland is expanding, and now you have a unique opportunity to permanently carve your legacy into New Eden's history. To have your character's name engraved, make sure to have an active Omega account on the 6th of May, and your character will be immortalized on the monument. If you're already on the monument, being an active Omega on the 6th of May will see you additionally honored with a prestigious Titan Chevron icon. Another unmissable event on the 6th of May will be the firework extravaganza outside GT44 at 1900 UTC. The 20th anniversary livestream festivities on CCP TV kick off at 1700 with prizes and giveaways. CCP Helmar will join at 1800 to discuss EVE history and will then undock at 1900 to join the GT firework extravaganza. At 2000, Spectre Fleet will take over the CCP TV channel to celebrate their birthday with their 600th roam. In an update to the progress of the Empires in the Shadow War event, the Caldari state has reached 100% in their understanding of stellar transmuter mechanics. Caldari loyalist capsuleers then immediately pivoted to harvesting materials from Pochven, manufacturing novel construction components, and delivering them to state construction facilities. Thanks to these efforts, Caldari forces have successfully onlined their interstellar shipcaster in their factional warfare capital system of Onomon, powered by a new stellar transmuter in Elonaya. Capsuleers committed to the Minmatar, Amar, and Galente are advised to step up their efforts in the Shadow War in order to close the gap to the Caldari and their progress. The first of 2 major expansions for EVE in 2023, EVE Viridian, will launch in June 2023. Viridian will open even more avenues for players to forge new relationships, fly, and work together for the glory of their corp. You can start getting excited for structure customization, new Tech 2 capital ships, corp goals and content, such as the much-anticipated loyalty point tax, with more info to come. There have been further developments in the ongoing war in Nullsec. After massive battles in the Pure Blind region, Imperium and B2 forces ramped up their assault on Winterco structures, removing multiple keep stars. The remaining Winterco keep star in X47L TAC Q finally fell on the 10th of April after several successful defenses. The final battle was one of the bloodiest in New Eden, with over 3,800 ships amounting to 1 trillion ISK destroyed. Winterco successfully anchored a new keep star in its stead, signalling no intention of backing down. Battle reports from recent skirmishes indicate that logistics teams on both sides need some time to rebuild. Be sure to check out the upcoming episode of The Scope for more insight into the battles. A new EVE Online launcher is ready for testing now. The new launcher beta puts your characters front and center, offering personalized content and improving security and performance. Be sure to share your thoughts and feedback on the new launcher via the official EVE Online Discord and official forum thread. The Alliance Tournament is a showcase of strategy, skill, and teamwork, and sign-ups are now open for 1819. The Mercenary rule is back again this year, allowing single pilots to loan out their services to teams eager to expand their rosters. Head to the official EVE Online Discord to find a team, organize skirmishes, or just ask questions. This year's meeting minutes for the annual CSM Summit in Reykjavik, Iceland are now available for everyone to read. This is a great opportunity for all Capsuleers to gain some insight into the discussions and decisions made during the summit. Additionally, the voting process for CSM 18 will start later, as the results will be revealed live at FanFest in September. Remember, your voice matters in shaping the future of EVE Online, so be prepared to cast your vote when the time comes. There are brand new 20th anniversary packs in the EVE store, plus skin and apparel bundles in the new Eden store. The Elite XX packs are available in the EVE store until the 15th of May and provide Omega, Plex, skill points, cerebral accelerators, exclusive Capsuleer Elite XX skins, and character apparel. The new Eden store is offering different skin bundles catering for Tech 1, Tech 2 and 3, and industrial ships, as well as an apparel bundle until the 30th of May. Furthermore, in the spirit of Capsuleer Day, you can get 50,000 skill points for free in the new Eden store until the 9th of May. That's all for this episode of The Pulse. Thanks again for joining us. Check the description below for more information on the stories that we've covered, then hit subscribe and the bell icon to stay notified when we post new content. See you next time.
How do I stop streaming on here?
Thanks, CCP Mirage. Or wait, that's not Mirage?
Is it?
Is that Mirage? That's
I
not
think
Mirage.
so.
Is it Mirage?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
I forget.
I think it's Mirage.
Yeah, it's Mirage. He does a good job with those videos, I think.
Hell yeah.
I miss the old CCP videos.
Which ones were those?
Like they were much more varied in how they delivered their information. Like I'm referring back to like when CCP Guard and CCP Mimic and CCP Falcon were making these kind of videos that were like recaps of information that, you know, recaps of dev blogs basically. I don't mean to shit on the Pulse, but there was more visual, like each video was different. Each video was something visually different.
Are you talking about the stuff with like Convict used to do, and then Guard and
yeah. They would like do all kinds of fun stuff against a green screen and put themselves in ships, and there was like
Convict kept blowing up at the end
in
of
some
every single
videos
one.
they would even have like kind of a goofy story to go along with whatever they were doing. It was fun.
I do like how it's, I don't know, it's a different style. I like it. I think the Pulse is probably more informative though. Like so Fleet Block could say, like I think the Pulse is probably more informative because it's really breaking down everything, whereas the other ones were more, I would say, entertainment focused, maybe. But
Yeah, it's just a personal preference of mine.
I don't know. I liked it.
Okay, you're allowed to have
yeah, no one's allowed to have personal preferences, Malcolm.
I know, right? Yeah. So I will say the Pulse, the formatting of the Pulse is probably, they can probably turn those around a lot quicker than the type of videos that Guard was doing.
Yeah, the other one, because the other one took like a studio. This is like he's just sitting in front of a green screen,
He's
just reading
standing
the
in front of a
script,
green screen and kind
they
of just
throw
recapping
that,
the dev blogs, and then they throw in some pre-recorded clips of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
He's got a smooth voice though.
Yeah, he does it really
Yeah, he's
well.
got the voice for it.
I think he's
really good.
a great selection for it.
I kind of would. I almost want to like have a thing where like he just interacts with the bar behind him though.
Just like banter, and then
I'm
like
not
turns
saying
and speaks to the camera for a moment, and then like goes
Flea
back
Block.
to it.
Yeah, I feel like half of them.
Flea
There's
Block.
always like a dancer up on a pole somewhere, like a gentleman's club, not like a full strip club. But I also like he's not going to throw money.
Honestly,
he's not going to throw
so
money, but I mean he should throw some money.
Well, here's something
Can you
that
imagine if,
CCP
like-
wouldn't throw money at, but I'm just saying, what if the intro to that was him like bantering
Would he
in a
throw
bar, like the
ISK or
camera comes in
Plex?
and he's. I'm talking about CCP spending money on the
Oh,
production value,
sorry.
but he's talking to people at the bar, and then he turns, and then like as you are, let's say, another person in New Eden, like he starts to update you on whatever the fuck's going on, and then goes back to like talking to other people. Like I said, it would require like changing things, and it would change the format. And there's no reason they would do it. They're not going to do it, but I think that would be. Really
What if
neat.
like
If it was like,
what
oh,
if-
hey, buddy who just showed up, let me tell you about what's going on, and then like goes back to talking to people at the bar.
What if
Sorry, go ahead.
like in a Pulse video, like an Eve partner would show up in the Pulse bar and be like with our show, like one of us would show up drunk and belligerent and be like, hey, fucking CCP, hey. And he'd be like, hey, all right, that's enough. And then you get dragged off by a bouncer in the middle of the fucking
Hell
Pulse
yeah.
video.
So
He's a
LB, we should
Calm
set up
down,
like,
guy, and then he goes back.
Miranda
into the
Lorian
pulse.
is?
Anyways, so what I was saying
Miranda
about
Lorian is in the
Shipcasters
background
was
of one of the videos.
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah, just walk up. Hey,
so at the Pulse
Let
bar,
me
Shoulder
tell you
check him, and it
about
starts like a minor
faction
altercation, and then
warfare.
he goes back into the pulse.
Hey, sinos are fucking fucked up, and this guy gets dragged off by somebody else.
I'll
Bring
cast.
back sinos to procure.
So
you piece
anyway.
of
I'll
shit.
cast your ship.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh my.
They should just have a belligerent dude.
Some bouncer bots like.
Yeah.
call
When is
him off, and then he's like, back
where's
to
Yeah,
the
like,
angel
They,
caps
they
coming
actually need
out?
to like hire a new like just CCP belligerent. They just need to
Dude, that-
hire that dude. And,
Dude, I will
Manic.
I will allow my character model to be used for this purpose.
Yeah.
CCP, if anybody's
you heard it
watching, I
live.
doubt you are.
yeah.
If you ever need a belligerent asshole to come up in the
You can
Pulse
use his
bar
likeness
videos,
with no
you
legal
can
ramifications.
use my likeness. I won't even charge you a licensing fee.
They're just gonna,
That's
like
fair,
they're
I
just
think a
gonna,
lot of us would be standing for the drunk.
they're gonna
asshole.
misinterpret that statement. They're gonna use like AI to take you like the real person
Me,
manic and like have
Manic
you,
Velocity.
they're gonna have like AI generated manic velocity coming in and just be belligerent.
When the
But
fuck are
see,
the
the-
angel
I'm still
caps?
okay with that.
I want
So
to
wait,
see
it's
the
fine.
angel
Manic,
caps.
I'd watch
Let
it.
me
quick.
tell you, where's CCP Rice? Get
Manic.
Rice in here. I want to talk to Rice.
What you're
Rice.
touching on though, what if that
They're
was
really
like
good at doing that.
What was that
impression.
sound?
I
Who
don't
just got
like
a
it.
Who just got a notification on their phone?
I did, I'm sorry. My phone's
Hey, do you know Darwin? I know Darwin. He's on our show.
Yeah,
all the time.
Darwin.
Darwin and I are good friends.
Darwin's,
Okay.
Give me just a minute, I
Darwin's
would call
way.
him. I'm
Darwin
Listen,
said the angel caps are coming in the Viridian
Darwin
expansion,
writes
so you
your-
got to put angel caps in the Viridian expansion.
Darwin writes your paycheck.
Manic though, here's real quick. What if that was like their way to like lightly hype later
Oh, pure blind would
updates
be a
and
good
stuff.
cocktail.
like the
Say again,
belligerent drunk
Akaroth.
bumps into one of
Drayden
the
Sorry.
dudes
rudely
during-
interrupted you. so I
Sorry,
didn't
sorry,
hear what
sorry,
you
sorry.
said.
So the belligerent drunk bumps into the speaker during the pulse, and he's yells out something that's like 2-3 expansions away that they're working on or something, where they're like like you said, what about the angel caps, which that's an easy like softball, but people have been asking for it forever, but it's like they know they're working on it, so they're like, yeah, we'll have him like touch on it a little bit, and he's like, sorry about that, and he goes back into it, and people would be like, oh, that's funny, and they brush it aside, and then like they're like Easter egging things coming in. Like,
And
what
then
if
within 2
what if the
weeks, it's in
belligerent
the
drunk
game.
gives leaks? I think that would be real fun.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Like not this expansion,
Because-
but like the next
yeah,
expansion. We
because
know
you-
we're
you
working on
don't-
this, so like
You don't believe
he's gonna
what they're
reference
saying
something
because they're
players
drunk.
talk about. Yes,
Like this, I like this idea a lot.
like a year or two ago, people would be like, "What about fucking T2 caps or something?" Just slurring through it, and he's like,
and then they
"Sorry about that."
quietly
And
sneak
then,
it in there.
And they're like, oh yeah, T2 caps.
And then everybody's like, "Oh, the
Like,
drunk
oh,
guy,
God.
the drunk asshole
No.
was right."
Only a few people are like that. They're like, do you guys remember the fucking drunk asshole in this video? And they link it on Reddit and various places. People are like, the drunk
love it.
asshole's prophesizing that the expansion.
I feel like sometimes they
What
keep
if
a
the
lot of that
prophecy is
stuff
true?
really close to the chest. Like, I
I think that would be real fun, and they used to do a lot of real fun stuff. So maybe somebody has it. Maybe Swift wants to,
like
encourage
the one
people
time
to do
I got to
some
like
minor
sneak in,
green screen work.
or I was given a tour in the CCP office, and I saw some stuff that was kind of spoilery, and I had to like sign an NDA.
I think
Which just
everybody
came
who
out
gets
like
a
3
Did you
days
see
later.
that
and-
screen? You have to sign this paper. We can't
I
let
think
you have
everybody
your
who takes
premises.
a tour of the CCP office has to.
What if
sign
you
it.
Some-
refuse to sign it?
some
What
has-
happens?
It's like Uriel.
That's what I was
you
thinking.
know,
Did you
Not
see it before
everybody.
or after?
Uriel, who is pretty with the long hair, he was like saying stuff that's like the exact like content of the spoilers, but he's like a big lore nerd, so he's just like throwing shit out, and I had to just sit there like. It came out
You
like
know-
3 days later anyway, but
Some of us flex by saying we own 2 cars and a boat, and some of us flex by saying, "Oh, I went on a tour of CCP headquarters and had to sign an NDA. No big deal."
You know what?
Anyways,
Just having the devs drop,
I
current events on me.
I
before they
had
happen.
my tour of the CCP office, but I was
don't
Was this
so.
before or after you went on stage with Primivan?
I don't got
This is
either of those
before.
flexes.
This is
I was
before.
gonna say, like,
They
come
told
on,
me on
if you're
my
gonna
tour
flex,
that
let's
there was
flex.
only a
here's
basement.
the thing. Like I was so kind of like starstruck by the whole experience that I didn't even think to look for things to leak. So
I don't think most
so
people
I had
would.
my tour, and then I signed the NDA like 2 days later. So there's plenty of stuff that I probably could have leaked within those 2 days, but I just wasn't thinking like that.
I don't think most people would. That's the thing, is most people would just take it in and have a good time.
I was just
Well,
like, yeah,
so-
I was just excited to be there. I didn't even
Sure.
think to look at any like post-it notes or anything
Right.
hanging on the wall. I was just
Well,
so
so-
excited to
Dude,
be
he's
there.
like, I know so many
I
people's
think-
logins, these fuckers with post-its on their monitor.
I think
Oh,
the fact
no,
that
oh,
there's
no.
that there's then at least 3 of us on the stream that have been under NDA with CCP shows that it's not a terribly uncommon
Not
thing.
me.
I'm
I
still
think
I'm
you
still
have an
current
idea.
I'm still under NDA, but mine is from doing the I was in the beta testing for both rounds of their mobile game they're working on.
Accurate.
I don't have any of that stuff.
The office. They
What'd you
need to
say, Vlad?
leave like USB drives around and see how many of the devs are bad with InfoSec and plug them in.
Nah, man, we don't need to out anybody.
I
don't
mean,
make 'em
as a
afraid of the
sec
media.
Person, every time I see something, it's like, ooh, how can I compromise this?
No, don't
But
do
from the
that.
perspective
CCP.
of how can I secure it?
They just made it to 20, Vlad. Don't be a piece of shit and make sure they don't make it to 30.
I'm not a piece of shit. It would be more
I'm
of
telling you
"Ooh,
not
these
to."
devs are bad at InfoSec.
They're people.
But honestly, I would
And
love to
they're-
take a tour of CCPHQ and like spend like a couple hours with like their security guys and their security engineers and their
It's
network
funny you said that though, because I
Hold
was
on.
thinking they have a lot of autonomy from what I've read and heard over the years about like, just playing games in the office and
Yeah,
stuff like
Rain,
that.
if you're gonna drop leaks
was-
like that, you got to come on comms.
If we're talking about like
Come.
screenshotting things on people's monitors and
Come.
stuff, not finding
Come.
jump drives with, info on
There
it.
she is.
Come, my lady.
Speaking
I
of
think
the
it's funny
devil
that
and
you can
Michelle
take a bunch of
Appear.
You're my
screenshots and see people
butterfly,
playing other
sugar,
games while they're at work.
baby.
I mean, I wouldn't care if they're
Shots.
playing the games while they're working.
Shots.
It's like I work in IT. Like shit like that's normal.
Oh.
If you have some downtime, it's no big deal. Especially if you're like a games company after all.
Yeah, no, it didn't
Yeah,
seem
that's
outside the realm of like normality. I'm just
So that's
thinking
what
like
I'm
if
saying.
you're worried about like catching things on people's monitors, they're like a lot of people are just like playing other games while they're at the office.
Well, I mean, though, it's when you were talking about.
Can I
possibly
take a
saving, like,
moment? I want to
post-it
respond to
notes.
Flea in chat. Flea, I'd honestly rather someone stole my car
chili
because my
peppers?
car is insured. My Eve accounts are not.
Yep. Yeah, if my car gets stolen, I just.
I would rather someone steal my Eve account than my car, but
No.
car is a real life investment.
Yeah,
Eve is a game.
I have,
Like, yeah, I mean, I
have
put real money into
I have recurring nightmares where my car is either stolen or I
Because
lose
the
it.
thing is,
So
like, if someone steals my Eve account, I can go and show and prove my identity to CCP, and they'll
doesn't
give me
have
my
a-
account
That's
back.
no guarantee.
So,
Yeah, CCP doesn't
well,
have like the best track record for restoring accounts. But here,
I would
I'm
rather
gonna,
lose my Eve
here-
account.
Here's the thing,
here's
Manic.
the issue.
fortunately, I
So-
guess I've been on.
so say-
People in CCP have seen me personally, and I can be like, "Yo,
You're gonna-
you see me, you know
that's-
who I
that's
am.
your
This
privilege.
account is mine," and they'll give it to me. I
Drayden,
think, but
That's actually
Trading
not the
privilege.
that has nothing to do with it.
what the
actually.
fuck?
So the issue is, so say
I'll give them my
say
driver's
your-
license.
Say your account gets that means nothing. Say your account gets hacked in the next 5 minutes, right? And then over the next half hour, someone goes, whoever does that goes and like just immediately starts selling all of your shit,
Extract it
liquidating
and sell.
things. Yeah, extract and sell immediately, and then all of a sudden they've got transactions with potentially hundreds of other players, and it just turns into a
CCP
huge
won't
mess.
restore.
And yeah, rolling that back for on CCP's end is next to impossible for them to actually pull off.
Jokes
To
on them. I've
really get
liquidated
hacked-
everything. I have nothing but ISK at the moment. So
So you just don't have any ISK. That's all.
no,
Yeah,
no,
there
I have
is
nothing.
no
I have
SP.
nothing but
And
ISK.
SP.
I want to
I-
throw
no
out
SP
there.
and no SP.
When you tour CCP's offices, they send an email to all the employees letting them know.
Oh,
They said, "Hey,
Do they
Rain's
really?
Here.
Yes.
Hey, Rain's here. Hide your shit."
So so you're saying that when I was in the CCP office, there was an email going around letting them all know, guys, Manic Velocity is in the office.
watch out! Oh,
They say,
shit.
"Hey, we have
Surprise,
guests. Make
it's
sure
really
that
cool.
everything's okay." They do that. They do
Ooh,
that at any business with any R&D.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, my first networking job, they
So
would
you're a
just let
business.
customers run the main
You're a
office.
Your mom's a business.
There's
Oh.
other business casual.
Man, when I went, there was like
customers
nobody else in the office at
Wait,
the
who's-
point. 'Cause
oh,
they were all like getting ready for FanFest, so there was
I-
nobody in there anyway.
I thought that was like Chisumi was on. It sounded just like Chisumi. Like, you're a business. Like, or,
Your mom
was that
goes
you,
calling.
LB?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
You sounded like you channeled your chi.
you're a towel.
But yeah,
I
I would
get
love
that.
for
the tally rep.
I get
office and just spend an entire day with their network engineers and their security engineers, just talking shop and just.
They're not going to
seeing
give you that
what they
access,
do.
bro.
I
Vlad,
know
Just,
it'd be fun though.
just get
I
Not for
agree,
them.
Vlad. I would love to talk to some of their security guys.
I brought a tussle.
I
With
don't-
the
there's
security
a
guys, like,
GM that I need to
See how
buy-
tough they
in
are.
fucking Iceland. I need to buy a drink.
Take
or
a
two
swing,
or
bro.
three.
yeah, I want to
for
see
one of
how
their
tough these
fucking GMs.
Vikings are. Like, you know, they.
Wait, why do you want to buy him a drink, Manic?
Because he's been so helpful to me.
Some
I
of
gotta
their
find.
GMs based in the
Man,
US.
Manic can buy him a drink. I'm gonna fight him.
Oh, so I actually genuine question because I'm not sure. Maybe
That's
Manic
why I
and
buy
Rain, you guys
drink
pay more
first.
attention to this than I do. I know for they mostly closed the Atlanta like offices, or maybe they did completely. But do they still have some of their GMs based
Shot.
in the US? They 'cause I
GM
know they used
Arcade.
to.
I gotta buy a drink for GM Arcade.
I don't think so. I don't know though.
Shots.
Why do you need to buy a drink for arcade? That's the question.
Or maybe at one
Because-
point there was a third party company that they were like outsourcing some of the GM to, and I think that was US based.
Oh, that could be. I do know they have GMs 24/7, just like nonstop answering tickets too.
Thanks, Rain. Now I have an image of like a bunch of CCP GMs based in India answering tickets.
No, I
Well,
thought
they-
a lot
they-
of them were actually in the CCP office. They just have
Yeah, I
second and
know,
third
but I
shift.
now have this image when he said 24/7. It's like a CCP office in like Mumbai answering, doing GM tickets, like the lowest of the low ones.
For hotels, the third shift in the US, working that in hotels, if I got a call from our like central office for reservations for that time of day, it was always fucking Singapore. Every
You're the
time
one
it
who
was
does
Singapore.
Alright, I didn't realize my mic was unmuted.
Skyhawk, that just makes me think of how do you guys have any protections against social engineering for somebody calling on third shift saying they're from Central Reservations?
Oh yes, oh yes, and trust me, I don't know how many of you have heard this, but almost every week I hear about a different hotel that someone has tried the Mr. Patel scam.
Well, the reason why I say that is but before I was at my current company, We did SOC work, which is Security Operations Center for a major hotel chain, and we got tons of social engineering tickets.
It's so I'm in a couple like social media groups for hotel employees, and I'm not kidding you, like at least once or twice a week minimum, someone will post something, saying like that they were a target of one of those things. And it's honestly, it's varying degrees of success. I see everything from where like someone got pretty far through it before they realized it was a scam, and other ones that realized it was a scam right away and fucked with the scammer as long as they possibly could.
Have you
And
guys
those are
gotten
my favorite stories.
Have you guys gotten deep fakes at work yet?
For who?
So we had a deep fake of somebody pretending to be our CEO calling employees
Oh.
asking for things.
Oh, like for no,
We
we're,
had that.
wow.
Well,
Oh,
so
like
so the,
Yeah.
That's
the-
hilarious,
the-
and I love.
I work for a
No,
small mom.
impressive.
We're
the
a small
entire
mom and pop
premise-
shop business, so we don't have to worry about that.
Drayden said, "I'm the
that-
vice president, and the president is my brother."
It would work
we
if our
have had-
CEO didn't sit in the office with everyone else.
No,
Yeah,
It would just be like,
my
basically.
bro, what the
company,
fuck?
we constantly have to be on the lookout for phishing. Not, I guess they
Yeah,
would be
phishing.
considered phishing sites.
Yeah, they're fish.
They look like our website. So they copy the style sheet, the look, but they set up these login sites that look like they belong to our corporate site. And they buy domains that sound similar to ours. So we
Yep,
constantly have to
phishing.
be on the lookout for that kind of shit.
So, Manic, does your company's security department run phishing campaigns for awareness?
Absolutely, yeah, regularly.
I get
Is that
at
like
least
bombs for peace?
We're a
get
medical
at
tech
least
company,
once
so
a week.
we are like extremely diligent because we deal a lot with PHI, personal health information. So we're incredibly security minded. Yeah.
Yeah, I got an email on my customer laptop. It's like, "Hi, this is TikTok security. Your account's compromised. You need to change it." I'm like,
Yep.
Okay, this is an obvious phishing campaign. So because I'm a security engineer, the first thing I did was contact my counterpart on the customer's SOC and be like, "Hey, were you guys running a phishing campaign?" He's like, "Yep." I'm like, "Were you guys doing TikTok?" "Yep." I was like, "Okay, this is really bad because it's TikTok and nobody should be doing TikTok on work computers." How many people fell for it? Apparently, it was a lot.
Goodness.
No,
And it was really sad because it's like nobody should ever be doing TikTok on a fucking work computer.
So the
It's-
Oh, I
the,
do.
the
Oh,
company
so-
I work for has less than 1,000 employees. We've got a handful of properties here in Michigan, and like that's really it. And yet we are also like targeted regularly by this. I mean, I know of even something like about a month ago where we actually had a successful intrusion into part of our parking system. I know a couple months ago someone managed to hack into the system. So at one of our parking ramps, we had like a new like fancy like gate system at the end where like you're checking out, it's like tied into hotel keys and all of that had gotten hacked into as like an attempt to breach into the rest of the network.
IoT is
Impressive,
so
actually. That's really impressive.
vulnerable.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
well,
No parking
exactly.
fees. What a legend.
There's a thing called Mirai that just specifically goes after IoT to try to breach networks via it, and it's nasty.
Yeah.
It's hit so many IoT devices.
Do you know why they named it Mirai? Because of a fucking anime, dude.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Mirai
Is that-
Botnet, yeah, from Mirai Nikki, which is called Future Diary. It's an
Right, have
anime.
you
That's
heard of,
fucking
It's a really
funny.
anime, but like
Good for that. Hey, I
it was started by, no joke, these like college kids, and they wanted to DOS other Minecraft servers because they wanted people to use their Minecraft server. Because
fucking
if they say
4chaners.
it probably was, and like, but the thing was, is they created such a terrible botnet that like professional services would refuse to cover and provide insurance against it. And then they finally got caught. I don't know how they got caught. I forget. It was probably like some dumb rookie mistake, and like they probably went and spent a lot of time in federal prison for like a couple years, and now they can work for the
They're
FBI for the rest
Russian.
of their lives.
Just a small.
I think they're Russian, so they pretty much got away with it.
No, they were in the U.S. They were like some kids doing college out of Seattle or something like that. The Mirai botnet
Fucking
was
Seattle kids.
Mhm.
Fucking
I'm
Seattle
thinking
kid.
of, I think I'm thinking of WannaCry or Petya, which is out of Russia.
Oh, okay, so it's a different one.
Oh man.
Yeah, and actually
I
Petya is
just
also
have to worry
named
about
after a
foreign
movie.
spies.
And it's the Petya is the version of WannaCry that went after Ukraine, and that's named after a satellite from GoldenEye.
Eve Seattle. When are we doing Eve Seattle?
I was talking to our
Yeah,
our RAT guys though, and
Whenever
like
November gets.
Yeah, I know
up
November
for
wants to set it up. I'm
so-
stoked. I will totally go to that.
So
It's a
this
short
past
drive for
semester,
me.
Vlad, I actually was taking one of my college classes was Principles of Information Security, which is just really an entry level like network security kind of class for like entry level CompTIA. And I had a couple conversations with like our IT guys at work, and it surprised me actually how many attacks like hotels end up seeing because of the nature of the business, you have the public Wi-Fi that's running for the hotel right alongside the fact that you've also got all of your internal stuff in the same physical location. So it's a security nightmare basically.
I never connect to hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I
ever.
don't either.
I sometimes.
Just have
No,
the fucking data-
Drayden,
just have
come
a
on,
fucking
bro.
data
You
plan.
know
Drayden's
better
always
than that.
No,
Just
but
have
I
a
do it
data
with my
plan.
tablet, which I don't connect to any of my
You
personal.
know better
No.
than
Here's the thing:
that.
it's a tablet that is literally like on a
Drayden, no, we
factory
don't.
reset settings that has no connection to any of my personal information ever.
No.
So
Do you,
I
but
will
do you
say-
sign in to
In
like
that
your
case.
email and shit?
no.
So here's
I will
the
do that on
thing.
my phone, which I do not connect to the Wi-Fi. My tablet is literally like a factory reset base factory tablet with no personal information
I
or
have
anything
a-
put in anywhere, and that is the stuff I
Knows
will.
too much.
I've
And
got
that is the
some
stuff I will do
inside
from like public
information for you
Wi-Fi's
guys.
because it's like they can't. I have no anything personal, like no emails, no anything. Like I don't log into anything
If-
with it, and therefore it's just a
It's tracking
blanket. It's like literally if you just bought a fucking tablet out of the store and connect to the Wi-Fi right off the bat, they can't
It's
get
tracking
anything from me. So
100%.
I don't care
So,
because like
pro-
it's
pro
that's my fucking ghost tablet. That's my porn tablet. So
Yeah.
like,
That's fair.
So here's my
You're so lucky that you
insider-
can look at porn, man. You have no idea.
it's like I don't care about like where I go with porn on that because like they aren't gonna get anything. It doesn't matter. But
So
I don't
jealous of
watch-
everybody
I don't
that
watch
can look
porn.
at
Drayden's
It's-
like
now.
now for the dirty stuff.
it's like
Man,
yeah.
video.
So my insider
Forehead
information
kisses.
for you guys, if you give a hotel 48 hours notice is preferable, and request it and just say that like for security reasons you need it, you can actually get most hotels to set you up your own private Wi-Fi.
I don't need the Wi-Fi because
Fuck off.
I have
You-
un-
I still
I'm
wouldn't
not
trust
kidding.
that. I still
No,
wouldn't
I
trust
have
that.
unlimited data. I
yeah,
don't need to
like,
connect to
so
Wi-Fi.
So yeah, Manic, it's actually a thing. Like so, for example, we're a couple blocks away from a federal courthouse and also the county courthouse. So we sometimes will have law firms stay with us that, due to corporate policies, have strict
Sure they have
rules
to.
around their like Wi-Fi and internet usage for company
Still wouldn't
devices.
trust it.
And so our IT department has that set up for
You
that
guys have
exact
been
kind of
collecting
reason.
dirt on them, and you just don't know.
So Skyhawk,
Yeah, I
when we're
still
in
wouldn't
Vegas,
trust
do you
it,
guys
man.
want to like just get together and see if I can social engineer a hotel?
As
Hey man,
As
don't go
long
to
as
jail
it's
in
not,
Vegas.
as long as it's not a
No,
brand,
I've heard
because-
about
as
it.
long
It's
as
not
it's not a brand I work for, I don't care. Also, I work for Hilton, as you well know. So
Don't go to jail in Vegas. Just be a good
That's
boy.
why you call a hotel that's not in Vegas if you're going to social.
that's why you call a hotel that's not in the country.
That's true. Yeah, you call one in China or like North Korea or like Iran, because let's face it, nobody's ever going to get thrown in jail for like hacking somebody in China.
Don't say never. We've bowed to China plenty.
Well, as long as
Let's
you're
not go
not
there.
in China.
That is true.
That's the main kicker there. Also, I would like to call a shot. I'm going to take a shot of some lovely Hornitas.
Horny toes.
Yeah,
Horny
Dude,
toes.
Milagro?
Horny toes, Rain's favorite.
Dim feet.
So, Rain, are you going to try to drag us to Barry's for soup in Vegas?
I'm going. If you want to join, you can. I don't need friends to go get food. I'll go by
Said I'm not
myself.
dragging shit.
I don't need friends for soup.
That just means more
Actually,
soup for me.
Hell yeah.
Shot
Quick
you
question
down
for Rain. Rain,
the
are you
sky.
coming with Dom when he does his bike trip up here?
Oh God, probably not. What is that?
Yeah, it was.
It was like a
it's
1,000-mile
June-
bike trip, 500
no,
mile bike trip.
no.
Just set it like a really
well,
low gear. You'll
I-
June
be
third. I'm busy.
June 30th.
Oh, I might not be busy.
It's
could
yeah.
maybe.
So they're coming up that weekend, and so 30th is a Friday, and I got us upgraded rooms on the 25th floor of the hotel I work at, and we're gonna like go out downtown. Then the next day they're going on a bike ride, and then yeah. So Friday night staying here, Saturday night they do the bike ride. Sunday they'll be back here in Grand Rapids again and staying at the hotel again, and then driving back to Iowa Monday.
Dave.
Ooh, I don't know if
Dave.
I could take time off. Oh, it isn't Grand Rapids, and Grand Rapids is so nice. Fuck.
Don't say anything.
Beautiful,
Just do it.
and
I
also
thought you were talking about Chicago.
I believe
Chicago.
Red Line, I believe, is also going to make the
Grand
trip
Rapids,
up here.
dude.
How you doing, Hal?
Fuck Grand
Whoa,
Rapids. That place is
whoa.
a shithole. I hope it.
I love how
Wow.
you really
Wow.
feel.
Sorry.
Why do
One
you?
is
One of my
whoa.
favorite
it is
memories-
better than
Why
another
do you hate
city.
Grand
It is-
Rapids?
it
It's
is-
the
it is-
highways there. It's the highways.
One of my
I'm
favorite
sorry, I
memories is being in
overreacted.
Michigan and swimming on like the lake, and it was so much fun, and the
It's beautiful.
dunes.
My background right now is actually taken at the end of the pier that the lighthouse in Grand Haven is on.
Yeah,
One of my absolute favorite spots on this planet.
I would totally go to Michigan again just to beach it.
But here's the thing: Redline said it was a shithole because
Well, Redline's no. The truth of the matter, and I'm not going to name names, but Redline actually is the one that lives in the shithole part of West Michigan.
Flint?
That's
Was-
not West Michigan.
Sorry.
was there more to your story, or was that?
I thought that's the only name I know
I'm
that.
not gonna name
It's
names,
not what.
but
That's not
Redline-
West Michigan.
That's the only name I know that correlates
Are
to
you
shit
guys-
Michigan.
Could you
Are you guys
not,
near
like,
Holland,
try
Michigan?
to help people triangulate my position on the map?
Redline,
Like,
I'm not
you
saying
told all the
anything.
people
The
this
fuck
thing.
up.
Without
And this
doxing you,
is
are
a
you guys
less
near
popular
Holland?
show than yours, so come on now.
Yeah,
Are you guys near Holland, Michigan? Do you do their tulip festival?
So
Redline,
I've
you were
never,
trying to
I've
coordinate
actually,
the meetup
how,
recently.
so I
in
can be in Holland in like 15, 20 minutes. I've never actually gone down for Tulip Festival though.
You should. Do they get the nightmare tulips?
I literally.
Why
know
are they
nothing
called
about it,
nightmare
honestly.
tulips?
Because they're black. They're the darkest tulips ever.
Sick.
That sounds
Whoa.
bitchin'.
That's fucking god.
So only
shit.
America only has
Brutal.
215, and I'm assuming Holland got some of them.
Metal.
So Redline.
Metal.
How
Metal.
ghetto is
Fucking
your
metal, bro.
business Right then.
It's almost as metal as.
So can I
Christmas
buy
tree.
these black tulips, or like how's
You
that?
can't. So they're gifted to the
Can
cities.
can I steal these black tulips?
It
Tell
would,
me
You
I
can
can't
it would be
dig 'em a
it would be
bulb.
very illegal. I would not
Tell
recommend
me
it.
I
You
can
can
dig 'em
always
a
paint a
bulb.
tulip black. Akrov.
What you
No.
do is you wait,
Drayden, that's
and
not
then they'll
real.
probably breed them because you can keep the bulb or whatever. So
I know how to. I know how to dig
so
bulbs.
the Friday
She
that they're
said.
Dom told me though the Friday that they're coming up, they're gonna come up after work.
So I need to dig it up the Friday before.
It would
That's a
really
long
be,
time.
It would really be the Monday.
I've never heard a bulb in my life.
Calling a shot. Everybody take a fucking
tulip
shot.
bulb. So
God.
tulips are grown via bulbs, and so
Yeah,
after
and
the
I've
tulip
never heard
has
of that in my
bloomed,
life. I've never stolen one, and I never will.
you can dig them up and then you can keep them.
You've never planted a tulip, dude?
No, I've got a bunch in my yard, but I didn't plant them. But I'm
Yeah, they're
definitely not going to
bulbs.
steal one of those black ones. You saw it here live on video.
You get shot for
Come on,
that
I
shit.
think your cat wants to be petted.
Lily is here.
Lily.
Could you imagine like an old grandma
Kitty.
busting out of her fucking cottage, being
Dude,
like,
the fucking grandma
"This
stole a
dude
bunch of my
stealing my
tulips
tulip
last
and
year."
blasting a shotgun."
bulbs.
She was
Just
cutting
like the
my
fucking
tulips
like
last year.
the fucking like
Are you serious? She was cutting your. That's peak
So,
BM.
the fucking
My
like
dog was
pop
freaking out,
engine
and I
like
went
double
out
barrel
there.
like 10 gauge. It's-
Allegedly, she knocked on my door, which I
Lily,
won't say
she's
she
so
didn't because I don't listen to
tiny.
that sort
So
of thing.
look at oh my god,
So we're
Delana,
heads
I'm
in
in
all
your
day.
bedroom too, but I've got a different cat.
Why is everyone in Delana's bed? Oh, half the people are in Delana's
Everybody's,
bedroom.
we're all in Delana's bedroom.
Because we're all hanging out with my cat.
We're all in Delana's bedroom.
All I'm saying is when
Oh,
I
it's
saw
it's a wait.
I
Did,
think
she was
this
cutting my
cat looks
tulips.
yeah,
different
did
than
his tail
yours.
have to get cut?
That's super rude, dude.
Yeah, she had her tail amputated when she was 6 weeks old.
Was it like
Tails
busted
are
or
overrated,
crooked
to
or
be
something?
honest.
It was
Disease.
I've done
heavily
perfectly
infected.
fine without
like
mine.
they think something bit her. Whatever. Probably. Sasha's here too.
There's
Okay, bye.
Oh, kitties.
I love her.
They think something bit her tail, which is probably whatever also chased her away from Mama. And it must have been like
Delicious
either a
tail.
dog or a coyote. It had to have been something that was
Probably got
fast enough to
infected
catch
then.
a cat.
Look at
So-
Skyhawk's cat. They're loving this attention. That's adorable.
I
Oh,
wanna-
no, so this one, his name is Boot. He was
Boot.
born October 4th, 2015. The reason I know his
Young Boot.
birthday is because he was actually he shares a birthday with my mother, which makes it special. But also he was born in the barn that at the time my mom was keeping her horses at. So he's literally a barn cat from
A
rural
barn
Iowa.
cat. Oh.
Yeah. He's adorable. He's
Oh, and
my
I
little bit. He very much so imprinted on me because, like I said, I brought him home when he
Mm.
was 8 weeks old.
I want to get a cat now. Like,
this
I'm
was
gonna wait till I get my
Lily's
rent reduced, but then I'm gonna try and get a
cone.
cat.
His cone.
You can
When she
wait,
had her
wait,
surgery
wait,
at
wait,
6 weeks old,
wait.
they didn't
You
have a
can get
cone
rent
that was small
reduced?
enough for her, so they
So
had to
they
make
made one out of like a paper plate.
Yeah, it's literally like a paper bowl thing, I guess. And look how tiny her little neck.
She's so small. She's a
She was a
tiny
pound
girl.
and a half.
She's adorable.
She's now
Um,
probably almost 8 pounds.
Are we
Big
just gonna
girl.
gloss over that there's a world where rent gets reduced?
I should be able to get my rent
What the fuck
reduced.
does that even mean?
So
rent goes down.
Well, because
Rent never goes down.
In Idaho, the property values were massively
Idaho.
inflated. They've been slowly going back down because they were super overinflated. So the place I'm
They
at,
actually need to
the place I'm at,
extend their
the unit I'm in now that I signed a year lease. So I signed a year lease at a certain rate. I looked at it now, and the same unit I'm in is now going for $100 less per month.
Look at
My
What?
lease
And
is
then-
coming up due at the end of June.
I think they're all
And so they were saying like I can renew, and I talked to the people at the office, and I was like, well, the unit's going for $100 less a month than I'm paying it right now. So like, but when they said like you can renew and it's at my old price, but like I am down to renew, but I want the current price, which is $100 less per month than what I'm paying
No, I
currently.
actually want $200 less. Because
Well, and
fuck
so they're
you,
like,
you're gonna
so
struggle a
they're
little
like,
bit longer.
yeah, they don't automatically reduce it because they want to get money from people that aren't paying attention. But they're like, if you send a written, they're like, here's my card, send an email to this place with a written request to get your rent reduced to the current rate, and then I will forward it to corporate, and they've just been blanket accepting these things, so I should be able to get it reduced with my renewal. So yeah, it's I've never seen it before in my life, but I should be able to get $100
Sounds like a bunch
less
of
per month
poppycock.
I should get my rent reduced
here
by
for-
$100 per month, which is unheard of. So cool.
So since we were talking about cats there for
You
a
need to
moment,
ask
sorry
for
to
$200
hijack for a moment.
I don't want to push it. They'll say no to that.
You need to
So
push it.
in guest show notes, I just shared 3 photos. The first one there is the little one that was just on camera with me, Boot, when he was a little kitten
Boot.
right after he was born.
Baby Boot is adorable.
Very
He was
adorable.
the sweetest. And then the second one is when the
When
first
he
that
was
was the
learning
first
how Hollywood works, he was
No,
watching movies.
that was actually the first interaction Boot had with Rascal, the cat that I unfortunately lost
Oh,
recently.
I thought he was watching TV, but I see it now.
Yeah, that was their first interaction because Rascal's like, "What the fuck is this little thing?" And Boot's like,
Yeah.
"Who are you?"
Cats are assholes.
And then the third one is what I like to refer
Rascal
to as the
accepting
father.
Boot.
It's the father-son photo, looking
Yeah.
out the window.
I also posted the very first picture I ever took of Lily Rose. When I saw her outside, I'm like, "There's a kitten outside!" And I took a picture and I said to my dad, I'm like, "There's a kitten outside!"
That's a lot of food bowls outside.
I'm right now.
We
I'll
used
be
to have a
honest.
bunch of outside cats.
Yeah.
Now we're
I'll be
kind of
hon-
down to not as many. But yeah.
I'm doing
She was like
better.
Spay neuter
in the
your
bowl.
pets,
She could
folks.
fit in the bowl. She was so
neuter your pet.
little.
I'm doing better right now than I would have thought, honestly, since losing my other one recently. But I have an opportunity right now that I'm genuinely considering. So one of my coworkers, this is kind of sad partially, but they found a cat that had been run over in the street by their house, and then they discovered some kittens that belonged to that cat that were in their yard. So they've adopted them and they're looking for homes for them, and I'm considering taking one of them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Cats always
just-
pick you too if it makes it easier
I,
to figure out.
my hesitation right now, Rain, is it's not even been 2 weeks since I let go of my other one.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, give it time.
Can I ask you something, Skyhawk?
Yeah.
I mentioned this on my stream. Have you gotten a paw print of your cat?
Yes, I did.
Do you want to get tattoos? Paw prints?
Whoa.
I
would do that. I would do that. Yeah, I genuinely, I'm really picky about what tattoos I would get. I've never had a tattoo. I've never had even a piercing. I would do that without hesitation.
Yeah, because I was talking on my stream. I was like, because I play Final Fantasy 11. I said if I ever got a tattoo, it would be a video game. And then I was like, well, actually, I have pets, so I'd probably get some memento of my pets tattooed somewhere as a way of saying like, you are part of my family, live forever. So that would be
Yeah.
something good too.
It's pretty fun.
And it's kind of sad, but it's
Maybe
just
your
Nice.
cat looks
It's
And
still
a little.
similar to mine.
still
I mean,
cracks me up how just Lily Rose, she came up to the best possible house in this neighborhood. The one that most likely just spoiler her to bits.
That's what I got for my sweet man.
That's cool.
Aww.
I'm gonna get rats eventually, and like, yeah, I plan when they pass, I want to get their paw prints, and I'll get tattoos of their paw prints. I love rats.
They're pretty interesting.
They make
My
great
oldest
pets.
sister had-
They make
yeah.
fantastic pets.
My oldest
I had a
some when I was young.
I forget what it was when I was in I think junior high. There was a teacher that had a couple pet rats in the classroom, and if you were done with your work, you could go get the rats and like
My
play with them.
first
So I'd like
pet
let them
rat-
crawl around. Luckily I never had them pee or poop on me, but other people in the class they'd like crawl in their hoodies and then like just piss in their
Yeah.
hoodies all
They-
over. But
it's-
luckily
it's
I never.
like,
I,
that's- you just have to accept. That
I had
when you-
one that peed.
just
It was
pee
like
where
crawling
they-
on my desk, and it peed on the desk, and that's the only. I never had like I had them crawling over, but I never had them pee on me. But I was like, so
Would
the rats were cool. I liked them. They're like the white
I
rats
want
with the red
fa-
eyes. And
I want ferrets.
They can be very
again.
smart.
When I was
Ferrets are
when I
assholes.
was real.
Ferrets,
Fuck those guys.
Oh no,
ferrets are fun, but
they're really cool.
stink.
They
they're
do.
really
I've
cool.
heard they do
Stink
really
if
stink.
You don't
Yeah.
take care of them as well as you.
And
should.
also, they can just bite people a
So
lot.
they're just the most adorable.
I had a friend that had
photo-
ferrets. They didn't bite me, but
the most adorable
They
toddler.
choose people to bite.
So we had a bunch of ferrets when I was growing up, and they were all like when I was, I'd say age 0 to like 4 or 5.
They make great kids.
Whoa.
I'm kidding.
Whoa.
That was
Whoa.
rough. I'm sorry.
I totally got derailed there. Yeah, so we had a bunch of ferrets when I was like age, 0 to like 4 or 5. And they were all named after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, Michelangelo, Donatello, et cetera, et cetera. And Michelangelo especially did like to, bite onto things, especially my diaper. So there's a photo of me as a toddler walking around in nothing but a diaper with a ferret clamped onto my ass. So it looks like I'm walking around with
That's
a
great.
tail. And it's
Wow.
it's absolutely hilarious. Also, no, I'm not sharing that photo.
wait, you have it
And
saved?
I was
Skyhawk
gonna
is a
say,
fur.
man, you got to put that in
You
guest
hyped
show
it.
notes.
Yeah,
We
like,
have
you
to,
can't,
we
yeah,
have
you
to
can't,
see.
you can't not. You've
You
already
can't
just-
bring
you've
it
already-
up and then
you've already
not
just-
share the
And
photo.
You've already
this,
described it. We
I
have a
might
mental
need
picture.
to ask
Just
my mother.
you've already described it. We have a mental
Well,
picture.
link your mother to the Discord. Come
I'm
on.
gonna go look up ferret biting someone's ass and be like, just put like I'm just gonna Photoshop your face on. Like there it is, there it is.
I mean, honestly, the forehead has not changed much in size between me now and me as a baby.
Well, sure.
Perfect.
There, actually, true story. One of my great uncles, his nickname for me ever since I was like fucking before I could even remember was Spalding, as in the brand of soccer balls, because my head was big
Well said.
and had no hair. So yeah, I've embraced it. Whatever.
Just use like a palm frond.
Rain, what's your cat's name?
Athena. We call her Tina for
Oh,
short.
Tina.
That is actually the same as my first niece's name. I've got 2 now.
Nice. So my sister, for some reason, bought her off Craigslist as a kitten. She called her Athena because her boyfriend at the time had a cat named Apollo. Makes me
Okay.
mad because it's supposed to be Apollo and Artemis, right?
Artemis,
Like
yeah. I used to
she
have an
call-
Artemis. Yeah.
so she called her Athena, and my mom calls her Tina for short, so she responds to Tina. But when my nieces see her, they call her Kiki because they say kitty kitty really fast. So I go, here, kitty kitty. And so now I call her Kiki.
Just see a
Are you
tail.
Yeah, she just rubs her face all over me.
Tail bobbing
She
up
just-
and down.
She rubs her face on my armrest, my legs, my chest, and then like I'll
Gotta
pet
spread
her.
that smell.
What?
Sasha's
It's
just
scent-
laying
it's
here like a
Cats like to
bum.
rub their face.
Yeah.
on
It's
something,
scent. They have
yeah.
scent glands in their face, so
Yeah.
when they do that, they're marking
She
you.
has to. Yeah.
She
they
also,
said
I
there's
think,
That
no-
last cat
Yes.
photo I posted actually with me
It's
in
it's
it.
all good things.
That's actually that's bearded me, which feels weird to see because I haven't been
There's
bearded.
nothing
Oh,
wrong with
that's
the
right. You
beard,
said
sir.
I forget now. You sent a bearded picture. I saw. I was like,
I
that's
can-
not.
I
look
can
like
grow
a
a beard.
completely
look good with a
different
beard.
Skyhawk, there's
person.
Yeah,
nothing
it's
wrong
like
with the
it's like
But
bearded Skyhawk is like unbearded kid Akaroth, and I don't believe it's the same
Wait.
person.
Wait,
Like you said that
Bearded-
last week, I was like, that's not you. There's no
that-
fucking way
that-
that's you
that
there.
photo is from the day I picked Boot up.
bearded Skyhawk looks like Skyhawk. If you were British, that's what you would look like.
I have a
could-
ginger beard.
I could
No,
see
it's
Skyhawk being
Scottish.
British
It's the
all day.
Scottish part.
It's Scottish, yeah. It's
so
definitely
I-
European.
I
Like you
can't
look like
remember-
the European
He's a
version of
cleric.
yourself. That's crazy.
Oh
Here,
shit! Yeah, that's.
Look at-
I'm gonna
I'm rubbing the
post
belly.
in a moment in guest show notes. I'm just gonna
Look at a
post
good
a
girl.
screenshot of my 23andMe, and the hair color will make sense.
Skyhawk is a cleric. He's a Commonwealth cleric.
Yeah, it's Skyhawk McHart. It's not Everhart anymore. It's McHart. That's a Scottish, for sure. Or Irish? No, it's Irish.
Top of the morning. to
It's
you.
it's Irish.
Here,
It's Skyhawk. It's Skyhawk
I had to
Hardigan.
figure out. I had to
Stop,
figure
stop.
out a-
Hardigan.
There's a lot of
Skyhawk
overlap.
Hardigan.
Father Skyhawk.
Oh, Father Skyhawk
So,
Hardigan here.
So my
Just me and my
never
ginger
mind, I won't
beard.
say that.
Would you like to go out for an Arby's beef witch?
Oh,
Get that blown out street meat.
blow.
Would you like to go out for some blown out street meat with me, Father Skyhawk?
That was some real incredible.
Bothered
rolling
by
of the
this.
R.
We'll go get the extra sloppy blown out street meat.
There you go.
Don't forget the bottle of water for $3.
There you
A
go.
bottle of water for
You
$3.
You guys now have my DNA information in guest show notes.
Wait, you have like
I can-
DNA information?
Wait, did you
I can
give us
basically
your
replicate
did you
you now.
splice your genome and just attach
I-
it?
Yeah, holy
I-
shit, dude! Like, oh my god, Skyhawk, I'm related to you.
Skyhawk, I can.
We both
I can
have red
download
beards.
you
That's
now.
what it is.
I'm gonna.
Wait, hold
I'm
on.
gonna chat
French,
GPT
British
you
and
now.
Irish, French and so we're connected on the German side and the Scandinavian side.
I do have some I have a lot of Swedish in me,
so-
and
mostly
then
German. But
I'm
I've
like
got
a lot
some
of Swedish and,
Scandinavian.
and then
I
like
have
just
Swedish in
a.
me too.
What's
Yeah, I have a lot of
You got a lot of
Swedish.
Swedish in you?
Rain, you want some
so-
Swedish in you?
I've had lots of
So-
Swedish in me.
So what's-
Damn,
That's
girl.
the
For me-
Midwest for you.
I Irish isn't so neither of my parents are majority Irish, but I have Irish coming in from both sides.
Oh, it's
Come.
real strong. It's coming all.
Come.
all
Come.
different directions.
Lots of
On
Irish
the
coming
topic,
in
The
you
Irish
know?
are coming. Let's
my-
be honest. They have lots of kids. They're Catholics.
So
Oh
my
my
favorite
God.
thing, and I don't know how well this is going to show,
That's
but
what she
well,
said.
actually, I'm not going to hold that up because that's my real name there.
Yeah,
Um,
daddy.
But it's 23andMe. So I want you guys to know I'm at least partially African American because according to 23andMe, I am.
You can't use that.
I am.
to
I am.
Do you have the
I am
N-word
controversial
pass?
point-
Do
things.
you have the inward pass,
Do
dude?
you have an N-word
Can I
pass?
finish? I am 0.3% Egyptian, guys.
0.3%.
Is this some jitty
That's what
picking?
I
in the
think
margin
I'm
of
like
error.
I'm
It gives me
133rd.
it gives
I
me
think I'm 133rd
0.5%.
Cherokee or something.
It gives me 0.5%.
Is this a
It's
something
There
you
you
have
go.
to pay for?
There you go. On stream, I'll
You
be
guys are
currently
clowning.
flipping it.
I'm not. Being
Is this? Oh, I
associated
can't
with
read
this.
that. It's too small. But is this a thing that we can do for free, or is this something you paid for?
Oh, you paid for
I paid for it.
I don't care about my
It's
genealogy that much.
It's actually, I actually had a lot of fun doing it. What was cool?
I
for
would like
me-
to look at it though.
So-
Now the
Well,
man can
so-
clone you, so have fun with
Well,
that.
Oh, you said
I
the DNA.
I have a
real,
question.
real talk. So the thing that I thought was
You
cool
gonna
for
stab
me,
yourself?
I'm gonna go into like some
Gotta
personal
give
stuff.
DNA.
So
Just like
my
that DNA?
so my father's
Real
father,
DNA.
my paternal grandfather, his father ran out on the family when my grandpa was young, and he didn't know anything about it, and he actually took on his adoptive father's name when his mother remarried, and that's the name that I
Skyhawk.
carry.
That's
And
pretty impressive.
that's the name that I
Oh.
carry in real life. So like that side of the family, genealogy wise, we just knew nothing about. Yet when I did the 23andMe, I had some relatives that have already also done 23andMe pop up that are on that branch. The reason
The
I
Everhards.
knew, the reason I knew they were on that branch is because my mom's side. So my mom is the youngest of 12. No one else from her generation has done 23andMe, but my grandfather was the oldest of 8. at least one person from every branch on my maternal grandfather's side has done 23andMe, and like it was really cool seeing all the results pop up because I had a lot of actual like known family members pop up for it, and we were able to figure some new things out from it. It was cool.
That's pretty neat.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Do you know where your Scandinavian ancestry comes from, or was it a case of the Vikings coming to pay a visit?
So actually, I have some. We have a known ancestor in the 1800s that emigrated from Norway, and actually, I have so my desk here in my living room is glass top desk. In my bedroom, I have a solid wood desk that was built in the 1800s by an ancestor of mine before they emigrate. They worked as a furniture maker in Norway, and when they moved here, the only like large item that they brought with them was this wood desk. It's literally like you pull the drawer out, it's got an inkwell in it. It's an actual.
That's really cool.
It's a genuine antique desk.
That's really cool,
The
dude.
only reason I don't use it for my day-to-day desk is it cannot hold my 4 monitors, and I'm a bitch, and I can't sacrifice them.
That's
So
funny.
it's
That's
actually
completely fair.
it's the
Real
desk
talk.
that if I'm working on my laptop for like schoolwork, I go there because I try to separate like play space, which is what my desktop is, from my workspace because it helps with me mentally for actually being productive. But yeah, that's my piece of family like heirloom that I've gotten
What-
to carry on. And when my mom gave that to me, it was like with a solemn oath of like, you're not fucking putting any beverages on this. You're not doing, XYZ to it. You're not trying to fucking refinish it. Like nothing. Just leave it.
What's the link for this like DNA thing? Because I'm interested because I know I have a bunch of Swedish DNA.
23andme.com.
Dude, seriously,
23andMe,
dude.
okay.
Yeah, dude.
It
check
sounds
it
really
out.
interesting.
Highly
Like
recommend it.
now, do you send like a blood sample or?
So they send you a kit that has very explicit instructions that are really easy to follow. You basically don't eat anything or drink anything for like an hour before, and then you spit in a tube, basically.
Oh, okay. I thought it was would be like a blood DNA, or is there like a more
Nope, you
fun,
spit in
a
a
more
tube.
a more fun DNA? Wait.
Nope, you spit in a tube.
A more fun
comfort of our
DNA.
own
a more
home
fun
DNA test.
DNA sample to send them yeah, okay, so
Be real
cool.
sure about.
So I will say, like statistically, this is what I've read. Statistically, if you are in a relationship with a person of your same race and nationality, the chances of you being related are very high.
Yes,
Like
very,
that's
very high.
that's how.
But I mean,
there's-
like, the
I know
relation
that
goes.
Like, what
Usually, the
degree of
relation goes so
related,
far.
though?
It's like if you're going back like 20 plus generations, it doesn't really matter at that point.
Well,
Right,
You're
so
not
to
going
give
back
so to
20
so to give you an example, right, of that, because I can speak to this from my own DNA results actually. So this person is, I believe, she's my second cousin, once removed. She's a direct cousin to my mother. So like my grandfather's sibling's daughter. We share 6% of our DNA.
Yeah, I mean, but that's not that much.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty low, though.
That's nothing.
And that's actually probably just from family tree passing down.
It's-
just,
yeah,
just
exactly.
branching. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Roll Tide.
but my entire point
Roll
with that
Tide,
example
God
is
damn it.
you remove even that little bit off, and that's really not like a super crazy distant relation, and your DNA is very different.
Yeah. Because I know Swedish is the one's heritage I know of a bit of because
I'm gonna sign off, guys, before we get any further.
So it's,
I'm winding
all right.
down. So
All
I'll
right,
You
see
guys
you,
can
man.
keep
Peace
kissing
Peace
cousins,
out.
but I
Love
need
you.
to get some sleep.
Good night. Yeah, because it's I think it's my great grandmother and her husband on my mom's side were Swedish immigrants to the U.S. So I'm not saying I'm like half Swedish, but I like other than that, and they were both like full Swedish, and then like other than that, it's like just a smattering of like all European everything. And obviously, I have like a red hair, red beard, so I'm assuming that there might be some. I don't know if it's just Irish or it could be. I think there's like Danish that have red hair, so it's not like a isolated thing. But it's like I know I'm like a smattering of a bunch of European with probably the larger portion, which probably isn't more than like 10 to 15% itself is Swedish, but it's just like Swedish is like the larger portion, and then just a bunch of everything. I think
So we've actually been able to track it's either my grandma or one of my great aunts, I can't remember for sure, did a lot of the genealogy like research, and we tracked my mom's maiden name back to immigrants that left from the west of England in like the early 1700s, which is further back than I think a lot of people can track their stuff. But there's a whole family book about it. It's kind of interesting and kind of crazy at the same time.
I didn't even see Delana leave. Bye, Delana.
Yeah, I think I'm about ready to tap.
It's probably a good time. I mean, like, it's getting late. We can call
I
it for the
think we
night.
should wrap up.
Yeah, we can.
Movie night?
I'm down for movie night. We want to do a movie night?
I
All right, what do we want to watch? I'm down to watch
No
something.
idea.
I've got a 12-hour workday, so I'm gonna.
I will watch a movie. What do we want to watch?
Later, guys.
See it.
Take it easy.
Which ones were we talking about watching?
Oh yeah, we gotta pull up the channel. Hold on. There's a bunch of good ones too. OC, movie night, Dune. That's not coming out till November. I really want to see that.
Yeah.
Exterminator 2. No. The Winnie the Pooh horror movie. I looked.
Yes!
I watched the trailer. Do you want to watch that? I watched the trailer to it, and I was like, I feel
I'll
like
watch that. It looks so fucking dumb, but so good.
I feel like it's gonna be silly as fuck, but I'm down to watch if you want to watch that. Watch Winnie the Pooh horror hack and slash.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
let's
like
do that.
Blood and Honey or whatever.
Yeah, Blood and Honey. All right. Cameras are fucked up, Matt. All right, so hold on. Let me get the link to the Discord. If anyone wants it, hold on. Copy link. All right, links in the chat. If you guys want to watch, if you want to watch the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey horror slasher film, it's low budget, cheap ass horror movie. We're gonna watch that in Discord. So there's the Discord link in chat. Join the Discord. We're gonna go to movie channel, movie night. Go to that voice channel. We'll put the movie up. Don't talk during the movie. Type in the movie night chat channel. So all right, we're off for the night. Goodbye, everybody. I'll do a shot. Let's do a shot for the road. Why not?
Cheers. Eve 20th birthday.
Yeah, Eve 20. I'm excited. I'm back in Eve. I'm back, baby. Playing again. All right. Sweet. All right, we'll catch y'all next week. Whiskey. All right. Bye, everybody.